I'm super excited for this card. I've been doing tape for next week's card, and I'm
Yeah,
like
I just got
already,
done tape setting last night too. So like
yeah.
next week is gonna it's not gonna be terrible. There's like some decent fights next week.
But I
Yo,
like this week a lot more than next week though.
yeah, we got fights. I mean, we got crowd out there this week. Yo, what is up, boys? Let's fucking go. We're back with another one with my boy
Yo
Chris here.
yo,
Guys, go check out his channel. It's linked down below in the live stream. Go drop him a sub.
yes
Get our
sir,
boy 200 subs, or he's getting really close. There, you want to introduce yourself to the channel, Chris?
yes sir. Freaking it's your boy MMA Fight Realm,
Let's go.
otherwise known as Chris. What's going on, guys? Yeah, man. Shout out to Pick'em for having me on the channel. We're gonna break down UFC Atlantic City, and that's what we do. I do breakdowns on my channel. I give you guys my bets, just like Pick'em here, kind of follow in the footsteps. So yeah, man. Hope you guys like the content. Check out my channel. Shout out to Pick'em, man. As always.
Let's go, bro. I'm glad you made it here. Let's go. We got Latrell Spencer in the house. Let's go, Latrell Spencer. Now you're first, bro. I mean, I was just talking to my boy Chris here earlier, but you're first in the live stream. Let's go. We got Parker the Perger going in here. Darius, bro, you gotta stop trolling me, Darius. You fucking Darius, like you gotta stop trolling me. I'm gonna have to fucking ban your ass if you keep trolling.
What he said.
Yeah, you gotta chill out, Darius. I'm not even gonna read his messages anymore. We
Oh,
got TG in
word.
here. Let's go TG. Let's go TG. Um, Grimy, we got Grimy in here too. What's good with you, Grimy?
Yo, what's up, Grimy? What's up?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking time him out already. We don't need this guy in the live stream. I mean, in the chat. All right, let's go over it, guys. So we're gonna go over the full card breakdown for UFC Atlantic City. We got 14 total fights. I'm really hoping that all these 14 fights stay on the card. We don't have any cancellations. We don't have any like weight misses this week.
Yeah,
We didn't
man.
have any weight misses last week, right? I don't think anyone missed weight last week. Thankful. Thank
Um,
God.
that I can think of off the top of my head, no, I don't think so.
All right, so let's go over it, guys. So full card breakdown here. First fight on the card, we're gonna be starting with my boy Angel Pacheco. It breaks my heart that I'm picking against my boy Angel Pacheco here. It really does. But I mean, he
Hmm.
shouldn't be this big of underdog. I mean, that's what I will say about him. This dude is a really good boxer. Has really clean, like had decent takedown defense. He did get taken on twice with against Danny Silva. Gave up 2 takedowns in that fight. Lauren is going to be the much better wrestler. I think that's what the odds are the way they are right now. Personally, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
parlaying Lauren here. I sprinkled on Pacheco money line, like actually got him at like plus 250. Now it's like plus 300. But I'm not crazy confident. Like this is a dogger pass betting wise. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. I like the over 2.5 rounds here. Lauren, I mean, he's knocked a couple of guys in Cage Warriors, showing power there. But I think Pacheco can hang in there. Like take Pacheco showed how tough he is. He's got a chin on him. He's not out there scared to trade in a firefight. He's gonna be right there in the pocket, swinging back. And I think once Pacheco crosses a couple of times, I think Lauren's gonna be not. He's not gonna go as wild for a finish as he normally will. If someone doesn't hit him back like with power punchers. But I
Hmm.
like Lauren here by this. I think he can probably mix in the takedowns here. So I'm gonna pick a Lauren here by decision. What do you think? And I know you don't like the Lauren side here, right?
Well, yeah, man. I don't, but simply because of the lines. Like I don't. For me. It's betting the line and like Colin Lawrence shouldn't have been a minus. I think he was like a minus 345 when I first saw it. So like I mean
Yeah.
against Angel Pacheco, like you said, he's a dog, man. He makes every fight. You saw that against Danny Silva. Danny Silva, I think, is a really big featherweight. We saw him miss weight at featherweight, and
Yeah, that was at 145.
Pacheco's
Yeah.
moving down. So I know Pacheco wasn't the biggest featherweight in that fight on Contender, so it looked like he could move down to bantamweight. And I did say it on my channel. If it's healthy for him, he might look really good here, like cardio wise too. Because Lauren, he like that grapple heavy game plan that he has can tire him out. I know he's a good grappler. He's heavy. When he does get the takedown, he's gonna have probably like a long and boring top control type of style to get a win here because he knows, he's 0-1 in the UFC and he needs a win. So I'm not expecting like you said, he's got some knockouts um on the regional scene, but I don't think he's gonna knock out Pacheco, and he's gonna have to utilize the takedowns in this fight. But I'm counting on Pacheco right now to defend those takedowns, man, because I do think that Pacheco is the better striker. Um, Watching those 3 rounds with Danny Silva, it's hard to say he's a good striker because he was getting
The
pieced up.
striking defense
But that
needs
was
work, bro. That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
the
I'm worried about. The
defense.
striking
It was
defense.
more the defense. That's what I was gonna say. Like the defense is what needs work. As far as offense, he was having some moments in that fight. So I think he's
Yeah.
gonna have some moments in this fight. If he can keep it standing, then Pacheco is the better striker, and that's why I'm going with him to get it done, man. Right now, I might have to see how they look on the weigh-ins. Like I said, if it's healthy for Pacheco, then we might see Pacheco get it done by decision. If he doesn't look good on those scales, you might see a pick flip from me because I
I
know
mean, for
Caleb.
betting the dog side, I would
Yeah,
just take the
man.
money line. Like money line's plus 300 for. I mean, dog or pass. I'm not betting color in that minus 350 or minus 400. It's almost minus 400 by fight night. I think it'll be like minus 500, minus 400. I mean, so
Yeah, man.
yo, let's see what the
That's
chat thinks. We got Anakin. He was good. Anakin Skywalker. Anakin said Bakatona versus Jesse Butler. Jesse Butler still in the UFC. I thought he got cut from the UFC, but I guess he only
Brad
lost one fight
Katona
in the
too.
UFC,
What are
right?
they both doing there?
To yeah, they're both on they're both coming off losses. I think Jesse Butler's coming off that loss to
Yeah,
the who was it
I think he's only
40-year
one.
old Jim Miller. Yeah, Jim Miller. I think he lost to Jim
Yeah, he
Miller
only
back in the
lost
old.
his debut fight.
He took that on short notice too. I remember, right? That was on short notice. I think we got Bill Fay here. What's good, Bill Fay? We got Andrew the goat in here. Andrew said, "Hey, pick him. I can't hear you. My
What's
phone
up,
is shit
Andrew?
tonight." Let's go, Andrew. Aniga said I got Laura in here. I mean, I'm picking Laura in here. Like I'm definitely cheering for Pacheco. Like Pacheco's my boy, so I hope that he gets it done here. Like honestly, I wouldn't be mad to get this pick wrong. I'd be fucking happy to be honest. I was
Who do
thinking
you
about
think is the
picking
better
Pacheco.
striker?
I mean, I think Pacheco will land more output out there. Like he's a better, like he'll land some body rips, like body shots. I think Lauren probably has more power. Like can probably land more damaging shots. And I think
Right,
Lauren's
right.
gonna wrestle here. I think he can wrestle here. Pacheco,
Yeah.
like he's a good grappler. Pacheco's not a bad grappler. Like you can definitely look for a submission, right? If Lauren gets lazy with his ground game and leaves his
Yeah,
neck open or like gives up his back.
when when he got Lapalus down, he didn't have like I mean Lapalus was able to find his way up too, so I don't know. I don't know. This is a really close fight for him to be a minus 345, I think. I don't think he's gonna
Yeah,
look like a
I don't
minus.
agree with the odds. But
Yeah,
Lapillus
he's
has
not
like
gonna
what
look
20
like that
fights.
for sure.
Lapillus is actually kind of underrated. I think Lapillus is not terrible. I bet on Lapillus
No, yeah,
over
he's
Lauren in
underrated
that
for
one.
sure. Yeah.
And I remember a lot of people were picking lower in that one. He's like he's undefeated coming in against. He got Lapillus down a couple of times, so it's not like he didn't get takedowns. He got takedown almost every single round. He just kind of
Yeah.
got picked apart at range. Like Lapillus is actually not a bad striker from outside. So I mean that's what happened in that one. But I really hope that Angel can get a win here, and I want him to make some money at the UFC in the UFC. Like he's a really chill dude. I did an interview with him like back when I had like 100 subs I think on the channel. So like, bro, I like Angel here. I hope he gets it done. Dogger pass for betting wise, I wouldn't really parlay Lauren.
Right.
He hasn't proven
Dogger
enough to
pass.
parlay
Yeah,
him at
man.
this line. If he was minus 200, like I'd probably put him in a parlay maybe, but minus 350 just way too wide, bro. Like he hasn't shown that he can throw a lot. I'd put out there. Maybe this is the fight. I mean, he's only what 27 years old, so you gotta expect him to make improvements, right? But I think a lot of these guys are Ireland are kind of overrated. Like a couple of them, like look at Reese McKee. Like I think Reese McKee's kind of overrated too. But yeah, I mean, I'm not that high on these Ireland guys, but I think he's got the style to get it done here over Pacheco. But I wouldn't be shocked if
Yeah.
Pacheco pulls something off here. I don't mind
Reese
over 2.5.
McKee
I mean,
and
over 2.5 is honestly not bad.
we're gonna be
Go
talking
ahead.
about Reese McKee very soon.
Yeah, Reese McKee.
Another one.
I mean, Pacheco is like plus 300, so just the line's way too disrespectful for Pacheco here. Over one and a
That's what
half.
I'm
I like
saying.
over 1.5 here. Over 1.5 minus
Oh yeah.
182. I think that's a good parlay piece over 1.5.
That's a parlay piece. Yep. for sure.
Because even though Pacheco like got rocked early against Danny Silva, like but Danny Silva has some clean. He's got some power. Right? He rocked Kuleba also in the first round. So Lauren, I
Yeah,
think Lauren's gonna
yeah,
wrestle here early, but yeah, I think it goes over 1.5.
yeah.
What do you think about the over one
The
and a half?
under 2.5 on the Ebo fight that you called out. I took that one, that parlay
Yeah,
with
I got that in a parlay, right? Like I was gonna go with under. I also got the money on the under 1.5, but it's not in a parlay. I don't trust the under 1.5 in a parlay, but I think that fight goes under.
no,
But I
yeah,
took the over under 2.5 just to be safe. Yeah, I don't.
nice, nice.
I like I like this one to go over. I think it goes. I mean, I don't mind Lauren by decision and then Pacheco money line. Like you can bet both sides there. Like the only way you're gonna lose money if Pacheco ends up getting finished, and I don't think he's gonna get finished out there. Like I think Lauren by decision is a plus 250, and Pacheco money line you can bet both of them, and you're still gonna make money at the end. But definitely risky. But I think Pacheco's durability will hold up. Um, I liked over 2.5. I think over it goes over 2.5. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it goes over
I
two and a
agree
half either way.
for sure. Yeah, because
Let's see what the
Cowlin's gonna wrestle, and Angel's making his debut off Contender. That's a good call. Over 2.5 for sure.
plus money too. Like it was close to even money early in the week, so there's some money coming in on the under 2.5. We got
Yeah, I
Luis in
guess
here.
people
What's
think,
up, Luis? Luis said the
what's
two
up?
leg parlay you posted cash in. Yeah, I hope that one cashes. I'm kind of worried. Like I don't know why people are betting on the Dumas side. Like I really don't get it, but whatever. I guess. Uh, Andrew said it's cold and sunny for a bit here. We got Darius with another fucking ALT con. This dude has got unlimited fucking ALT cons. Give it a fucking rest, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, I can't do anything on my side to help you out with that, man.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep putting in
Hopefully the
timeouts.
mods gotta.
Yeah. I mean Danny Silva actually got it done, right? Like good on fucking Danny Silva. Like Danny Silva was I mean that last two Danny Silva was not aging horrible for Pacheco, right?
No, not at all.
Grammy said
That's
in
what I'm
his
saying.
yeah.
And him missing weight, I think that even shows that he took on a pretty big guy, so he could take some shots. And Cowlin is a 35er for sure. So, maybe he can eat shots from a 35 or even better. But then you also got to take into account the weight cut. So I don't know. There's a lot of implications in this fight that
Yeah.
we're just gonna have to see.
We got Grammy in here. Grammy said odds these days are like grocery store prices way inflated for shit you want. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the odds are way too crazy. Probably because
Yeah,
Pacheco's coming off
especially
the last Sunday Night Contender Series. I think that's why the odds are the way they are. But yeah, because Lauren hasn't improved any, like he hasn't improved anything to be a minus 350. But I still got to
no.
pick him because of wrestling, and he's younger, so he's gonna make improvements. But this is the fight that where Pacheco can bounce back for sure. But yeah, let's move on to the next one now. Next fight on the card. My pick's gonna be Lauren by decision, and Chris is gonna go with the Pacheco. Are you gonna go by decision or by KO?
Pacheco by decision. By decision. I think he's
Pacheco
gonna
by
have to
decision. I
defend a
mean,
lot of
that's honestly
takedowns.
not
So
bad luck. I think that's
yeah, he
like
might
plus
even lose
600.
a round. I see him losing a round as well, for sure.
Pacheco by decision is plus 600, so not a terrible call there. A lot of plus money. I mean, if you're gonna bet the dog, you might as well take the money line plus 300, just in case he gets something, some type of crazy finish at the end. But let's move on to the next one. You want to take over this next one, Chris?
Yeah, for sure, man. Andre Petroski taking on Jacob Malkoun. We got a middleweight matchup here. So I said it on my channel with the picks video. These two are gonna meet each other very well with their strengths. Jacob Malkoun, he's been known for putting out snooze fest out there, grappling, wrestling a lot, but the jujitsu, not a lot. He prefers position over submission. He's a guy who's gonna, like I said, he's gonna deliver that snooze fest to get a W. He doesn't care if you boo him. He's fought in front of a crowd in Australia because he's Robert Whitaker's training partner. So he's fought in Australia plenty of times. He doesn't mind the crowd booing him. This guy, he's a heavy wrestler. The striking, there's a lot to be desired there. The striking, I'd even say Petroski is the better striker here. And that's where I think, if we're going to see a finish here, it would be on the Petrosky side. Um, Petrosky a lot better with jujitsu as well. We've seen him work some finishes off his back and some finishes on top control. So he's very dangerous. Petrosky, what I do worry about is his cardio. That's the one thing here. And Malkoun, I know he can wrestle for 15 minutes. So Malkoun, if he does get a takedown in this fight, that position over submission style might take over, and that's what I'm worried about. I think he's gonna win uh the second and third rounds, and Petrosky might, get up from the first few takedowns in the first round and might even give him a problem on the feet. But I think as the fight progresses, Petrosky doesn't really have the finishing power unless he hits you with something that you don't see. So that's going to be a challenge. And I got to go with the guy who has better cardio, position over submission style, and that's Jacob Malkoun. I think he's going to get it done by decision, man. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I was leaning towards Petrosky's side, but the more I think about it, bro, the cardio, like I went back and rewatched the fight he had with GM3, and GM3 was looking phenomenal on the field. Like GM3 is not a bad good striker. I don't think GM3 is even. I don't know how GM3 ever knocked down Bruno Silva. Like I'm still shocked from that one. Like I had money on Bruno Silva, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Because he
Yeah,
knocked down
dude.
Bruno Silva and clubbed him later. Like maybe because I was at elevation, maybe that kind of impacted like GM3's I mean Bruno Silva's cardio. But yeah, like I'm gonna go with Malkoun too. I think the wrestling and the pace, the forward pressure, the boxing is gonna get it done probably. But I mean, I was leaning towards the dog here, but I just can't trust his cardio. Like these guys out of that gym, they train out of what's it called again? Yeah, Renzo Gracie, Philly. They've been taking L's after L's this year, bro. Like I mean, Pat Sabatini, I mean Petrosky. I mean,
Yeah.
losing to Michelle Per, honestly, no shame in that one. Like Michelle
No,
Per
no.
is a
And he took
local
it on
fighter,
short notice.
185. Yeah, took that on like
Yeah.
what less than a week's notice. So
Yeah.
he's definitely dangerous. Has the more finishing ability here in the first round and a half. Once it goes past a round and a half, I think Malkoun probably can just wrestle him down. Um, and Malkoun got what 17 takedowns on Brandon Allen. Like that's not easy. Brandon Allen's not a bad grappler.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
Brandon Allen's got holes in his game. I was watching tape on Brandon Allen like last night, and I was like, dude, Brandon Allen's striking is so stiff, bro. I'm
Yeah, he's
thinking
getting
about
better,
picking
man.
Chris Curtis in that one, but he's getting better. But still, when he doesn't get takedowns, he's pulling guard over Chris Curtis in that one too. Like he got like
Chris
one
Curtis
takedown
got
and
it
full
done
guard.
once before. You wouldn't be
Yeah,
crazy to pick him.
yeah, like
So,
that's gonna be a good fight next week too. And like Allen's a pretty big favorite in that one. But yeah, Malkoun, like I think he probably could have won that fight over Brandon Allen because he had more takedowns. He got outstruck by like 10 significant strikes in that one though. But I think that's what the judges lean towards Allen. But yeah, I
yeah,
like
close fight.
Malkoun. Odds are kind of wide, but I think Malkoun gets it done. I actually put
Yeah,
Malkoun in long shot parlay, like for like crazy long shot parlay with a couple of other legs that we'll talk about later. But yeah, I think Malkoun gets it
nice.
done with the cardio, with the pace, the pressure, with the landing more. He's gonna have the better moments in almost every at the end of almost every single round. He's gonna be
Yeah,
the one
and
winning moments at the end. Yeah, I think Malkoun gets it done by decision. I mean, he did show good ground and pound over Brandes, but
right, right. I
maybe
was
he can
gonna
get a
say
finish
that.
here too. Yeah,
I
I
was gonna
mean,
say
can
that.
he get a
Yeah,
finish
he
here?
he
I
showed a
wouldn't be
lot
shocked if he
better.
gets a finish.
He showed more intent to get a finish in his last one for sure. But I don't know. I think Brundage. Do you think he tried to find a way out? Because I don't know.
I think
Brundage looked
he was
okay.
looking for a way out. Yeah, he was. I didn't bet
He
on
looked
that
all
fight.
right.
Thank God I didn't bet on that fight. I was actually thinking about taking Brandes round one. It was like plus 1,000. I just didn't take it. I was like, I don't know. I should have took it because that DQ
Nah.
like paid up pretty well. But yeah,
Yeah. It should have been a no contest too. I don't know. It was weird. It was all weird.
yeah, I don't know. Brandes like it's tough trusting Malkoun though because his fight IQ sometimes. Yeah, I mean Petrosky, like the first round is gonna be tricky because Petrosky is really dangerous with the submissions. He's got like anaconda chokes, like a lot of different variety of submissions. But Makoon's been in there against some decent grapplers like Brandon Allen. I don't think he's gonna be in any danger, and I think he's the better
Nah,
strike.
yeah.
I actually think Makoon's a better striker. I think he's the better boxer. I don't think he's
Oh
got
wow.
more power than Petrosky. I don't think he's got more power, knockout power than Petrosky, but I think he can like
No, no.
probably better has better technique. on the feed. So I'm gonna take Malkoon by decision, but I got the money line in a long shot parlay that I did for this week. I'll probably post that later. It's not like something crazy, but just for just for fun. It's like a 5-6 leg parlay just for fun. But yeah, I was gonna put Malkoon by decision in the long shot parlay. But then I'm like, maybe you can finish Podolski because Podolski almost looked like he was getting finished in that TM3 fight in the third round. He was so tired, bro. He was so fucking tired. Like
Dude,
he was
that's yeah, and
absolutely
that's the
gassed.
concern going into this fight too. So I don't know. I think Malkoon,
Yeah, I
if
had
he
money on Podolski, and I was like that fight could have gone either way. I'm thankful that one judge scored that, two judges scored it for Podolski because he got the knockdown in the second round. Yeah, that third round was like really fucking suspect, bro. His Podolski's card, he was so suspect.
right, right.
McCone gets it done, I think, dude.
Yeah, I'm going with Malkoon. We got Stormy in here. I see Stormy in the chat. What's up,
Let's go,
Stormy?
Stormy. Stormy said, yes, I'm not missing out on this collab. Let's fucking go, boys. You two are back at it again. Yeah, we gotta continue this collab, bro. We'll keep it going.
Oh
Stormy
yeah,
said, I
man.
remember Makun ruining people's parlay when he lost last time. I didn't have him parlayed. I actually told people not to bet him at minus 500. It was actually minus 700. Like I just had a bad feeling of Makun. But I think he can get this done. I mean, he should have won that fight too. That should have been a no contest at the very most. But I think Brenda's kind of milking it. He kind of milked that. He was milking that. I mean DQ. But yeah. Aniga said Makoons would be fighting Bo right now. Yeah, yeah. I would be way
That would
better
be
test for Bo Nickel.
that's a good call. Yeah, man. I would rather see that over Cody Brundage, that's for sure. Brundage didn't deserve that one.
Yeah,
But
I mean, Brenda's gonna get cooked out there. I think Brenda's definitely live. He's dangerous. Brenda's not a bum in the first round. He's definitely dangerous. But Bo Nickel's gonna start him, and I'm not even gonna bet Bo Nickel minus 1,500 right now, 15,000 right now. Something crazy. Odds are way too
yeah,
crazy. I'd probably sprinkle
yeah,
Brenda's round one. I mean, Brenda's always live for round one. Something crazy, right? I mean, round one
yeah.
Brenda's is never a bad bet. Like,
I if they ever ran it back with Malkoon and Brundage, I think Malkoon beats him like 9 times out of 10, honestly.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the odds were right. It just disqualification. I mean, that was unfortunate. Malkoon, it was
Yeah.
Malkoon's fault though. He was hitting him in the back of the head with elbows, so it was his fault.
Right, right.
You can't even
Nah,
blame
yeah.
Brandes
What can
for
you
that
do?
one. I mean, Brandes was definitely milking it. It wasn't that terrible, right? Like he could have definitely recovered. Took maybe 5 minutes to recover,
That's what
but
I'm saying. Yeah. You
yeah.
know, there
I
might I
mean,
was thinking about making a video because this is becoming a trend now. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully it doesn't become a trend. Hopefully we don't got to start making videos on this.
yeah. And you said Cody quit versus Dumas and Malkoon. Yeah, Cody pulled like 5 guillotine chokes over Dumas. Basically, gave that fight over to Dumas. I actually bet on Cody Bundes in that one. One of the worst bets I've ever made. Um,
Oh
I'm just
man,
gonna
you bet.
stop betting on Cody Bundes fights from now on.
Yeah, I've never put $1 on that, man. I can't.
He should have won over Dumas if he just didn't gas out and give up like takedowns every single fight, every single round. He gave up takedowns every
Dude,
single round.
anybody that got $1 on Dumas this weekend is joking with themselves, man. Just
I mean, a
joking.
lot of
Like if
money
you,
is coming in Damas, man. I mean, a lot of
it's
money is coming in
crazy.
Damas. I
It's
mean, my
crazy.
Twitter's all over Damas this week, so I guess we're gonna find out, man. I think Druzy Boy was that fucking dude, but I guess we're gonna find out soon enough. So yeah, I'm picking
Yeah.
Malkoon by decision too. I think Malkoon gets it done by decision. Up next, we have Melissa Gato taking on Victoria Dudokova. And this is a tricky fight, man, because obviously Melissa Gato is the way better grappler, fought the way better competition. She's had what like a couple of fights in the UFC, 5 fights. I mean, she's got 4 fights at the UFC level. She's got work like see how striker Lipsky, Ariane Lipsky. Even though I did pick Lipsky that one, I mean it was a close fight. I thought Lipsky was landing the bigger shots, was defending takedowns, and was she kind of rocked Gato a couple of times in that fight. So I think that was the right scorecard there. But I mean, the odds I had Gato winning that fight. Odds were like minus 350 for Gato in the third round. So I guess a lot of people weren't seeing the fight the way I was seeing it. Maybe because I was biased and I had money on Lipsky, so I was like, maybe I think Lipsky's. I was happy with the decision there, of course. But yeah, I mean, Lipsky's actually looked really good recently too. She's really
Yeah.
been working on that ground game of hers, and she got a submission for us last time to over O'Neal, and I was on the right side there. But yeah, I mean, Tracy Cortez, Agato was actually taking down Tracy Cortez. That's not a bad not a bad loss at all. And Cortez was getting some reversals, getting some takedowns of her own, and just kind of won the fight with the striking and the grappling. But yeah, these two losses are not terrible, so I get why Gato's favorite here. But Dudakova, like, she's moving up a weight class here, so maybe this is why the odds are the way they are. But Dudakova, like, her striking has been looking improved, right? She went out there, got a knockdown on Jinyu Frey. Obviously, not the best competition, right? Jinyu Frey is not all that good. She's like
No.
50 years old now, so.
Yeah, she was like
And I mean, yeah,
50.
she's like
That's
50
right.
years old. But yeah, Dudakova, like, I don't think she was expecting Jinyu Frey to take her down. So that's why Jinyu Frey shot a takedown in the second round. She got rocked at the end of the first round.
And
Came back in the
Jinyu
second
Frey's
and
an
still
atom
shot a
weight,
takedown.
you know?
Yeah, Jinyu Frey, she's not atom. No way
She's a
she's atom
tiny.
weight, right?
She that's
She's
where she had
fucking jacked,
majority
bro.
that's where she had majority of her like success in her career was at atom
She's
weight.
jacked though. She doesn't. I don't know how she's making atom weight, bro. She's ripped. Jinyu Frey is fucking ripped. Jinyu Frey's got some power too. He just he's old and slow now. So I mean, this win over Maria Silva, like she was able to grapple Maria Silva, so that was not a bad. That was a good win for her. She's been fighting okay
Right. She was
competition. It's
injured
not
too.
terrible, right? Yeah. Who Maria Silva was injured?
No, Dudakova. I think like at the end of
Oh
that
yeah, yeah.
first round,
Dudakova,
something
yeah,
was
yeah.
going
She
on with
was
her
injured in
knee.
that one, and she had a staph infection
Yeah.
in Jinyu for a fight. I
Yeah.
feel like
She
Jinyu. I feel like Dudakova can win this based on the output alone, like striking. Gato is not a bad striker. She's probably got more power and probably. I mean, this is a coin flip fight in my opinion. I'm taking a dog here as a coin flip fight. Gato can definitely like go out there and just fucking ragdoll her with the grappling, right? But I think Dudakova is not a bad grappler either.
yeah.
But this fight really didn't tell us anything. This Stella Nunes fight, I think, yeah, I think Dudakova shot a takedown on her and broke her. Nunes broke her arm. So that we really didn't get to find out much. I actually picked Stella Nunes in that one. I was like, Stella Nunes can outstrike her in the feed because Dudakova striking wasn't looking all that clean before this fight. Jinyu Frey. Um, I don't know. I think this fight could go either way. I'm gonna go with Dudakova by decision. I think this could be a close fight, but I'm not like this is a really low confidence pick, and this one I'm not like crazy confident. I know she's
Yeah.
undefeated, but she hasn't fought someone like Gato, so I get why people are picking Gato, like why the odds are favoring Gato here because she's proven more at the UFC level. But this fight versus Jared Eubanks, I mean, Jared Eubanks is a 500 level fighter. Leonardo Santos is like one of the genius fighters at the WMMA. This win over Carol Hosa is not bad. I mean, Carol Hosa looked phenomenal out there with against Irina Donna. So tough fight for Dudakova, but I feel like she can get this done. I'm sure a lot of people don't feel the same way here. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, man. You know what? I was going with Gato in this matchup to begin with. But after I've been hearing a couple things. So like she took some time off before she came into the UFC because she had some like USADA issues. So I didn't actually know about that, prior to me making that pick. And like I don't know if that had to do with how she's been performing or something like that, but now there's no USADA. I don't know. So I don't know what is going on, but there could be something there. But or there could be nothing. I went with Gato uh in my picks video because I do think, this is women's MMA. You don't see a lot of, unfortunately, these women's MMA fighters. They come in with that if they have a good game plan, which is like if they're strong at jujitsu, that's usually what they stick to going forward. But Melissa
Yeah,
Gatto, she's been known for a good grappler. She's been improving in her striking, and that's why she's going to decision with Cortez. That's why she's going to decision with Lipsky. I think when you see that out of, like I said, women's MMA, it's hard to see that. Like, someone who's willing to step out of their comfort zone and start learning more. So that's why I was going with Melissa Gatto. I think we're only seeing her improve. She's not like really old or anything like that.
it's only
So
20 years old, so I get
so
I get
much
what
more
you're talking
experience, and Dudakova, we haven't seen her full potential. So like, on Contender Series, she was hurt after that first round. And then at the
Staph
in her
infection,
last fight
yeah.
against
For
Jimmy
for, for
Frey,
Victor Henry,
the
bro.
staph
For Victor
infection.
Henry. Remember after Victor Henry, after that fight, Dudukova was fucking got taken down. She had that staph
Yeah,
infection.
yeah.
Victor Henry was on the fucking canvas, rubbing his face all over for fucking Victor Henry. But I feel bad for the guy. Yeah,
Nah, that's
did you not
crazy.
fucking notice
Wait,
that?
was
That
that
was
the
crazy.
one when they got
Abu
called
Dhabi
off,
card.
Victor
That was
Henry?
Abu Dhabi card. Yeah. Remember Victor Henry got kicked in the cup.
Against Javid Bashra, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's another guy who looked for a way out. That's what I was saying, man. I don't know. These guys, they're funny, man. But yeah, Dudakova, we haven't seen her full potential, and that sucks. It sucks to say that. So I don't know. It's hard to really pick her here or even bet on any of these two. So yeah, it's low confidence. I'm gonna go with Melissa Gatto. I think I'm just going with experience here. I'm leaning on somebody who's always shown improvement in every fight, and that's what I like to see out of a fighter. So yeah, Melissa Gatto is my pick right now. Extremely low confidence. I'm
Yeah,
not betting
it's a fair
on this
pick. I
fight.
was thinking about picking Gato too, but I actually like improvements from Dudukova, but she can definitely get ragdolled in this one because moving up a weight class. I mean, Dudukova is not the biggest girl for at strawweight either, so we're gonna see how she fills into that 125 frame here. But yeah, TG said Clint has a 5 unit max on a Dumas sharp or square. I guess we're gonna find out in a couple of days right from now on.
Yeah, I
But I
seen
know
that. I seen that.
a lot of people are betting on a lot of people are betting on Demas, bro. I mean, I actually bet on Demas his last fight. I bet on him on his Dana White Contender Series 5 when he fought that guy that's fighting in Octagon right now. I think he fights in Octagon right now. I can't remember his name right now, but
In his
he's
last
like a
fight,
striker.
Dumas.
No, the guy that he fought on Dana White Contender Series.
Oh, oh,
Um, I can't remember his name, but he fights in Octagon right now. We're probably gonna see him at the UFC soon. But yeah, I don't know. Demas is
okay.
not dangerous anywhere. If you're not finishing a Jaitar who's like 1 round cardio, I don't know. I don't know.
No,
I'm not
and
sold on Demas. He's still
you
green.
know, he did an interview. He said he spent 70% of his camp, unfortunately, in
He's also
in
dealing
uh
with some
in,
stuff right
in
now, right?
jail.
Demas, he got
He
arrested.
did like
Remember, he got
70%
arrested.
of his camp in jail.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much training you can really do. He literally said that
Nate
himself,
Brown
his
in here.
words.
Let's go, Nate Brown.
So
Yeah, I know. I heard. I watch his Instagram lives. Like sometimes he does live streams on Instagram. So I watched those
yeah,
couple of
yeah,
to see where he's at mentally. He's got a lot of stuff he's dealing with right now. Nate Brown, we got Nate Brown. What's good, Nate Brown? He said, there's definitely a few sketchy and trustworthy favorites this week. Definitely choosing my spots very carefully. Gotta keep my bankroll right for UFC 300. Yeah, exactly, bro. I agree with you.
yeah,
300 is where you're gonna make money. Pay per views, we've been doing pretty well in pay per views this year. The only pay per view that I did terrible was UFC 27. I trusted a lot of my Canadian fucking homies, and like every time I pick against Canadian guys, and they always go out there and win. When I pick them to win, they can't fucking get a win. Like, I'm just gonna lay off the Canadian fucking prospects now. And he said, let's go Russian girl. Yeah, Dudukova by staph infection. But yeah, it's he's
let
gonna
me
get
know.
there.
Let me know what the chat thinks of Jim Miller for UFC 300, man. I like
Yeah,
Jim
Jim
Miller.
Miller, bro.
His,
Like, I think he's got a legit chance of getting done. Let's see if the people agree in the chat. We
I
got
parlayed
Landon.
him with
And,
Wei Lee
what's good,
already.
Landon? He said, who the F is this guy? It's Chris Moreau, bro. He's got his own YouTube channel. He's starting up a YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go drop a sub to our boy Chris here. It's the channel's pinned below in the on the live stream. Robert
Yeah,
said,
what
what's
up,
good, Robert
Landon?
Gerard? Let's go. He said, hey, pick him brace for a. Let's go, Robert. What's going on with you, Robert? Landon said, which one is the channel owner? Yeah, the one on my channel. You're on my channel right now. Yeah, so I think we're both live streaming right now. So he's live streaming right now too from his channel. So you can watch it on either channel. Robert said, pick him as the non-hat guy. Yeah, I don't have a hat on, but I'll probably fucking start putting the hat back on. My hair's getting longer, but yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna get a haircut soon. I gotta make a hat for the with the Pick'em MMA. You know how you have one for your channel,
Yeah,
FightRealm. Yeah,
man.
I gotta make one of
You got to
those
be
for my
official,
channel
man.
too. It's fucking sick, bro. Landon said, okay, cool. Stormy said, Rigo the legend. Yeah, I appreciate the rate, Rigo. Let's fucking go, Rigo. Aniga said, pick Darkstar. What's good, Darkstar? He said, dude, Koba's so fine. I really don't care about the booty bumps. Bro, I mean, staph. If I'm good on that, bro, I'm good
I
on
don't know
fucking.
about that
I
one.
don't want to deal with the fucking girl with staph infection down there. I'll take it easy.
Yeah,
Um,
she don't
Robert,
shower.
Yeah, I mean that's fucking nasty. He was okay with this. He was actually told everyone on the mic. He's like after the fight, so like I had satisfaction down there. Like that's why I didn't
Yeah, she
perform to
could
my
have kept that
ability.
to
Like
herself, man.
yeah, I don't
She
think we
could have
needed
kept
to know
that.
that.
If she wouldn't
I
have
think she's
said nothing, we
frustrated
all
that
would have
she didn't
had a
get a
different
finish. I think she's
thoughts.
frustrated that she couldn't get a finish out there. I think that's what probably she's probably trying to justify it later.
Right,
But yeah, I
right.
mean, what do you think about the over 2.5 in this one? I think this goes over 2.5, right?
Oh yeah.
Do
Oh,
you
for
think
sure.
Ngato's
I
life for
don't see.
submission here?
I think Gato. She. That's the thing about her is she ends up like pulling guards sometimes because she's confident in her jujitsu too much. So
Yeah, I think he goes over. I
and
think he goes
then
to this. Fight goes to this
and then
minus 175. I don't mind that.
yeah, yeah. Dudakova doesn't mind laying on top of her for a round, so I could definitely see this fight going over 2.5 for sure.
Yeah, they're both not as dangerous. I mean, Gato's definitely life for submission. If he just way too physical out there for Dudakova. I think Dudakova can hang in the grappling exchanges with Gato. I like this fight to go the distance minus 175. Honestly, not bad for this fight to go the distance. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next, my pick's gonna be Dudakova by decision, and Chris is gonna go with the Gato by decision. So we're on different sides in the first couple of fights. I mean, the only fight that we were relying on was Malcolm by decision. So let's see how we do in the next
Yeah,
one.
man.
Ivo Aslan taking on Anton Tarkal. Do you want to take over this one, Chris?
Yeah, man. I'm actually, you know, I'm probably not gonna get to do a best bets video, but I've actually been considering doing
You used to
locking
do
up
one.
Ebo
You used
Aslan
to
for
do
lock
one.
of the week. I think minus 108 is what I got him at. Ebo Aslan, he's making his debut, but this is a rematch for him. So, you know, what better opportunity to make your debut against someone you already fought, right? And
Yeah, for
especially a
sure.
guy, if you guys watched the fight back, he was dominating. Okay. Anton Turkalj was doing the same thing he does now in the UFC. And he's really good at losing, guys. He's really good at taking punches. He's really good at not defending. And I'm trying to find like where he's really good at, in terms of like, I guess he's good at cardio.
Cardio. Yeah,
He's
that's what I was gonna say. The
cardio.
cardio. Yeah,
He could go 15
cardio. Yeah.
minutes. He could take punches for 15 minutes, guys. That's my opinion on Anton Turkalj. I don't think he's UFC caliber. I mean, he's 0-3 in the UFC. His best chance to get a win was against Vitor Petrino because Vitor Petrino was making his debut and he was undefeated. So there was a lot of questions there on whether, Vitor Petrino really faced any high level opponents. But now we can officially say, like, Anton Turkalj is not that guy who gave him a true test because he was having his way every way in that fight. He was landing some serious shots, popping Anton's head back more than a few times. And I'm surprised he didn't get him out of there. That's what I'm saying.
I
Props
mean,
to Anton. He can
Ebo
take
looked like a different fighter
punches.
in the second round, though. I'm worried about his cardio. That's the only thing I'm worried about with the
Yeah,
Ebo.
that's what it is. He can take punches for 15 minutes. And he was known for grappling coming into the UFC, but he's failed to get a takedown on his opponents. I mean, other than the Vitor Petrino one, I think he like reversed or something like that. But I don't know. Ibo
Yeah,
Aslan, the way better prospect. After losing to
I think
Anton
the UFC wants
Turkalj,
Ebo to win here too. They like his style.
yeah,
He's fun guy to watch too.
after losing to Anton Turkalj, no one was able to even take him another round. And granted, he's not fighting the best of opponents. I understand that, but he did get tested on Contender Series against a guy, with a decent record. So, and he was a lot more composed in that fight than what I saw on the fight against Anton Turkalj way back. He was much more composed. He knew that you got to be ready for 15 minutes when you're in a fight, especially against these higher level opponents. Making his debut, he's getting his chance to rewrite this loss, and I do think he's gonna get this one, man. I gotta go with Ebo Aslan to get this one done by finish here. I don't even think he's going to need the full 15, but
Yeah,
he's going to have to be ready for a full 15 because Anton is fighting for a contract here. This is his fourth fight on the contract. They normally don't do that, but he's done the UFC a lot of favors taking these short notice fights. So, we could see the best version of Anton, but I don't even think the best version of Anton beats Ibo Aslan, man. I gotta go Ibo Aslan by finish here.
Yeah, I mean he beat him first time though, so you can't say that the best version of Turkali can't beat him. But yeah, I mean if Ibo had better cardio, I think we would have knocked him out eventually, right in that first fight. He was
Yeah,
close to
yeah,
knocking him out. I don't know how, but Aslan like his cardio still hasn't been tested yet. So on that Dana White Contender Series fight, he got kind of rocked himself too against Renato Jr. Renato Jr. rocked him a couple of times, not like some. It wasn't close to knocking him out though, but Renato was landing some decent punches, but Ibo just kind of starched him though later. Yeah, I'm gonna go with
yeah.
Ibo too, but I'm not like crazy. I'm not as confident as you are on this one because Turkali, like his three losses are not terrible. We Tyson Pedro, I did bet on Tyson Pedro by round one in that one. Petrino, I bet on Petrino's spread minus 3.5. Then I don't think I bet on this one. Almeida fight, but yeah, Almeida he took that fight in short notice to be fair, so that was
Yeah,
not
and the
that was
Pedro
a tough
one.
matchup for the Pedro. But yeah, he took that on short notice too. Who was he supposed to? Who was Tyson Pedro supposed to fight in that one? I can't remember, but
Oh
yeah,
man, I don't remember, but I think
yeah, he didn't attempt any takedowns in that one, right? Tyson Pedro fight. He didn't attempt a single takedown in that one.
no, no.
But
He
we got
tried to
Landon with
stand
the
and
super
he tried to
chat.
stand with Tyson Pedro, man.
Yeah, yeah, he's trying to strike with him. Landon said Landon's talking about the last fight with Gato and Dudukova. So this fight is dedicated to nap time. Yeah, that's
Oh
fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
for
that's a
sure.
good fight to take a break on. Andrew said, "Still angry. Sorry, I'm in my rage tonight. You're good, Andrew. It's all good, brother." Raimi said, Darkstar, glad to see you haven't lost it all and still got internet access, bro. Um, and I said, Andrew, did you delete your videos, bro? Andrew, I thought you said you're gonna keep the videos up, right? But Robert said Pickham has mad stories. Um, okay, well, I'm so behind in chat again. Holy shit. All right, so yeah, I like the under 1.5 here. I think it goes under 1.5, but I got the under 2.5 runs in a parlay. Like I don't trust the under 1.5 for a parlay, but I got some money on the under 1.5 here too. Okay, here we go. So under 1.5 is minus. It was actually minus 125 if you got it in early in the week. It was minus 125 on Bet Online. And so all
Mm,
the 1.5 opened up at minus 125. I mean, the way Ebo fights, I don't think this is gonna go past the first round and a half. If Ebo's
yeah,
gonna
I
win, I
don't.
think Ebo's gonna win. And yeah, I think it goes under 2.5. I think I got the under 2.5 at like minus 360 or something in a parlay. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I got that in a parlay with the fighter we're gonna be talking about in a couple of fights. So I think all the unders are live here. I think this fight probably ends in the first round. I don't think Ibo's gonna rush in like the way he's doing in the first fight. I don't think he's gonna gas himself out. I mean, how old was he now? He was like what, 24
Yeah, he was super
years old,
young.
four
That's what
years.
I'm saying. I don't think that's why I said the best version of Anton doesn't beat him because I don't think we really seen the best version of Ibo Aslan. I think we're gonna see an even better Ibo on this Saturday. And that's why I was confident to parlay him this weekend too. I got him in a couple parlays myself.
I think
Yeah.
it's a good play at this line, to be honest. I think he's gonna get this back. Yeah, I don't mind the money line either. Minus 130 for Ibo. If you're gonna, I mean, if you're gonna bet Turkali, I would just live bet him because I think you can probably get a way better plus money number on Turkali if you see the tide turning towards Turkali and Ibo's getting tired. But I think Ibo's gonna get this done by first round TKO. What's the first round TKO?
Yeah, Stormy. No one
Ibo
named the Pleasure Man is winning a fight. That's for sure.
yeah.
I can't
I
even
mean,
pick a guy
I can't
named the
even
Pleasure Man,
fucking. I can't believe you named this up Pleasure, man. It's crazy.
man.
Evo by first. What's the Evo by first round kill? Evo
Yeah.
by inside of this is minus 105. I don't think he's gonna get a submission. Turkali KO is what I like here. Evo by KO plus 100. Might as well take the money line than taking the KO. But yeah,
Yeah, I didn't like the KO. I think Vegas is on to him. That's what I'm saying. I don't think this might be the like the next fight for Ebo. He might be like a minus 200. We don't know who he's gonna fight next, but these are some pretty good odds to get him at, especially against a guy like Anton Turgout who hasn't really shown us much.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get this done, bro. I don't think he's gonna gas out like last time. If he gasses out this time, I'm probably never gonna fucking bet on him. But
Yeah, he's a
I
fade,
think Ebo gets it done.
automatic
Yeah.
fade after
But
that.
yeah, I mean, Turkoli isn't dangerous, right? He's not dangerous early. He's not gonna like hit him with a power punch early or anything like that. He's only dangerous with his submission game, right? That's the only thing he's dangerous at with the takedown. But I think Ebo's just gonna catch him at the hook before Turkoli gets a takedown here. So we're gonna take Ebo here. Both gonna be on Ebo here by first round TKO. Take the money line. I think the money line is probably the best value here. And the under.
Yeah, man,
Under
for
two and a
sure.
half. I like that for parlay, and I like Ebo by money line -130. All right, let's move on to the next one.
What's up,
Um,
MMA clips?
Yo, let's go. We got MMA clips in here too. Let's go. Let's get MMA
Yeah,
clips. He
yeah,
said, what's up, FightRealm? We got Anakin in here. Anakin said Ebo lost to the Pleasure Man. Yeah, I mean, he was young back then. He was close to knocking him out though. He was really close to knocking him
yeah.
out. We
He
got
had that
Woken in here.
fight wrapped
Woken.
up,
Yeah,
but
if he just didn't
it
gas
is what
himself
it
out,
is.
I think he would have finished him. If he just stayed patient,
Oh
didn't
shit, we got
go
Vulcan in
all
here.
in
What
in the
up,
first
Vulcan?
round. Yeah, obviously Woken's rocking with his Dagestani boy.
Yeah, man. You
Tai
going
Tai,
with
we got Tai
Ebo?
Tai in here. Let's go Tai Tai. Said Pleasure Man gets cut after this one. Yeah, I think so too. I think the UFC trying to get Evo a win here in his UFC debut and build some hype on him. Um, I think I said I'm always worried
Yeah,
about
man.
people from the contender series. Yeah, I mean we had a lot of upsets from the Dana White contender series fighters this year, last year. I mean too. So I don't blame you guys for. I mean, but the line is not terrible. I mean, if it was like -200 here for Evo, I probably would stay away to be honest. But yeah, I like the. I mean, under 2.5. I really liked under 2.5. Like MMA clips that he said, I liked under 2.5 in the lower end fight, and I think he finishes Pacheco. You think he's gonna finish Pacheco? I
Wow.
don't know about that one. I like the under 2.5 in that one. Ebo fight. I think that's gonna go under 2.5 for sure. Ty said,
Yeah, I don't
I
know. I
could
think
beat you, but I have to change charge. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
MMA clips. We were talking about it earlier. MMA clips. If Pacheco could eat shots from Danny Silva up at featherweight, Cowlin, he's a true 35er. So I don't know. I don't know. We got to see how that weight cut looks for Pacheco tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's really going to tell the true
he's like,
story
isn't
tomorrow.
he 31 or 32 now, cutting down to 135?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
we'll
not a
see how
good
that one
look,
goes.
but we'll see.
Yeah, next let's talk about the next fight. Next fight on the card, it's gonna be Dennis Bajuka taking on Connor Matthews. And man, I'm gonna take Connor Matthews here. I'm not sold on Bazooka's game. Like I know he came in with a lot of hype because he trains at very Longo and Weidman MMA. Even though I watched a couple of his Dana White I watched his Dana White contender series fight with the Bagdasari and really couldn't get any takedowns. He was getting taken down himself. If I remember correctly, wasn't he getting taken down himself? If I may, I could be
Dennis,
off about that, but yeah, Bazooka. Damn, I took
his fight went to
the
decision. Right.
yeah, that fight Bagdasarian was just able to pick him apart from the outside. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not sold on Bazooka, man. I get why he's favorite here. He's coming in with the UFC experience. He fought some decent guys. I mean, the losses that he has are not terrible. I mean, Sean Woodson does a tough stylistic matchup, and yeah, I mean, took that fight on short notice also. So couldn't get a single takedown though. But Sean Woodson is a tough guy to get down to the ground with how long he is and how fucking big the dude is for a 145. Then Jamal Emmers like getting starts under a minute, but Jamal Emmers hasn't really shown power at the UFC level. I mean, he knocked
Yeah.
him out
Yeah.
with the first punch that he threw, right? Like I don't know.
Right. But
He's only 6 years old, so he's still really young, right? He's still really young, and but I'm just not sold on Bazooka. I don't know. I've been saying that for the whole week. I'm gonna take the underdog here, Connor Matthews. He's showed improvements as Dana White contender series fight. Came in as an underdog over Jair Farias, who's probably kind of overrated to be honest. But Connor Matthews was able to grapple him, able to strike him on the feet. Matthews is tough, bro. He's never been finished, right? He's never been finished. He did get his ass kicked by Marshall, but Marshall's not a bad striker on the feet.
no, not
Yeah,
bad at
give me the
all.
dog here. Connor Matthews. He's trains with Pacheco also. New England cartel with Rafa and those guys over there. Yeah, I mean he's a former Marine or special ops. So I think it's gonna be fucking tough out there, and I think this is gonna be a dog fight either way. It's gonna be a tough fight. I just like Connor Matthews striking a bit more than I like Bazooka striking.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, this is dog of the week, Connor Matthews, right here that we're talking about, man. This is gonna be a really good fight. I think, Dennis is a guy, like you said, he's coming off two losses, but he's coming off two losses to Jamal Emmers and Sean Woodson. And just to elaborate a little bit more on what Pick'em said, these guys, they did have some UFC experience prior to fighting Dennis. So I think, Dennis, as far as experience, he was outmatched in both of those fights. And,
Yeah,
height and reach was definitely also an issue in both of those fights. So Connor Matthews, to go from Sean Woodson and Jamal Emmers to Connor Matthews is kind of like trying to find a middle ground for this guy in terms of level of competition. I think that's what the UFC is doing here.
yeah,
And but before this matchup with Connor Matthews and Jamal Emmers and Sean Woodson on the regional scene, he was fighting cans, man. Honestly, if you look at some of the records of these guys, they were like 7-7, 6-4, 9-5, 7-5. So there's really no in between to judge him here in terms of like fighting competition wise. So I really don't know how he's going to look, you know, against someone who's going to meet him right at his level. And Conor Matthews, we saw against Francis Marshall, he lost, but he went all the way to decision, and there was just no quit in that guy. And
yeah,
in his very last one on Contender, he took on a guy from the Fighting Nerds camp. He was at a height and reach disadvantage. The guy had like a bunch of
yeah.
finishes
Fries is
on
a
his
big dude,
record.
big Brazilian dude.
Yeah, he had a bunch of finishes on his record. I mean, he had Kyle Wahalio on his corner. I mean, it was clear that, Connor was the dog in that one. And he was able to get it done, man. He was able to get it done by decision. He made it a dog fight in there as well. He landed some shots. He had some moments on the feet, and he had some takedowns in that fight. The second round, he got a big takedown that just a bunch of control time as well. I do think he can get takedowns in this fight. I think he's gonna make it more of a dogfight than Dennis. And Dennis, he's got a little bit of quit in him because, like you said, Jamal Emmers, he hasn't really been known for
Yeah,
that
I
finishing
had the over
power.
2.5 rounds in that one with the parlay with Jared Gordon, and damn, bro, I did not see this Bazooka guy getting knocked out in the first minute. That
Yeah,
was
exactly,
crazy.
exactly. So I don't know. We shall see this Saturday, but I do think they're gonna match their styles very well. So over 2.5 might be something you can look at in this fight, in my opinion. And I do think I got to go with Connor Matthews, the newcomer, to get this one done by decision, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it goes
So
over
we're
two and a
both
half.
we both got a dog pick in this one.
Matthews has some
Yeah.
slick back takes though. His grappling is not no joke though. I know he hasn't fought like the crazy competition out there, but his grappling is not terrible. If he gets on Bazooka's back, man, he can definitely like look for a rear naked choke. But I think he goes the distance. Both you guys are really green still. But I think he goes the distance. So I get why Bazooka's favorite here because he's coming in with UFC experience. But I mean, I'm not even gonna look at Jamal Emmers fight as UFC experience because that was like 49 seconds overall. Like,
Yeah, it was quick.
yeah, that
It was
was
quick.
quick first in that one. But yeah, let's talk over some chat. Let's see what the chat thinks. Wilkin said, Evo is in training camp for 9 weeks, training with Strickland mainly. Bro, has he really been training with
That's
Strickland?
what
That's
I want
fucking
to hear,
sick.
man. That's good.
I didn't
That's
even know
good.
that. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you're training with Strickland, I mean, you're not gonna have cardio problems then, because Strickland can
Right,
definitely keep
right.
a pace on you. And McCliff said, I think I might take the over 2.5 in the Conor Matthews fight because these two are both similar skill levels, and I
I
don't see
like
them
that.
finishing each other. Yeah,
Yep.
I think it goes a distance either way. I don't mind the over 2.5 here. We got Mushroom MMA. What's good, Mushroom MMA, bro? I'm glad you made it to the
What up,
live stream, bro.
Mushroom?
I've
What's
seen your
going on,
content
man?
before. You got really good content, guys. Go check out Mushroom
Yeah.
MMA. Go drop them a sub. Really good, good peoples. Tight side out, no bet. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you guys. I mean, this is a dogger pass, so I'm taking the dog here because I don't want to be paying juice in Bazooka here.
Yeah.
Even though it's not like you're not paying a lot of juice, but he hasn't proven anything at the UFC level to pay juice on him at this line. John
Yeah, I'm
said,
not
dog.
parlaying Matthews either.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's not a parlay piece. It's like a straight money line attack, dog, or take the over 2.5. I think it goes over 2.5.
Yeah.
And Mikhail said, "What's up, Serum?" Ty said, "Serum." We got Denise in here. What's good, Denise? We got Stormy Normie said, oh, dog of the week, bro. I mean, good. You're taking Matthews the dog of the week. I put him in the best bets, bro. I don't normally put underdogs in the
Yeah,
best
man.
bets. The last one that I put underdog in the best bet was Danny Silva. I was like, Danny Silva's gonna fight for money, and Conor Matthews is the same type of guy. He's definitely gonna go out there fight for money. So those are the only
Ye-
underdogs that I ever put on best bets video.
Yeah, I'm Stormy. I'm taking him for a dog of the week for sure, man. I'm gonna drop the best bets video probably after the stream or something like that. But that's the guy I'm going with for sure. He's like you say, he's gonna fight for your money, man.
And he's a fucking tough dude too. He's a special ops. I think he's in special ops or Marine, former Marine. Yeah, this dude isn't this dude's not gonna quit out there. We got Salute with the super chat in here. Let's go Salute. Let's fucking go Salute with a dollar 9.99.
Yo,
Big fucking W for Salute. He said keep up the good
shout out to
work, bro.
Sleuth, man. What up,
I've
man?
been silently supporting, bro. I appreciate you with the super chat, bro. I know you always supporting the channel, bro. Big W's for Salute. Let's go. Grammy said he's moving on up. Salute. Yeah, let's go, guys. Hard work is the only way up, guys. Consistency and hard work. Salute said Pick'em has members now. Yeah, I started the members like couple of weeks back, I think. I think we got over like 25 members now, and yeah, I appreciate everyone that's supporting the channel. And I just said that Connor Matthews beat a dude 16 and 109. I mean, that was like what first fight of his, like his fight over
Oh
that
wow.
Brazilian dude. I mean, that's not a he did fight
Yeah.
some absolute fans in early in his career, but
I
but
think that
I
Brazilian dude
yeah,
beats Dennis.
that Brazilian dude is
Honestly.
not terrible. Like he's actually a fuck. He should be fighting at 155 in my opinion.
He hasn't fought since that fight, so we don't really know, if he's improved yet. But I from what I saw there, I think he can give Dennis a run for his money. So that Brazilian dude is tough, man, and he's
I
taller
think we're probably
than
gonna
Dennis
see
too.
Farias back. He trains with the Fighting Nerds, right? Farias, I think Joyer
Yeah,
Farias.
yeah,
Yeah, he trains at Fighting Nerds. I think we're probably gonna see him at the UFC get another opportunity within the Wake Attended series. Yeah, that's big W's for Salute, bro. I appreciate that, brother. Guys, go check out FightRealm, bro. Go check out his channel. It's pinned down in the live stream. Go drop him a sub. We gotta get our boy to 100 subs tonight. He's
yo,
getting really close. He's getting really close. He's been staying consistent. And let's
appreciate you,
go,
my
man.
guy.
Let's
Shout
fucking
out to
go.
Pickham, man.
Cosner said, who has better cardio, Strickland, Fluffy? I think it depends what kind of
Oof,
cardio you're talking about. Like grappling cardio or like striking cardio. Like it's different, right?
yeah,
I think
yeah.
Fluffy just a fucking Fluffy's like Marab 2.0 at 185, like Fluffy's. But we haven't seen Fluffy fight in the top 10,
Has he done
so
that for 5 rounds yet?
I don't think so. I don't think he's ever gone 5 rounds. He's never fought in a 5 round fight before.
Yeah, so I
And
gotta
if
go
Fluffy gets a
Strickland on
takedown to
that one.
Strickland, but I mean that'd be a fun match. I want to see if Fluffy keeps climbing up the rankings. I think we might see Fluffy versus Strickland eventually. That'd be a fucking good fight,
For
right?
sure. Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I think
And
that would
against
be
a
a really good
Strickland,
fight.
yeah, I'm leaning towards Strickland because we have seen him in the 5 round fight, and Strickland's not really a guy that you can hold down. Like people have taken on Strickland, but they're not really able to
It's
hold
not
him
easy.
down. But
Drickus couldn't do nothing with that takedown.
yeah, yeah. Drake is like I was expecting Drake is to at least control him for a bit, but yeah, he got takedowns, but I couldn't really hold him down. Mr. Mushroom Memory said, "Thanks for the shout out, brothers. Let's go, man. Let's fucking go."
What's up,
So
my
it's
guy?
cool to see familiar people around here. W Grimy, Anakin, Stormy, MMA Clips, Vulcan. Yeah, we got the whole gang up in here now. Let's go, man. Let's fucking go. But yeah, what do you? I liked over 2.5. I think this one goes over 2.5 either way. Um, where the odds for this one? Yeah, so Conor Matthews over 2.5 rounds, minus 150, minus 182, like sitting around under minus 200. I don't mind over 2.5 here. I think that's not a bad. Probably you can probably put it in a long shot parlay. Fight goes a distance, minus 135. I think it goes a distance, and I think both of these guys are really tough. Even though like Wazuka got rocked and finished in the first like under a minute, Jamal Emmers like is not a bad striker. He's actually way more technical than Matthews in my opinion. But
Yeah.
Jamal Emmers has what like over 20, 25 fights or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, they
mean,
had
I
some
think Emmers
experience.
is gonna
I
finish
think
him.
Jamal Emmers had like 2 or 3 fights already in the UFC before fighting Dennis. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So
for sure. But yeah, he also fought some decent guys outside the UFC too. So getting knocked out by Jamal Emmers is not a bad loss, but still under a minute. Like, still got to be careful. But Matthews doesn't really have power like that. I mean, the way Matthew's gonna finish, if he finishes this fight, probably gonna be by submission. But Bazooka doesn't really seem like a guy that's gonna give up a submission. Yeah, I like Matthews by decision. I think Matthews money line is not terrible, +102, but it was minus +114 all the way up +110. So I mean the this I mean no one really has a clue how this one's gonna go. So we're gonna take the dog here, Connor Matthews, the dog plus money by decision. Up next we have Julio Arce taking a Herbert Burns. You want to start with this one,
Yeah,
Chris?
man. Featherweight bout, guys, and long layoff for both of these guys. I was surprised to see that on DraftKings. I don't know about the other sports books, but plus 900 for Herbert Burns round one, which is
Plus
crazy.
900. Yeah, he's
Anybody
definitely
on
dangerous.
Herbert Burns, if you're on Herbert Burns this week, that is the only way I see him getting this done, which is I think he's only got around, this is a guy uh not really known for having the greatest cardio, okay? But what he does have is extremely good jujitsu. He's a killer at jujitsu. I think, out of respect for the Burns last name,
Yeah, get what Burns said. He's the better brother with jiu-jitsu, right? Has a
yeah,
better
out
jiu-jitsu.
of respect for that
Yeah,
last name, I think we got to credit the jujitsu here, and I do think first 5 minutes of Herbert Burns is a dangerous, probably most dangerous jujitsu guy at featherweight, but after those 5 minutes, man, that's the problem. I can't go. I'm never been a fan of one-dimensional fighters in the first place, So even like even if it was vice versa, if he was just a striker, like Alex Pereira when he was coming into the UFC, I didn't have high hopes about him because he was just a kickboxer. But I didn't know he had that death touch to literally everybody. But Herbert Burns is different. He's got the grappling specialty here, and very one dimensional about it. He's gonna force a grappling exchange in majority of his fights. The problem is if you can deal with the first 5 minutes or first even 7 minutes of the fight, you will win. It's just bound to happen.
yeah,
Herbert Burns is going to try everything and anything to get this fight to the ground. Julio Arce has a 95% takedown defense. And from what I heard from some of his training partners, it's not easy to get him down. And then when you get him down, you're not even going to hold him down. So he is a guy who lives and trains here in New York and in Queens, actually. So not far from me. And yeah, man, I know a lot about the guy Julio Arce. He's I think he's super underrated as well. Only 34 years old, so he still got some room. He's still got some time left in the game, and he's got some decent wins. He's got some tough fights. His only losses are like I believe to like he's only been finished by Song Yadong.
Song done. Yeah,
So you know, I gotta go with the guy Julio Arce, man, and I think I think he deserves a way better matchup after this, and he should make that very clear this weekend.
yeah, I agree with you.
So
Everything that you said here. I mean, Herbert Burns like it's definitely dangerous. I mean, knocked out Nate Landwehr in the first round with some nice knees and some nice straight right.
yeah,
So he's definitely got some power and finishing ability in the first rounds, but I can't pick a guy that's gonna go out there and quit in the second. Get I mean, his brother literally picked him up out of the cage and was walking him out of the cage. So Herbert Burns, I
yeah,
don't really
man,
have money on this fight. I haven't bet this fight yet, but I was thinking about Julio Arce by KO +110, not crazy plus money, but I think Julio Arce is gonna be live for a late TKO here because Herbert Burns just doesn't have the cardio and he's got kind of quitter out there. So I mean, his brother literally forced him to go out there and fight in the second round. You remember that one? Like he didn't want to go out there in the second round.
nah,
Was that against Bill Algeo? I think it was against Bill Algeo. And Bill
yeah,
Algeo is
yeah, it
not
was
really a
Bill Alger.
finisher, right? He just Herbert Burns was like, I'm too tired to continue now. I'm just gonna give up now.
And Bill
Yeah,
Algio is a black belt himself, so
and Herbert
I
Burns
don't
was
know.
taking his
It's
back. I mean,
tough.
he was taking his back, taking him down. So he was looking fucking phenomenal in that first round. So
Yeah,
Burns is definitely dangerous in the first round. I mean, plus 900 for round one. I mean, not bad for this one. Plus 900. Is it still plus 900? Let's see.
yeah. I don't know if it moved down, but I think that's insane. If you're on, if any, like, you could hedge the pick with that. I mean, you don't even got to put much, and you'll make some money
Even
on a
Burns,
plus
I mean,
100.
inside the distance is plus 475. I mean, that's not terrible, right? But you might as well take the money line if you're gonna play that. We had round one
Yeah,
for Burns plus 1,000, plus 800. So it's still sitting around minus plus 900, depending on which book you're with. FanDuel always has the best props, in my opinion. Plus 1,000 for Herbert Burns by round one, but
wow.
I don't see him finishing Julio Arce. Julio Arce is tough, bro. I mean, he has a win over Dan Ige. If Dan Eagle's not
Yeah,
finishing you, like, I don't think Herbert Burns is gonna finish him. Herbert Burns is definitely
yeah,
dangerous. Something fluky can definitely happen here. But yeah,
underrated, man.
I'm gonna take the better technical striker. Has better cardio. Has really good footwork. Also, I remember watching one of his fights. Was that which fight was that? Was which fight? I can't remember exactly which fight that I watched. Where he's like, yeah, it was that Daniel Santos fight. It was Daniel Santos fight. He
Hmm.
looked phenomenal in that one, bro. He looked great.
Yeah,
Just moving
he was
out of
outclassing him.
range. I mean, yeah, he was just outclassing him in that one. Willie Cat's actually not a bad prospect though. Yeah, Julio Arce by KO TKO. Arce by KO TKO is plus 110, plus 120. So that's gonna be the play here. Julio Arce by KO TKO, but I'm definitely not touching the money line because money line is way too wide. Minus
Yeah,
375. I know people are still probably some people are still gonna parlay,
minus
but I'm sure
375.
I'm good.
Finally, I think it was
Yeah,
like minus
yeah.
500 at first,
It
though.
was
It
minus
was
600 too,
ridiculous.
minus 600.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen it all the way up at minus 600, minus 550. On Bet Online, I saw all the way up at minus 600. So, I mean, lines should not be this wide. I mean, Julio Arce, like, he might not even get the KO because Burns, like, somehow his cardio holds up this time.
yeah,
But both these guys haven't fought, right? Recently, they're both coming off layoffs right now, haven't fought in over a year. Too many questions out there about this fight. I'm gonna take the more durable, the better striker, the better cardio, who has a better cardio, fought the better competition. I think Julio Arce by KO TKO is gonna be the pick. Let's see what people think in the chat. Grimy said MMA Clips just post slip in Discord. MMA Clips said you don't know nothing about me. How are you gonna say okay? What's going on, guys? Chill out, guys. We're all homies in here. We got Mr. Pibbs in here. What's good, Mr. Pibbs? Mr. Pibbs always the smoke. We got OCO said
oh, I
hell.
got my own chat right
Okay,
here.
what the hell's going on right now? Yo, we got some fucking trolls in the chat already. Emma Cliff said, yes, sir, I'll post a slip in the Discord. Um, Mr. Pibb said, I'm gonna pace my room real quick. Jesus Christ, this guy. Yeah, we got Pibbs in here with the fucking heat as always. What's going on with you, Pibbs? Can you just chill out for a minute? Emma Cliff said, I just posted in Discord. Jaws said I respect Pibbs for changing up his approach to trolling. Yeah. Yo, what's good, Millie? We got Millie in here now too. Millie said, "Who's the guy at the bottom?" That's my boy, Chris, bro. Go check out his channel in the Discord. It's linked in the under It's MMA FightRealm. It's in the thumbnail too. It's also under the and on the description. Yeah, description of the live stream. So go check it out and go drop him a sub. Tyson said, "I cut my hair. If I were a loyal subscriber, you know that." Sterling Rivers said, "Never betting lines over minus 250. Huge favorites tend to choke. I noticed." Yeah, this line is way too wide. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up touching the KO prop for Julio Arce because I think it's live for a KO later. I mean, he might not even get the KO. He might just be like, let me just get this win. Let me just get this win and just win by decision. I mean, you never know. Sometimes that can happen. But the way Herbert Burns fights, I don't think he's got the cardio to go 3 rounds, and he hasn't fought in almost 2 years. So yeah, I think it goes under. Unders are probably juiced, right? Under in this one.
Yeah, I think all
Why
that
doesn't go
stuff.
to this is minus 280? Damn, that's wide. Yeah, that is really wide. You might as well play Julio or sit by KO because I think it's definitely live for a KO here. Herbert Burns early round one plus 900 or Julio or sit by KO TKO. Either way, I think it finishes in the first round. Probably finishes in the first round and a half. I wouldn't really touch the under 1.5 because this could go over 1.5. Julio Arce wins. If Burns wins, it's gonna be under 1.5. So yeah, I think it
Yeah,
goes under 2.5 either way. Yeah, I
and I
like.
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
Yeah, I
surprised
wouldn't
if
be shocked
Burns
if
wins.
Burns wins. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. He's got way better jiu-jitsu, but I just don't see him taking on Julio Arce and
Yeah,
ragdolling him.
that's the thing. I got to go with the stats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, what's the next fight? Next fight up, we got Verna Jandiroba, my girl Jandiroba, up next versus Lupi Godinez. Bro, all right, you want to start with this one, or should I go with this one?
No, yeah, I'll go ahead, man. Um, Lupita now on a 4 fight winning streak, man, and she's getting her chance here at the top five. Top five, Virna Jandiroba, number 5, man. That is who we're talking about here. Nah, yeah. Uh Loopy, we've seen some really good versions of her, and then we've seen some questionable versions of her, But I think in this matchup, what she should do is strike. We've seen improvements in her striking. She's been more willing to strike in her fights, and she's been shooting less takedowns. In that Tabitha Ricci fight, she went tit for tat with her. She was just, there was a lot of striking in that fight, and that's why I think it went to split decision, because a girl striking with a girl like Tabitha Ricci, who's going to also be aggressive and also come forward and, meet you there with the striking, is it's going to make the fight a lot closer than it looks. And um we all know she's a very good grappler. She's a very good wrestler. Sometimes she has been taken down or reversed in some positions, and I do worry about that against a girl who's very seasoned, veteran like Virna Jandiroba. But I think her best bet in this fight is to keep it standing. I don't think she should even try to scramble with Birna, and I think it's just gonna waste. I think it's just gonna be a waste of time. She has a clear striking advantage in this fight. Virna, she hasn't been willing to strike in her past 2 fights. If we saw that against Angela Hill, she immediately went to wrestle, and against Marina Rodriguez, she goes to wrestle. So yeah, man, she does have some power, but I'm not worried about the power coming from Virna's way. So if this fight stays standing, I gotta go Loopy Godinez to get this one done by decision. But Virna, you know, that's the thing here. From what I said prior to this, Herbert Burns, Virna, these two one dimensional, very one dimensional. That's how they've been looking lately. Virna is very successful at one thing and one thing only, and that's the grappling. The striking,
Yeah,
she's
grappling and
definitely,
control.
yeah, grappling and control time, and the striking is there's a lot to be desired, man. It's powerful, but it's very far and few and in between. So I gotta go with Loopy here. I think if, like I said, she keeps it standing, she doesn't entertain the ground game with Virna, she won't get tired, and she just pieces her up, man. Point fights her way to a decision here. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, before doing taste study, I was thinking about picking a word not here, but the control time doesn't really score all that well in the UFC anymore. We've seen that recently, right?
Yeah,
Rundown
with
got what, a couple of
Bulgarian.
takedowns. Rundown, Bulgarian, like we've seen it recently. I mean, control time doesn't really mean much anymore, unless you're landing some ground and pound. You're looking for submissions constantly. Even then, I mean, if Godina just lands some damaging shots on the feet, Bruno's gas tank is kind of suspect though, so you can definitely. I think she's gonna get some takedowns here. I do see her getting some takedowns here. Um, I remember watching. Yeah, I was watching the fight. Lupi Godinez and Cynthia Calvillo, because Calvillo's coming back. They're still giving her Calvillo another opportunity next week. She's on a 6-fight losing streak. Cynthia, that fight could have gone either way. I mean, that was a close fight. She actually got
Yeah,
outstruck in that one, but Cynthia is actually not a bad striker on the feet, so you can definitely throw a ton of volume out there. Wasn't really landing anything clean, even though Cynthia got one takedown on Lupi in that first round. I think she got like one takedown at the end. Wasn't enough to win that round back, but Lupi, like since moving over to Lobo Gym MMA, like over there training with Alexa Grasso, Diego Lopez, and some other really good fighters over there. She's been looking phenomenal. I mean,
she
she's been
has.
looking
She
great
has.
out there. So you got a couple of knockdowns on Lease Reed. Lease Reed's obviously not the best competition, right? Lease Reed's pretty like kind of a can. Tabitha Ricci fight, I did pick Lupin in that one. I don't think I better. I didn't better on her in that Ricci fight, but yeah, because it was the line was kind of wide, but she was the much better striker on the feet against Tabitha Ricci. And Tablarici is not a bad grappler, so you can definitely go for takedowns, get some takedowns. But yeah, Jandiroba is going to be way better grappler than Tablarici. See, like Tablarici has good jiu-jitsu, but doesn't really shoot enough takedowns. Jandiroba is going to be shooting takedowns nonstop. And Marina Rodriguez fight, I see, like she got tired and almost got finished by Marina Rodriguez in that third round. Couldn't get a single takedown in the third round when she was tired. I like Godinez here. I think Godinez gets it done. Line is kind of wide. I mean, minus 200 is crazy for Loopy here, but I
Yeah,
think Loopy gets it done by decision. I like Loopy decision minus 110. I don't mind decision for. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds either way. Jandiroba, like she's got submissions outside the UFC. Hasn't got a single submission in the UFC. And even like all the fights is
wow.
supposed to win, she's winning, right? Like Underhill fights, she was able to. Underhill is like a striker, not really a grappler. Marina Rodriguez is a striker, not really a grappler, and Murata broke her arm in that one. That was like a close fight, but Verna wasn't looking terrible on the feet against Murata. Murata's a wrestler, but girls that can strike and grapple with Verna, they're beating her. I mean, Mackenzie Dern, Amanda Hebus, both are decent grapplers too. They can strike
Yeah,
better. So all the girls that are better striker than General, but they're able to beat her. And I think
yeah,
Loopy is
and
going to be
they're
able to. Yeah, I think Loopy's going to be able to land enough damage on the feet that the takedowns are not going to matter all that much. But I think this fight will be probably close, 29-28, because I think General might win the first round. Then I think Loopy's going to take over second and third. So Loopy by decision is going to be the pick here.
I like that, man. That's a we're on in sync with that one. Um, and Verna, wow, I didn't know. Looking back on it, that's shocking. No submission wins in the UFC. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she hasn't got a submission. She got a bunch of submission outside the UFC. Yo, chat's fucking hilarious. They say you look like Jamal Hill, bro. No way. I don't see the resemblance
I look
on
like Jamal Hill.
this. Yeah, they say you look like 155 Jamal Hill. That's hilarious. Ernie B said
Ah, man.
didn't Arce move up a weight class and Burns should be at lightweight. Just the cardio for Burns, like no, they both fight at 145. Or doesn't Burns also fight at 145 the whole time? I don't think he moved up to 155, right? Um, chased it down, said 260 on Herbert Burns. What
Ours,
the F, bro? I
yeah,
can't even.
RC's fought at 145 and at 135. He's just bounced in between, but he came into the UFC beating Dan Ige by decision at featherweight. So I don't know if it was his
Yeah.
debut or his second fight, but I think he came into the UFC as a featherweight.
Nucleus said I put 2 units on Herbert Burns and I put quarter unit on the plus 1200 Herbert Burns round one finish. I would just play the finish round one. I wouldn't really put touch money line, but I mean, crazy things have happened in MMA, right? I mean, look at OSP getting done over Kennedy, so anything can happen in MMA.
Yeah,
OSP shot, but personally, I'm probably just gonna stay away from that one. They're both coming off layoffs right now, so who knows how they're gonna come back and look, and the odds are kind of wide. So I don't blame you for taking a dog in that one. Uh,
for sure, man.
Cat Fresh said some Ruzi boy have a good parlay piece. Yeah, I think we're gonna be talking about Ruzi boy next. Is he next now? I think it might be next. So yeah, I mean let's look at the props for this one. I mean Godinez minus 238. I mean the line is getting absolutely steamed on Godinez. I think Godinez gets it done, but the line is way too wide. I goes over them over 2.5 is minus 345 now. Wasn't it like minus 260 early in the week? I think it's minus 260. So I guess money is coming in the over 2.5. I'm sure people are parlaying the over 2.5. If I go the distance, minus 280. I think it goes the distance. Um, Loopy by decision is what I like here. Loopy by decision. Um, yeah, minus 135. Now it's minus 110 on Bet Online. I like Loopy by decision minus 135. I think it goes to decision. Loopy gets it done based on damage. It could be a close fight though. That's why I
Hmm.
don't really advise touching money line here. Loopy's got some power, but I don't think she's gonna be submitting Jandiroba. I think she's
Yeah,
gonna
and
keep her on the feet and just outstrike her.
this might be the last time you might want to bet on Loopy if she gets this one done too, because every fight
Yeah,
after this is going to be extremely tough. This is top five right here already. So
Jandiroba has been getting some wins up in the rankings, right? She beat Marina Rodriguez, which is a solid win for her. But
yeah,
Marina
she's
can't
well
really
deserved.
grapple. Marina
She's
can't
well
really ground.
deserved to be in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the next fight. Next fight up, we have so we're both going with Loopy by decision here. Up
Yep.
next, we have Nate the Train, baby, taking on Jamal Emmers. And I mean, I couldn't get more biased in this pick. I've been telling everyone that I'm super biased, but I really think that Nate can get it done, bro. I know Emmers has looked really good recently. His losses are not terrible, right? Like I think he won the fight against Jack Jenkins. I bet on Jack Jenkins by decision plus 330. I'm happy that
Yeah.
ticket cast, but I was like, damn, he got fucking robbed. They robbed Jamal Emmers in that one. But yeah, Askabab, like he absolutely fraud checked Askabab, who's in prison right now. I think Askabab in prison right now. I think him and his brother
Wow.
were kidnapping people and like torturing people. So
Damn.
Hussein Askabab is in prison right now, locked up. And Sabatini, he rocked Pat Sabatini early, like he rocked him early, and then I don't know, he made some bad fight IQ mistakes out there, and Sabatini was able to grab that a heel hook. I mean, he's got some decent wins outside the UFC too. Got a win over Corey Sandhagen also, right? Corey Sandhagen, like so. Last to Thiago Moises fights at 155. So honestly, like bro, I get why he's favored here. But I think Nate the Train can get it done. I think he can bounce back here. He does something terrible losses. I mean, lost to Herbert Burns by KO TKO. That was his UFC debut. Lost to Virginia Rosa by flying knee KO. So like his chin is definitely a worry here in the first round. It's gonna be tricky. Jamal Emmers can probably knock him out early, finish him early. That's why I think the odds are the way they are. But he won the third round against Dan Ige, so he actually looked decent out there in the third round against Dan Ige. Even though he got clipped and knocked down a couple of times by Dan Ige. But that was a tough matchup for Dan Ige. Is like the ultimate gatekeeper at 145. No shame losing to Dan Ige. I mean, everyone loses. A lot of people lose to Dan Ige up the rankings, right? I mean, win
No,
over
yeah.
David Nama. That was an absolute fucking scrap. That was an absolute war, back and forth fight. And Nama kind of gassed out in that one, but Ludwig Klein third round Anaconda choke. Like these two wins are not terrible. Like these two wins are underrated. I get why Jamal Emmer's favorite here is more well-rounded, has the wrestling in the back pocket. Probably can wrestle nonstop if he wants to, but he doesn't wrestle. Like sometimes he'll just not wrestle. Like I remember that fight. What was it? Which fight was it? I think it's a. Now let me see. I think it was this fight. Giga fight. Yeah, Giga fight. He didn't wrestle until like the late second round.
Yeah.
Just kind of stayed on the feet. He just
Yeah.
I don't know. It's questionable fight IQ sometimes, but give me the dog and give me Nate the train here. What's the line? It was all up all the way at plus 180, plus 180. So let's see what the line is now. So my pick is going to be Nate to Train by plus 154. So there's some money coming in on Nate to Train now. Let me know what you think, Chris, on this fight.
Yeah, man. He took that. I think he took that Pat Sabatini fight also on short notice. Oh no. He's stepping in for short notice for Pat Sabatini on this one. That's what I meant to say. Nate Landwehr was supposed to fight Pat Sabatini, and now Jamal Emmers is stepping in. So yeah, so short notice for Jamal Emmers. He missed weight the last time he was out there, and I think he had a full camp. So we got to be mindful of that. If he misses weight in this one, you know, the fighters who do go on to miss weight tend to win. I think it's like over 60% of the time.
Really?
But
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
yeah, but Jamal Emmers, apart from the whole weight miss situation, we'll find out tomorrow. He's a big featherweight regardless, and he's usually at a height and reach advantage in his fights. He's gonna have one in this one, and he's well rounded. He mixes up the takedowns, and he looks a lot better when he mixes up the takedowns. But he can, like you said, he can take pictures in there and have moments where he's not doing enough. So he has these close fights with guys like Jack Jenkins and you know uh, Giga in his debut. But Jack Jenkins, I do think he won that fight as well. Um, Honestly, watching the fight back, it was
It was a
hard for me
close
to
fight.
find
It
a,
was a
a
close
round.
fight. But
Yeah, it,
yeah,
it was
but
hard for me
Jamal
to.
Emmers was landing the cleaner shots on the feet,
Yeah,
and he just looked better. But Jenkins was landing some nice body kicks. So Jenkins has some nice body kicks. So
yeah.
and
Watching the
some nice
fight
leg
back, it
kicks.
was
Right, Jenkins actually has some nice leg kicks too.
I
Yeah,
think if you
Jamal
if
Emers
you
won the
if you
fight.
judge it, if you judge the fights on like what they've been judged recently, I think they would have picked Emers now, but who
Yeah,
knows? With the criteria that they were judging before, they went with Jack Jenkins in that one. But yeah, Emers well rounded. When he uses the takedowns, he's a lot better. And Nate is no stranger to wrestling, though. He's also well rounded. He doesn't mind firing shots in the pocket. And that's a little bit of a concern for a guy who's 35, and been through some wars recently, especially very recently against Dan Ige, where, you know, he almost got finished in that fight.
yeah.
I think it was the second round, right?
Second round, yeah. At the end
So
of the second round, yeah.
he got saved by the bell pretty much. And that's what it is for me. A guy who's 35, he's gonna be at a height and reach disadvantage. And he's been through so many wars. I want Nate the Train to win, like as a fan for sure.
Yeah,
But
I'm a big Nate Train fan, bro. I picked
if I'm
Dan
making
Ige.
a
I
pick
actually
here,
bet on Dan Ige in that one.
yeah, and I respect his talent so much so that I'm not even gonna bet on this fight. I got no bet on Jamal Emers or Nate. But I think that as for making a pick, I gotta go with Jamal Emers here. Like I said, for those things, man, the height and reach, and he's got the youth. He mixes it up well. He can take down Nate, and that's the thing. When Nate is gonna want to get going, I think he's gonna have some success against Jamal Emers on the feet. But when Nate is gonna want to really get going, is when Jamal is gonna mix that takedown in, and
Is Jamal Emers gonna
Jamal's
wrestle? He
gonna
might
need the
not
fight
wrestle
IQ to do
because he
that
doesn't
too,
wrestle
though.
out
So
there.
yeah, he's gonna need the fight
Now
IQ
he's
to do
coming off
that.
knockout, right? When you're coming off knockout, you don't want to wrestle. Wrestling is not easy.
Right, right. When you're
He
coming
might he
off a
might think he's
knockout,
gonna
you
go
do
knock
favor
out
the hands.
Andrew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he said in media day that he's gonna have to pick his shots a little bit better because he's taking on Nate Landwehr, and Nate doesn't mind a war. So he knows what he's up against, but who knows if he. I do think Jamal Emers has to wrestle in this fight. If he doesn't
he's
wrestle
gonna
and he
mix
just
it up. Yeah,
stays
he's gonna mix it up.
standing and he gives Nate enough time to figure out the range, then it's gonna be a problem if this fight stays standing. So if it stays standing, I'm going Nate all day, honestly.
Nate doesn't have
But
crazy power on the feet. It just he can make it a scrap. Like
yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying. He
make
he
it a
might
fucking
have the better
war.
moments. That's what I'm saying. So in terms of what we can like the judge's eyes, he might have the better moments on the feet. But Jamal Emers, like I said, I gotta go with the guy. He's always improving in every fight too. So the IQ is there, experience is there. He's gonna know that he's gonna have to wrestle in this fight. So I'm gonna go Jamal Emers by decision, man. Unfortunately, picking
Fair
against
pick,
your
bro.
guy.
Fair pick. I'm picking Nate the Train, baby. Rocking with the Train here. Train's gonna run over Jamal Emers.
No, I don't mind, man. I don't mind that pick at all. I'm not hating.
We got
There's
we got yeah.
some people really off the Nate the Train wagon this weekend. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think he has a good chance.
Probably because Emers got a quick knockout out there, showed his power, so I think that's probably
Yeah,
why. Nate
yeah.
Brown said,
I
"I
don't agree
remember
with the
Kennedy
lines.
Chuku. This card is full of Kennedys. Nate and Emers both have shown bad fight IQ.
Right, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. It's the
yeah.
fight IQ that I was just talking about. You
This is
gotta
a tough fight to bet on. I mean, I know a lot of people are parlaying Jamal Emers. I mean, probably makes it look easy. You never know. So
and
if he
shout out to
wrestles, you
Nate,
can
man.
definitely
He
make
does
it
a
look
lot of
easy.
tape study, man.
Yeah,
That's a guy.
Nate's always got really good reads on fights.
Yeah, man.
Let's go, Nate Brown. Big shout out to Nate Brown also supporting the channel. He's gifted over like 10 memberships on the channel, bro. Big fucking shout out to Nate Brown. Banks said his pressure style won't work versus Emers, whose footwork is way superior. Emers is going to be the more technical striker, so I do get why he's favored here. But over 2-1 is crazy, though, in my opinion. I think it's to be like minus 150 for Emers and plus 125 for Nate. But I guess we're going to find out what happens in less than 2 days now. Banks said I faded Kennedy, couldn't bring myself to put money on the OSB fight. Bro, I needed under 1.5 in that one. I mean, I can't believe I went over 1.5. That was crazy. I mean, the distance too, which is no one expected it to go to distance. I think because OSB by decision was like plus 1,400, Kennedy by decision was like plus 700. So I just didn't see that fight go in the distance. But I'm probably gonna stay away from Kennedy fights from now on. I learned my lesson there. Yeah. Sermi said follow Kennedy's, bro. That's hilarious, but facts. Sermi said, I'm so glad I wasn't one of those dudes that bet on that fake -700. Kennedy was just gun shy, bro. I don't think he's like terrible fighter. It's just he's so gun shy out there, right? That's what happened, right, Chris? Like he just wasn't letting
Yeah,
his hands go normally. Like normally he'll let his hands go and be willing to
dude.
trade in the pocket.
OSP had nothing. OSP had nothing, man. And he had
Those
moments. I
was
think
throwing some
the
fair cutter
coach
shots.
Saif Sayud is crazy, dude. I think like him screaming like that, it doesn't make the fight look any better, you know. So like he
That's
was
safe
I
side.
think Kennedy was like the fight was a lot closer than it sounded, because the way his coach was making it sound like he had no shot in there. Like, I don't know, it was bad.
Oberg was winning that fight up until like the third round when Kennedy clipped him in the pocket. Oberg was kind of tired too. I think we're gonna have to fight Oberg eventually too. So as good as Oberg has looked recently, I think he's got some holes in his game too. He wasn't looking great out there in his last fight, right? That Asian guy, Jung Young something, I can't remember his name right now, but the guy that he fought last time, they gave him a submission because he got a submission in the third round. Who was that guy? What was his name? Jin Young something. I think it was Jung Young Park or something. But yeah, that's what gave me a lot of confidence in Kennedy. I was like, if you can knock out a guy like Oldberg, who's a legit kickboxer, you should be able to knock out a 50-year-old OSP. But man, that doesn't work out sometimes, I guess. Yeah,
Nah,
down
can't
bum.
count
Yeah,
on
down bum. Exactly. Down jung. Yeah, he's fighting
it.
Alonso Menifield, right? Yeah, he's fighting Alonso Menifield. I think Menifield can win that matchup, bro. Manyfield is not like crazy fast, like with his combinations, but Manyfield's got that fucking blockhead for a chin and
Dude,
the power, bro. Manyfield's got some fucking heat, bro. I
yeah,
might
man.
pick Manyfield in that one as a big underdog because like yeah, Manyfield can get that done.
He's
What do you think
dangerous.
about that?
He's dangerous.
Yeah, Manyfield's
I,
got fucking
I
his
think
chin
Oberg's
is just
gonna have to
crazy
use his
good.
range, and this is definitely his toughest fight. Menefield has no problem fighting, breaking the distance, and I don't think if he doesn't fear what's coming his way, Menefield is gonna be lethal in that fight. So
Yeah, Nate said Kennedy is so dumb. The way he lost to Jacoby just showed me everything I need to know. I was like, it's gonna go under either way. If OSP wins, it's probably gonna knock him out early because Kennedy does have some negative fight IQ. But the fact that I went to distance is like, oh, fucking really burnt me on that one. But and said I imagine losing to Kennedy. Kennedy's not a bad fighter. It's just a chinny and is so gun shy last. You can't trust his fight IQ anymore either. I guess because he got knocked out, he's gun shy out there over against OSP. Like, yeah, he just looked super gun shy. Banks said now Orberg wins that easy. I don't know if I'll be easy, man. I mean, Oberg is definitely the more slicker kickboxer, but Manifield's like making improvements right now. His chin is just crazy fucking good, bro. Manifield chin is just underrated, I think. And I know he got knocked out
yeah,
by OSP back in the day, but that's Manifield chin is fucking pretty solid.
he's improved every
Um,
time we've seen him. That's what you like to
yeah,
see, guys,
yeah. What
for
props do we
sure.
like for this one? Let's look at some props for Nate to train. And over 1.5 -275. I mean, I don't really like a lot of props for this one. Fight goes to decision -125. I think it goes a distance. I think if Emers wins, it's going to be by decision. If Nature Train wins, it's probably going to be by late submission or decision. I think it goes a distance, but Emers has shown some negative fight IQ. He gave up a heel hook to Pat Sabatini. Obviously, I don't think Nate has a level of jiu-jitsu like Pat Sabatini, but I think it goes a distance. I'm gonna take Nate to train by decision. Did you pick Emers by decision or pick Emers by decision, right?
Yeah, I think um Emmers is gonna have to pick his shots, like he said himself. So this is no easy fight, and the only way he gets it done by knockout, I mean, is only
Probably the first
because
round, yeah.
of Nate's just so much time, so much damage, that he's taken after so much fights. But I don't know. I do think Nate
I
is
think he's tough
durable.
enough. He can hang in there, yeah.
Yeah, he's durable, man.
Yeah, like I think it goes the distance. But I'm not gonna bet it. I'm just gonna stay away from going to this season.
Just because
Honestly,
you
not
finished
bad though.
Dennis Bazooka doesn't mean you could finish Nate
Yeah,
Landwehr. So that's for
Yeah,
sure.
Bazooka hasn't proven anything at the UFC level, and I mean, at least Nate Train has proven that he can fucking beat these UFC level fighters. I mean,
Hmm.
I think Danny Ige has more power than Emmers, in my opinion. And Danny
Yeah,
Ige wasn't able to get him out of there. Like he was close to getting him out of there in the fourth, second round, but
yeah. We just saw
uh,
Danige flatline Andre Feely.
yeah, yeah. I should have bet the KO, bro. I had money on Danny Ige, but I should have bet the KO also. It was plus 250 for Danny Ige by KO. I
I
was
had that
overthinking
as
about
a
it because yeah,
I had it as a prop for best bets.
that was a
So
great prop.
cast
It was
on
plus
that.
250, I think, plus 250 for because Andre Fili's been flatlined many times before. Jenderson Brito flatlined him, so I gotta trust my instincts next time, I guess. But I don't know. I don't really like a lot of props, but I think it goes the distance either way. If I goes to over 2.5, minus 150. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. One over 1.5, not a bad parlay piece, but I'm just gonna stay away from the props in this one. All right, up next we have Chidi Njokuani taking on Reese McKee. Chidi
Dude.
moving down a weight class here, 170. How's he gonna make 170? I have no fucking
Yeah.
clue. He's gonna make
Fun
170,
fact.
bro. TD's the
He's
way more dangerous fighter here. Way better kickboxing, way better kicks. I mean, that head kick they landed on RoboCop. I don't know how RoboCop took the head kick and kept fucking fighting, bro. Like RoboCop's a fucking different. And Duraev, I mean, that fight could have gone either way, but Chidi was getting out wrestled in that one, so they gave that to Duraev. But yeah, Mikola Jijic, I mean, not a. I picked Mikola Jijic in that one, but it was like odds were really close. Only bet half unit on Olajic. Chidi almost had him out of there. Chidi almost rocked him bad. Almost had him finished in that first round. I don't think Reese McKee is as dangerous as all these guys. Like McKee doesn't have the wrestling like Duraev doesn't have the finishing ability like doesn't have the chin like Gregory Rodriguez or finishing ability like Gregory Rodriguez doesn't have the durability or the finishing power on the feet like Olajic. I'm kind of confident TD and Kwani. I think he gets it back on track here. But weight cut's gonna be tough. Moving down to 170, like at 35 years old, it's gonna be tough. But I think the power is gonna be too much. If you can knock out a guy like Marc Andre Barrio, who's a fucking tough dude to get out of there, I think Cheaty's gonna get him out of there in the first round. Obviously, I'm worried it just goes past the round and a half. I'm pretty confident that Cheaty's gonna get this done. First round TKO plus 155. I think it's gonna go first round TKO for Cheaty here. Let me know what you think, Chris.
Yeah, man. Cheaty round one is plus 200. I was thinking about playing that. Not as a
Plus
parlay or anything,
200,
just straight.
and that's not
Yeah,
bad at all.
yeah.
I saw it
And
at plus 155 on Bet Online.
yeah, the only thing I worry about is this little fun fact I found out today is he's missed weight 8 times trying to fight at 170 before.
Damn, eight
And
times. That is
he's missed
fucking.
weight 8 times trying to fight at 170. He's actually damaged his vocal cords in the very last time that he tried to cut to 170, and he like made a public statement that he was never gonna do it again. And I don't know, 30 now he's like 35 and he's doing it again, and it's a bit of a concern. I'll say that. But as far as who's the better fighter here, I think it's definitely no doubt in my mind, Chidi and Jukwani. So he's got a lot of kickboxing experience. That was what he was known for prior to coming into the UFC. And we saw that. We saw that in the UFC. He's, with his first round finishes, he's got a couple, I think two. And he almost had, like you said, he almost had Robocop out of there. Reese McKee, I'm not high on Reese McKee. I don't like his style whatsoever. I'm having trouble finding out what he's good at because he's
Just
he's
kind of tough
he's had
and
a
tall.
height
He's
and
got the
reach.
tall man defense. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's had that height and reach advantage in some of his fights, but then he's still getting touched up. He's still like he's a guy. I'm starting as soon as we start, talking like this, it reminds me of Anton Turkalj.
Yeah.
Another guy who's just really good at taking a beating for a good amount of time. So
To be fair to Reese McKee, almost if he just had some power, he could have got loose out of there in the third round, right? Like
Right,
Even he
right.
was
But
close to being
Angelus,
finished in the second round. Lewis almost put it on him
yeah,
though.
yeah. And
So,
Angelus, credit to him, that's a guy who, who I wouldn't say he's not. I can't say Angelus is not UFC caliber yet, but he is trending that way, right? So Reese
yeah,
McKee, can't even, and he didn't even get the win there. So it's tough. It's tough to count on a guy who, yet to win in the UFC, and he's just getting dominated. He got dominated by Hamzat. He got outclassed in his last one, and up until you, like you said, he did have some moments, but I do think he was getting outclassed when Angelus on during when Angelusa decided to push the fight forward and dictate the pace. And that's what I think Chidi is gonna do in that first round as soon as the bell goes off. Um, there's a reason why he's making this cut. There's a reason why he's in the UFC, and I gotta go with that. I think despite all the question marks with the weight cut process, he chose to do it. So we'll figure out those question marks tomorrow. But I
yeah.
gotta go Cheaty. I think if we're just like weight cut to the side and we're just talking about who's the better fighter here, who's got more ways to win, and I think it's Cheaty and Jukwani. So I mean, stamina is gonna be a huge concern. So if I am picking Cheaty, I gotta go Cheaty round one, and Cheaty round one is plus 200. I don't think if this fight starts going a little bit later into the rounds, his chances start slimming down. So
He can still win a
um
decision. It's not like I mean, Jurayev was
yeah,
taking him down, right? But he was still landing the better punches on the feet against Jurayev. So it's not like his cardio is like as horrible, but cutting down to 170, like that's definitely gonna take a toll on your cardio. McKee's not dangerous. Like he's not gonna put a crazy pace on him. He's not gonna wrestle him down. Like I don't think like Reece McKee, he's not gonna make him fight at a crazy pace. Like so, McKee's got one of the
right,
worst takedown
right.
defense of his own. Like he got like 30% takedown defense, which is one of the worst takedown defense in UFC history. And McKee's like definitely can land some pitter patter leg kicks. He's got pillow hands, no power. Like he couldn't even hurt Alex Morono. Like if you can't hurt Alex Morono, like he's got pillow hands himself. Like I don't know. I'm confident that Chidi's gonna get this done. I think Chidi's gonna. The only reason I would have picked him as a lock if he just didn't have bad cardio, if he wasn't cutting down to 170, wasn't 35 years old. But yeah, I don't think Chidi's gonna get this done by first round TKO. I mean, he's gonna clip him early, put him away. But
Yeah, man.
obviously, if
Shout
he
out
goes
to you,
past the
bro.
first round, it's
Shout
gonna
out
be
to Pick'em,
tricky.
trying to sweat these locks out, man.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always picking fucking dangerous locks, bro. It's not fun
No,
to
that's
pick in
good
like
though.
minus
That's good.
300, minus 200. But yeah.
That's good.
You want
Yeah,
to like you want to at least make money on lock of the weeks, right? Like you don't want to just pick someone that's like it's not as
yeah,
fun. But I mean, when you
dude. I
win these
went with
closely lined underdogs or closely lined favors, like winning those locks feel much better in my opinion. I mean, that Miles John's fight, I mean, that was a good lock. That was a good lock. Miles John minus 140, minus 130.
yeah, Miles
That was
Johns.
a
I
good
went
lock.
with my first lock ever was Drickus of the channel. So
Because
I
that's a
wanted
good
to be
lock.
like I wanted to have like close locks. Like I didn't want to be that guy who picks like crazy locks, like minus 200, minus 300 guys. And
Yeah,
then I went with Joe Pfeiffer,
Joe Pfeiffer.
and that messed everything up, right? So
Yeah, Joe Pfeiffer is not a guy I'd ever trust to ever
yeah,
anymore.
man,
Like I still
crazy.
think Joe Pfeiffer can get back in the win column, but his cardio. If anytime you fight someone that can hang in there and not quit out there like GM3, I think Pfeiffer gonna
Dude,
be for a tough
crazy.
night.
Joe
Yeah,
Piper, man, disappointing, disappointing. Ah,
yeah. All these guys out of like that Henzo
that
Gracie,
Philly
like they
gym,
all have
man.
some quit
Yeah,
in them. They all
but
got
we
some
gotta
quit
be
in them. Like
careful. We
Pat
gotta be
Sabatini.
careful saying that. We gotta be careful saying that because Ruzi Boyev trains there.
He's a different
So
fucking beast. There was a boy was a different beast. These
yeah.
Americans, I'm talking about all the Americans that train there. Sabatini, Petrosky, Piper, like
Yeah, yeah. No, that's for sure. I think Ruzi Boyev is a different, determined guy, and for over
yeah,
40 fights, it shows.
for sure. And like I said, dude wanted to fight Brian Battle after he quit. Yeah, Lusa, like I don't know, bro. Like this, I really hope they give Brian Battle a ranked opponent next. Like I don't even want to see that fight run back anymore. So I think Brian Battle's not gonna be his line's gonna be way too wide this time because the books are gonna be onto it. Actually, I bet in Brian Battle at -142, but we're not gonna get -142 anymore. Like or anything under -200. Probably gonna be like -250, -300. Next
Yeah,
time they
I
remake
locked
that
Brian
fight.
Battle. That was my lock of the
Yeah, that
week.
was a good
Brian Battle,
luck. That was a
man.
very luck.
Crazy,
I
man.
locked
No
the
contest.
Korean, but this didn't go my way in that one. But fucking T Rod's so tough, man. I obviously I knew T Rod can definitely survive the early rounds, but
Yeah,
is what it is.
that was
Banks said Lusa got more
that was a
hurt
tough
than
fight.
Chidi though. I don't know about that, bro. Like Chidi's not. It's not like he's a quitter out there. Chidi just like when people are taking him down, right? Like and throwing some nasty ground and pound. Like Rodriguez is not a fucking scrub. Like Rodriguez threw some nasty ground and pound, got him out of there. Like if you're eating punches like that, I mean, I don't know who would be willing to
Yeah,
take punches and not fucking look for the way out. Like I know a lot of fighters
and
won't look for the way out, but yeah,
yeah, anyone
Chidi
who
like
looks for the way out, I can't say has more heart than Chidi and Jukwani. That's for sure. Because Chidi, even when he knows he has no stamina left,
still not. He's
he's
not
still
quitting
in
out
that
there. He's not
fight.
looking for a yeah.
He's still in
He's
that
still like
fight. So
he's still in the fight. I mean, that Rodriguez fight wasn't a fucking. Every fight that Chidi's in is a banger. Like,
yeah,
imagine we
yeah.
put Reese McKee in there with Rodriguez. What would happen to Reese McKee? You put Reese McKee in there with Gregory Rodriguez.
Oh my god. Just find a body bag or something, dude.
You'd be fucking hooked up to a food tube, like probably
Yeah,
eating through
dude,
a
that
fucking
wouldn't even
food
be
tube.
close.
And is Chidi gonna have a tough weight cut? I don't. As long as he does hydrates himself properly later, I think he'll be fine here. But I don't mind
And
sprinkle run one for Chidi.
Reese McKee fought at lightweight before. We got to keep that in mind too, you know. So he's
Yeah,
not the
Reese McKee,
biggest.
he's not
He's
the
not the
biggest dude
biggest
for 170
170.
either.
Yeah.
He's like long and rangy, like lanky. He's not like fucking. He's not like jacked or anything, right? Like Chidi.
No.
Bang. But
No.
yeah, the weight cut makes it 50-50. Yeah, that's the only concern that I have in this fight. But Chidi's better reliever, way more power, way more finishing ability than Reese McKee. Reese McKee is only good at landing volume from the outside, like landing some pitter patter shots. I mean, Cliff said, yeah, Pfeiffer was a letdown. Yeah, I also had a parlay with, I
Dude.
had money line play on Dan Ige, then I had a parlay with Dan Ige and Pfeiffer. And yeah, Pfeiffer fucking let us down.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
and I said Pfeiffer will be back. I think he'll be back, but we gotta watch out whenever he fights a 5 round fight against someone that can hang in there and not get finished early. And Miklev said Ruziboyev, yeah. Bang said Pfeiffer is skilled. Hermanson was too big to step up in competition. Hermanson's just like
Mm,
fucking tough puzzle, man. I
I
mean,
guess.
Hermanson, like I actually bet on Hermanson when he fought Chris Curtis. I think it was Chris Curtis. Yeah, I was like, he's
Yeah.
gonna stay on the outside and just pick him apart and maybe mix in some takedowns, but he didn't need the takedowns in Chris Curtis fight. I remember watching
Yeah.
that
I
fight
think.
back then, and like I think Brandon Allen can probably do the same thing that like that Hermanson did. Hermanson, like the
Yeah, and
only
I don't.
reason Allen got clipped in that fight was because he's hanging around too much in the pocket for too long. He's willing to exchange with Chris Curtis in that first fight, but yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a fun fight next week too.
Hell yeah, that main event. And Chris Curtis has been asking for 5 rounds for a long time. So
He's
I
taking
don't
this
know.
short
We're gonna
notice
see.
to yeah, we were supposed to see Brandon Allen taking on Vittori. That was supposed to be the fight. But
Hmm.
yeah, they all train out of Vegas, right? I mean, right now Extreme Couture is 2-0 over Allen. So they know how to beat this guy, bro. Like they know.
Yeah.
Strickland knocked him out, Chris Curtis knocked him out. Like Chris Curtis was I actually don't think Chris Curtis is a bad underdog next week. But obviously he's getting up there in age. You don't who knows how many improvements he's gonna make at this time at this point in his career, but Chris Curtis is I might fucking pick Chris Curtis because Allen, like if he doesn't get the takedowns, it might be cooked. Even though striking is improving, but I haven't decided who I'm gonna pick. I watched tape on it and I'm still like the odds are kind of wide for Allen next week, but that's gonna be a fun fight. There's some good fights next week too. We got Randomy coming back too. Jermaine the Randomy. You remember Jermaine the
Dude,
Randomy? Bro, he
watching
might
the
fucking
tape
pull it off
back.
over Damon. What do you
Yo,
think
man, I
of that
might
one?
have to go with Jermaine Durand to
Yeah,
meet next week,
he's
man.
a fucking
It's
he's a 10,
crazy.
10-time Muay Thai world champion. Has a bunch of kickboxing experience. Like, so he had a baby, right? That's why it's used away. But
Yeah,
like her
yeah.
wins, bro. She's got some nasty jiu-jitsu too. Like she's not. She hasn't been
She's only
training
lost to
jiu-jitsu
Amanda
for like
Nunes. That's her
Amanda
only
Nunes.
loss.
She's got wins over Pennington. I mean, Juliana Pena. Like, so she's a fucking killer. Like 39 years old. The age is what's I think what's making Demon a big favorite there, 2-1. But the odds are fucking wide, man. So you
Super
might get it done
wrong.
next week. I might
Yeah,
pick a randomly. I might pick randomly next week.
yeah.
Like
We
she can
might see
definitely come
another.
back after she hasn't fought in what 3.5 years now, so that's the only thing I'm worried about. She can come back and look slow, but I think she's
You
gonna be
guys,
the best striker.
you guys should watch back Megan Anderson versus Norma Dumont. I think that's exactly what we might see uh this week, next weekend with Jermaine against Norma Dumont. Carter with a
Yeah,
mean
I think
overhand.
Jermaine's a better striker than Demon. Obviously, like Demon can get some takedowns, but Randomy's a physically strong girl. Like she's a strong lady, bro. She's not gonna get racked out. Like I mean, look at Chelsea Chandler has no striking. She's every fight she's running away from her opponents. Like, yeah, I'm actually excited for next week, bro. I'll probably make the picks video soon. I took a bunch of notes down. Like when I'm watching tape, I'll take a bunch of notes down. I gotta like go over the notes
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. You and
Yeah,
me both. You and me both.
I think when you're taking notes, it helps you remember better. Like it helps you remember better, remember the fights better. Yeah. Let's talk about the next fight. So let's look at some props. So Chidi and Yukwani, money line is not terrible. Minus 142. If you like the Reese McKee side, I would just live bet him after round one, maybe. But
Yeah,
after round one, I think Chidi and Yukwani can definitely still knock him out in round two, even though the likelihood of that happening it's gonna go down. But under two
yeah.
and a half
I like
minus
Chidi round one
minus
plus 200.
275. Yeah, Chidi by round one. Njukwani by KO plus 120. Chidi by inside the distance is minus 125. I don't think he's gonna get a submission here. Chidi by round one, yeah, plus 200. I actually saw it at plus 155 on bet online early, so it's like plus 200 now. I haven't bet it yet, so I might sprinkle that round one for Njukwani. Yeah, that's honestly not bad for Chidi by round one, plus 260. Damn, plus 250. That's not bad at all. Maybe he hurts him and subs him. You never know. Shit like that can happen. I mean, look at Jermaine Duran. You
Club and
see,
stuff. Oh
she got
man.
Juliana Pena in a submission, like, and that was he put her to sleep. Juliana Pena went to sleep in that one. Randomie I might bet on Randomie. Like, I'm only worried about the layout for Randomie, but I don't think she's a bad dog. It's sad to say that because I'm a big fan of Norma Dumont and her cake, but I don't know. I think Jermaine Randomie can definitely get something done.
Yeah, she's
But yeah,
her striking. Her striking is amateur. That's the thing about it.
yeah.
I don't know if she's gonna land any of those wild shots on
She has
Jermaine.
some decent body kicks, but Jermaine's been striking like over most of her life. So like 10-time Muay
Exactly.
Thai champion, bro. Like
Yeah,
fucking she's a
it's gonna be
beast, and the
hard.
line is
It's gonna be
crazy,
hard.
disrespectful to Jermaine Durandamy. I think maybe because he's 39 years old, that's probably why. Yeah, I think this goes. I mean, under 1.5 minus 148. You might as well take TD by first round than taking under at minus 148 because I don't think Reese McKee's finishing in the first round. Yeah, let's talk about the next fight now. Up next, we have Bill Algeo taking on Kyle Nelson. You want to start with this one, Chris?
Yeah, man. Bill Algeo, man. Some people are riding with Kyle Nelson this weekend, and they're judging it on his recent success.
Success, yeah.
But we are talking about a guy who is going to decision with Blake Wilder and Fernando Padilla versus a guy
Yeah.
versus a guy who is going to decision and winning against Joanderson Brito, and he's finishing guys like Herbert Burns. He's fighting as well this weekend. I just think on paper, these two are super far in terms of like where you can rate these two fighters, because I think Bill Algeo is super underrated. He just he has had some slip ups in the UFC, but he's a black belt. He's lengthy. He's very good at striking. He's very well rounded, and that's why he's always been a problem. When he got taken down against Joanderson Brito, He was hard to control, and Joe Anderson Brito chose a grapple heavy game plan, which
Yeah,
is
he
similar
just
to
kept
what.
takedowns.
Yeah, yeah, it was similar to Kyle Nelson's stardom career. Like, when Kyle Nelson came into the UFC, that's what he was trying to do too. He was trying to be that guy who would out grapple his opponents. But that's what we've seen him go away from in his last two fights. He's been willing to strike more, and that's why he's been winning. Blake Wilder, no surprise that he chose to strike with Blake Wilder because Wilder's got good grappling himself. He's got good submission game. So I wasn't surprised that Kyle Nelson was striking with Blake Wilder. And I wasn't surprised that he was the better striker against Blake
Yeah,
Wilder.
Builder
You
didn't
know,
shoot any takedowns in
um,
that one. That was horrible look
yeah,
from Builder.
yeah, it wasn't a good fight. It wasn't overall. I just think that if you put Algio in that position, Algio finishes that guy, man. And it is what it is though. But like I said, I think um credit to Kyle Nelson. He definitely has improved and he switched up the game plan. He came into the UFC with a grapple heavy style and it was tiring him out in the process. And now he's willing to strike more. I want to see if he's going to have that same striking success against a guy like Bill Algeo. And that's why they matched him up with him this weekend. I think Bill Algeo, he's going to have a lot. He's going to present a lot more problems. He's got good footwork. He's not going to be there to get hit like Builder was. And you know, I think as well Padilla not as powerful in that fight. But we saw Padilla
He
just get a
wasn't throwing a
finish.
lot of deep kicks. Wasn't throwing a lot of kicks in that Nelson
Yeah,
fight. Wasn't really
yeah.
shooting takedowns
So
either.
I think Aljo's best chance in this fight is to maintain the distance, which he's very good at that already.
Yeah,
And if Nelson does try to wrestle with him, I just said it earlier. Uh, Algio's a black belt, and he's been in some bad positions before, even against Herbert Burns as well. So
Andre
I'm gonna
Fili
go
too.
with
I think Andre Fili took him down like once or twice.
yeah, Andre
But
Fili. That's how Andre Fili really won the fight. Andre Fili didn't really
yeah,
do much. He
I
just
think
took his
LG won
back.
that fight in my opinion. Even though I
That's what
bet
I'm
on
saying.
Fili, but I think LG did enough to win
Yeah,
that fight.
yeah. Algio, I think even when Fili had his back, Algio was landing some shots too. So
Yeah, he was landing
Algio,
like
he doesn't
does the
quit
same
in
thing
there.
that Volk was doing to Makachev, but LG
Yeah.
was actually landing bigger, better shots, like some nasty
Yeah, the true
shots.
question here is going to be, can Kyle Nelson beat guys like Bill Algeo? And I just don't think he
I
can yet.
don't. Yeah,
I don't. He's going to
yeah.
have to
I don't.
prove
I
that
agree
to
with
me.
you. I don't think he's gonna.
He's
I
going to
don't.
have
I
to
think
prove
his
that.
his his fucking train as a winning as a dog is gonna come to an end here. I think
Yeah,
his
man.
fucking him winning as a dog is gonna be. It's gonna end right here, man. I think LG. I'm pretty confident LG. If he was anything under minus 150, I would pick him as a lock to because I think he's gonna be able to. He's gonna be way more slicker out there against Nelson. Nelson just stands in front of you. Like that's the way Nelson beats you. You can just pop you with a jab when you're coming in, trying to trade with him. And Nelson, like he's been finished before. It's not like he hasn't been finished before, right? And LG's fought the better competition, in my opinion. I like LG Tanya, bro. I think LG's gonna get it done, probably by 30-27 decision. I remember people were betting on Hernandez in the middle. I was shocked that late money was coming in on Hernandez in that fight. He actually closed in as a dog in that one. I bet him at minus 130, I think. Yeah, I bet him at minus 130, and he actually closed in as a dog in that one. Now I was thinking about betting more money on LGO at plus money. I was like, I don't know, late money coming in. Who knows? Maybe people know something. I don't know. Then Hernandez got absolutely dominated. I mean, he got knocked down in the second round. LGO got a knockdown in the second round too. Hernandez couldn't get a single takedown on him. I think LGO is better reviewer than Nelson, and
Yeah.
I think Nelson's gonna. I don't think he's gonna get finished in this one. Like Nelson's shown pretty good durability lately. He has been finished before by Billy Corntillo. Um, but yeah, I mean he's been finished before twice, right? He also finished him Diego Ferreira, but second on ground and pound. Lately, he's been showing that he's got a durability. His durability is improved. So I'm gonna go LG by decision. I think he's gonna get it done, but I actually like LG in a parlay this week. I know a lot of people like the Cal Nelson side. We got a couple of people in the chat. I think they said Builder and Padilla were the favorites versus Nelson. People picked them to beat Nelson.
Yeah, I think
I think
Anakin is
Builder
rocking with
completely threw that fight. Builder completely threw that fight. And the Padilla, like he was winning the first round, second round, he just didn't throw any body kicks. And
dude.
like Nelson was having success with leg kicks, right? That's where he was beating Padilla with those leg
Padilla won
kicks.
that first round clear too,
Yeah,
like clear. If he just kept doing that, he would have won.
he would have beat
He
Nelson.
would have
Yeah,
won, man. But
I think Aljo
I
is
don't
better
know.
than Padilla in my opinion. I think he's better than Padilla.
And I think he had Nelson bleeding off the first jab he threw. Like it wasn't Nelson was bleeding with within the first minute of the fight against Padilla. So he's easy to get touched, and that's not good against Algio.
Yeah, he lost that fight to Sungwoo Choi. He lost the fight. I don't know how that was a draw. That was really weird. He clearly lost that fight to Sungwoo Choi.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
they gave it a draw though. I don't know how. Termy said, "I'm just gonna not bet on this fight. I'm gonna give Nelson that for respect." I'm picking against my Canadian homie here, bro. Canadian homie is gonna go 0-1 for Canada on this card. I'm a big fan of LG, man. Every time I bet him, he's cast for me. So and I when I bet against him, I mean Feely won,
He's
but I
fun
think
to
LG should
watch
have won
too.
that fight too. Yeah, I don't think I bet on that Brito fight. Because Brito was coming off that win over Diego Lopez, and I was like, let's see how good Brito really is, because he actually looked great out there over Diego Lopez. But
Yeah,
we really didn't know much about Diego Lopez back then. So, and that fight ended up in like a technical decision because I think he got poked in the eye or something, got headbutted. I can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, Brito, like Brito's shown how good he is, right? Brito cast a plus 165 and such a distance ticket last time. So I mean,
nah,
that
yeah.
over
Brito's high
Brito's
level,
looking
man.
fucking phenomenal, bro. I really hope they keep
Brito's
making
high
Brito a
level.
dog. Like the
He's
fight that I
fighting
really
Jack
want to see
Shore,
is
right?
Brito
I
versus
mean,
Jack Shore. I think he's gonna fucking smoke him. Jack Shore is not a
yeah,
bad fighter, but he's not the power. He's not gonna have the power or the grappling to hang with a guy like Brito. And what's the odds? Have you seen the odds for that one? Or the odds for that one?
not yet, dude. Not yet. I'm waiting on that.
If it's anything under minus 200, I will definitely bet Brito in that one. But I doubt they'll give us plus money on Brito anymore, because he was plus money over Jonathan Pierce,
Nah,
and
yeah.
I had no clue
I,
what people were seeing in that one.
Yeah, as for this fight, man, yeah, dude. Nelson, I think this is Nelson's chance to show he can beat guys like Algio, but at the same time, this is Algio's opportunity to distance himself from guys that are this level, you know? I think
Yeah,
Algio deserves to be fighting for a chance at maybe just outside the top 15 or something like that. He's got more than enough experience in the UFC already. So, and he did just that hiccup against Feely, which you and I both think he won that one.
yeah, I think
So
LG won that fight. Yeah,
there's that.
I think it goes
We
over two
should,
and a half rounds. I like the over 2.5 rounds here.
yeah, Nelson's gonna bring it.
Anything but the over.
I think he's gonna bring it.
I think he's gonna be willing to trade in the puck, and even though LGO showed some power last time he fought Hernandez, I think LG's got probably better durability than Hernandez. I don't know anyone that's going to be betting on Hernandez in that Jackson fight. I'm staying far away from that one. I don't trust either one
No,
of those guys
yeah,
with even a dollar of my money.
no,
Yeah,
no.
I
There's
think this
way
goes
better
over 2.5
plays.
rounds.
There's way better plays.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
I'd
I
rather
think this
bet
goes
on
to decision.
Melissa Mullins
Yeah,
over any
Mullins,
of
yeah,
those.
she's not bad. I mean, she's 2-1, but I think I'm picking her to win. I think she's gonna win next week. And Nora Carnoli, like, see, dropped my girl Edwards, right? Edwards won that fight.
That
I
was
don't
a
know how she
robbery,
got
man.
that decision. I would have gone
A clear
11-0 on that
robbery.
card if the
That was
Edwards
because
has
they were in
had gotten
France, man.
that decision. Yeah, exactly. I like LGO by decision here. I got LGO decision in a parlay. I think he's gonna get it done by LGO by decision. He's live for a submission too. If he takes his back, I mean, LGO's got some slick jiu-jitsu, but I think Nelson's tough. He's not gonna give up out there. LG by
Nah,
decision
he's
plus
tough.
120, plus 125. I think it goes the distance. Or you can take the fight goes the distance. Minus 190. Yeah, I think it goes the distance either way. All right, let's talk about the next fight. Up next we have so we're both
Yes,
taking out.
sir.
Up next we have Nurse Sultan Ruziboyev taking us Rodriguez Dumas. You want to start with this one, Chris?
Yeah, man. Well, look, I'm personally high on Ruzi Boyev, and you know, it's I I've I know he's got some padded fights. He's got a lot of fights though. That's what I'm going to
Yeah,
credit him at. You know, despite it being padded, whatever, he's not going to be worried about the bright lights. And that's why he looked really good against Bruno Ferreira. Bruno Ferreira threw a naked calf kick, and Ruzi Boyev had the IQ to know exactly what he needed to do. Okay, there was no. Some people, you know, you've seen that in a lot
they're
of
saying it was
fights.
fluky.
Fighters,
Yeah, a
fighters.
lot of people are saying it was fluke. It was a fluke. Yeah,
That's
I don't
crazy.
know.
Yeah, like you've seen a lot of fighters, they get away with throwing these naked calf kicks and they don't get punished for it. Ruzi Boyev caught that kick, drilled the punch. He knew exactly what to do. All right. And that's
Yeah,
because of the experience. So 43 MMA fights, only 30 years old. That's no joke. That's no joke. It's an insane amount of experience for only your second fight in the UFC. And I got high hopes for this guy, man. I do think that him making that move to the Philly gym, you know, yes, right now that looks a little questionable just because of the way how they have been performing. But at one point, man, that gym was world
yeah.
class.
Belgium
All
was,
right.
yeah, it was
At
really
one
high.
point, that gym was world class. And I do think that training with guys like Joe Piper and them, opposed to the people he probably was training with back at his home country, you know, he's definitely got better training partners here in America. So there's no doubt about that. I think this is a guy, he's 30 years old, he's looking to improve. And he outclassed Bruno Ferreira, like I said, 20 wins by submission, 11 wins by knockout. And that's already more fights, more knock. So he's got more knockouts than his opponent has fights. All right. Cedric Dumas is only 9-1 overall in his entire professional record. And I know he's an athlete. All right. Cedric, I'm going to credit Dumas on that. He's an athlete. And for sure, that's what he looks like when he's in there, but he's failed to use his athletic ability in the UFC, guys. He's going to decision with a guy like Abu Azaitar, and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
the Potato Brothers.
that's extremely questionable. You know, when you say when you say a guy is athletic and you say he's got finish ability, he's a known kick. He got finishes back in the regional scene and with his kickboxing, and you've seen that. But then he doesn't apply that into his fights because into his fights, I think he just um like all game plan just leaves the I think it just goes, man. I think it just goes. And
Oh,
that's
you're
what it
funny.
is with him. He's not good. I don't think Dumas and especially the game plan for this fight, I don't know if he's even gonna have one considering his situation. I don't want to speak on it too much because you know he's got what he's got going on, but he said it himself. 70% of his camp was spent, you know, behind bars. So how much training can a guy really get done for potentially his hardest fight ever in his career behind bars? You know, it's
Yeah,
really hard. And I can't that's why, you know, you could pick Dumas to win this fight because you can say, oh, you know, Ruzi Boyev, he's had padded fights and this and that. But to put a dollar on him, to confidently put money on this guy, you know, you need to be calling 1-800 gambling issues
I
because
mean,
that
I
is
think people just like
you're a
the plus money
degenerate,
here,
bro.
and people are not
You're a
sold on Rudy
degenerate. Putting
Boy.
a dollar on this
A lot of
guy
people,
is
yeah, a lot of
ridiculous.
people are calling his win over Pereira, who's got a chin on him. Pereira's not chinny at all. A lot of people calling that like a fluke by somehow. I don't know how they're calling a fluke. Yeah, Demas, I'm just not sold on Demas, bro. I mean, the only time I bet on Demas, I think, was that this fight on Dana White Contender Series. This guy Matez Peñas, I think we're gonna see him on Dana White Contender Series. Get another opportunity. He's looked okay. Peña's looked okay on Octagon. I've seen his couple of fights. He's a good striker, but he gave up. He gave up. Made a mistake in that one. I think Peñas would have won that fight if he just didn't make that mistake. Give up that neck for a guillotine choke. But yeah, he's not like this win. I just can't get that. Like this is a horrible look, man. Ajaritar has got one run cardio, and
Dude,
like Demas took him
it's
down.
crazy.
Wasn't he looks so stiff and so like I don't know. Every time I see Demas go out there and fight, it looks like he's kind of scared to exchange in a firefight. And this Brandis do that fight. No one can convince me otherwise. Brandis do that fight.
Yeah.
He pulled the guillotine in almost every single minute like of that fight. Every time he was on the feet, Brandis kept pulling the guillotine over and over. And I had the under 2.5 rounds in that one, and I don't know how that went the distance. Brandis just absolutely sold that one. If Giles Brown can wrap your neck and get a submission over you, I think Roosevelt's gonna either knock him out or submit him. I hope he not. I hope he clubs and subs him. I really hope that he submits him. But he might knock him out. I mean, this could be a knockout here early because I don't like Demas' striking all that much. He's a good athlete, like you said, like decent athlete. Has some nice head kicks. And
Yeah.
that fight was Ajaitar was way too close. That was 1-1 heading into the third round. The only reason he won that third round was he had good moments in the at the end of the third round. So he landed like a nice head kick that kind of clipped Ajaitar a bit. Ajaitar's got no cardio. Like Ajaitar's not really UFC level. I don't know why they even brought Ajaitar to the UFC. And Ajaitar, like those brothers are known to like do criminal, like they're criminals. I think Ajaitar brothers.
Yeah, yeah. They got
They're
a
like
bunch of stuff going on
yeah, the Potato
with the
Brothers. You
law
remember
and
when
stuff.
I think was it Abu Jaitar? I think it was his brother. That was that got caught for bringing roids to the UFC. Um, Hoto, I think it was Hoto.
Oh yeah,
They
it
said
was like a
it was
situation in the
potatoes.
hotel room.
Yeah, they
Right,
said it was
right.
potatoes later. Yeah,
Nah,
it was
dude. These
potatoes.
guys,
She was hilarious.
I mean, just like Dumas. Dumas is it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how these guys make it to the UFC with all that history. But Dana White does not care about that. He even lets Jair Putin, fight with one eye, so it don't matter.
As
You
long
can
as you
fight
can
in the
fight up.
UFC.
Yeah, I'm pretty common Ruzy boy over here, man. I know a lot of people are betting the other side. Demas is like a lot of money coming in Demas. I'm just not sold on the guy, bro. I think Ruzy boy can beat him everywhere that this fight goes. Even if this goes a distance somehow, I think Ruzy boy can still like beat him by decision. I mean, I don't think this is going past the first round. I think Ruzy boy's gonna smoke him in the first round pretty easy.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
this dude is
how?
what 6'5". He used to be fighting at light heavyweight, in my opinion. I don't know how he cuts it
Yeah,
down to 185.
dude, he used to fight at 170. It's crazy. It's
Who,
crazy.
Ruziboyev? No, no
Yeah,
way. He's fought
yeah,
some decent guys in Russia too, right? Like there's some Russian guys. Like yeah,
yeah.
he's
That's
fought
what I'm
complete
saying. He's
bums.
had
Like
some decent
I think people
opponents,
just
man.
don't know some of those guys that he's fought. People just don't know much about him because they don't watch anything other than UFC. He's fought some decent
Yeah,
guys outside the UFC
I
too.
seen this guy. I don't know if you know, I don't know if you know him. Sicky Betts MMA, something like
Usiki
that.
Bets MMA. I think I've heard of him. Yeah,
Yeah, he posted this like highlight reel of of Dumas,
yeah.
and it didn't have in the highlight reel. It didn't have not one of his UFC fights because not
Yeah, he's
one of
just
his
not dangerous
UFC
like he
fights
used to
has
be.
been
Yeah.
impressive. So there you guys have it, man. It's hard to really
Yeah,
make a
Demas,
highlight
like
reel
remember
for
when
this
he got
guy.
subbed by Friend, like he just got taken down, just kind of gave up the
Yeah, he
neck.
just
You
quit.
seen that one? Like what the fuck happened in
Yeah,
that one? Like if you're giving up your neck to Josh Friend, who's not really dangerous at all, like in my opinion, decent grappler, not really dangerous though, like on the feet either. Like he just kind of quit in that one. Then he said that he quit, right? He's like, I just quit in that one. I just didn't want to fight anymore. That's what he said. Like if you're saying shit like that, I don't know. Yeah,
yeah.
I think Ruzibo's gonna smoke him early. I'm pretty confident Ruziboy here. I got a parlay with Ruziboyev and LGO. I got a parlay with Ruziboyev and under 2.5 rounds in that other fight. It was the Ibu Aslan fight under 2.5 and Ruziboyev parlay that's -110. I got Ruziboyev in a couple of parlays and I'm pretty confident in this guy to get it done. I don't even think I need to hedge in Demas. If I was gonna hedge in Demas, I'd probably take him by decision. Demas by I don't think so. I don't think this is going past the first round. Under 1.5 -148. I think it goes under 1.5. But you might as well take Ruziboya by finisher, like take Ruziboya by round one, or then take an under at it's not even plus money anymore. It was at -125, I think, when it opened up. Ruziboya by submission. That's what I like. Ruziboya plus 140 on DraftKings. Ruziboya by submission. That's not bad at all. But he might get a
Plus
knockout here. You
140.
never know. Yes, it
Yeah,
was plus
plus 140 is
115.
not bad.
It was plus 115 on BetOnline. But yeah, BetOnline drops their props early, so people always bet props on BetOnline early. So that's why you don't get the best odds on prop odds. I mean on BetOnline, but I think this goes I think Rizbo's gonna smoke him early. He might knock him out, to be honest, because I don't think Damas' striking is all that clean. But I think some submission club and sub is more likely though. I mean,
Yeah, look,
people are betting Damas by KO, so I guess they're seeing something that I'm not. Opened up a plus
Colostrum
450 and it's plus 400.
Colostrum says that Nuzultan would have beat Kyle when they were booked. I think he would have had a good chance. I
I
think he
don't know if
would
he
have
would
had a
beat
really good
him, but yeah,
chance.
he had a good chance of landing something crazy on the
Like, I don't
feet.
know if he would have
His
beat
feet were
him,
dropping
but
too.
those are the people you should be matching Ruziboyev with. I wouldn't, how much better would that Saudi Arabia card have been if they had done Shara Putin versus Ruziboyev? You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
That's a
that would have
fight I
been
would want to
sick.
see.
I mean,
Like
Bruno Silva took
that's
that
a
on short
crazy
notice
fight,
though.
And those two are like, they both only have one fight in the UFC. That would have been a great matchup right there,
I
man.
hope they
But no,
make that match eventually.
they
Well,
gotta
Sir
give him
Bullet's
Ihor
fighting.
Pottier
Who's he fighting?
instead.
He's fighting someone right now, right? He's booked to fight someone on the Abu Dhabi card, Saudi Arabian
Ihor.
card. Ihor Pottier,
Ihor
yeah.
Pottier, yeah.
I think Sarah Bullet's gonna win that matchup. I think he's just a way
He
better
could. Yeah, he
striker.
definitely could for sure. Yeah.
But if Pateria wrestles, I mean, he can definitely have success, right? We've seen how terrible Cerebral takedown defense is. Bruno Silva was taking him down every round, but he's now that he's training MMA, I think Bullet's gonna be improving, working on that takedown defense. Now he's got the
Yo,
money. I
shout out
mean,
to
he's
my
got
guy Sakib
right, yeah.
in the chat. No, yeah, my boy is in the chat. One of my friends.
Let's go, Sakid. Let's go, Sakid. Trudover said I'm faded. Then oh, what's good, Trudover? And he said Dumas versus Cody was bad. Yeah, that was one of the worst fights I've seen in my life. Cody would have won that matchup. He would have won 100% if he just didn't give up a takedown by pulling a guillotine choke every round. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. I like Ruziboyev. I think Ruziboyev's gonna finish him in the first round and a half. Up next, we have Bruno Silva taking on Chris Weidman, and I'll start with this one. Bruno Silva, way better strike. I think he's a way better striker. Has more power on the feet. He's younger, 34 years old. Obviously, they're both 1-4 in their last 5 fights, but Silva's losing two guys like
Yeah.
Star Bullet took that fight on short notice. I think lost to Brendan Allen. Didn't he also take that Brendan Allen fight on short notice? Or am I mistaken in that one? I think he took that Brendan Allen fight on short notice too.
Bruno
Was he
Silva?
or was it? Yeah, Bruno Silva. Yeah, I think Brendan Allen was supposed to fight someone else, right? But yeah,
You
he's
could
supposed to
be
fight
right
Jack
on that.
Hermanson. Yeah, he was supposed to fight Jack
Mm.
Hermanson, and then Bruno Silva took that on short notice, and he rocked Brendan Allen early too. Like he rocked him early, but eventually got rocked himself and got subbed. But yeah, I mean, like all these guys that he's losing to, like this is the only terrible loss that he has. Gerald Mearser. I had some couple units on Bruno Silva on that one, and I should have seen it coming because it was at elevation. He kind of got tired. Silva got tired, and he said he was sick in that fight too. Pereira, bro, he gave fucking Alex Pereira everything that this dude can handle out there. Like, I just still puzzled how he got knocked down by Gerald Mearshar, but not he didn't get knocked down by Alex Pereira. Like, MMA is fucking crazy. Like, how do you like how's your chin hold up against Alex Pereira but not against Gerald Mearshar? MMA is fucking crazy game.
Yeah,
Weidman,
dude.
I'm just not. I don't know. Weidman, like I think he shouldn't be fighting anymore. I mean Weidman's tough though. I took the over 2.5 in that one, even money over Brad Tavares because Brad Tavares hasn't really finished anyone in the last like what 10 years now, almost. Last
Yeah.
8 years or 7 years. But yeah,
2.
I mean, yeah,
He's just a
I think
shell of
Weidman shouldn't be
himself.
fighting anymore. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get the takedowns. I know a lot of people. Some people think that he's gonna get the takedowns here over Silva. Obviously, if it goes past the first round and a half, we know Silva's kind of breaks down mentally later in the fight. But I don't think he's gonna lose this one. I'm pretty confident that Silva's gonna win this one. I think Silva's gonna knock him out. I'm a big fan of Weidman, but I think Silva's gonna knock him out eventually. Weidman hasn't looked good in the last couple of fights. Let me know what you think,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself, man. Weidman, he's looking like a shell of himself, man. He's 39, almost 40. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
what are we really talking about here? Like he's I think the real reason why he's still fighting in the UFC is because He broke his leg against Uriah Hall, and after that fight, he like was talking about it, how he wanted to make a comeback and he wanted to show that you can, you can still be successful, right? But he's yet to get a win since breaking his leg, guys. And it's for a reason. In that Brad Tavares fight, he didn't even look like he was trying to win in there. So for it's really hard to be convinced that he can wrestle for 15 minutes. It's really hard because I say that because he's almost 40. And then it's really hard to be convinced that he can beat this guy striking, because Bruno Silva is knocking out guys that he's going to decision with. He knocked
Yeah,
out Brad Tavares, and Bruno Silva.
I bet on him there. Yeah, I bet
That's
on him at plus money. That was actually plus money play
yeah.
for
And apart
Torres.
from him, knocking out guys that he's been in there with, Bruno Silva, that's his specialty, is the striking. He's got 20 wins by knockout out of his 23 total. So
Yeah, that's a lot of
he's
knockouts
he's
for
going in
20
there to
fight.
finish you guys, and he's lethal. He's lethal, and I think the path to victory is very clear. Brad Tavares, he shied away from it a little bit, but when he started kicking that leg, we all saw what was happening there. So if Bruno Silva just, it sucks. It sucks to do it to somebody, because you know that they've had multiple surgeries there. But hey, you're signing up to fight, and you're signing up to you know, to win. So like you said, if Weidman, if Bruno Silva wants to win this fight, attack those legs, mix up the shots to the legs with the shots to the head, and it's gonna be coasting. But if he's shying away like Brad Tavares did, and he starts getting taken down, I don't know. We could see
Silva actually showed that
Weidman
he can
pull it
wrestle
out.
too, right? He took down Sure Bullet. What? Every round he
Yeah,
took him down every
and that
round.
was
He can
crazy,
wrestle
dude. That
Silva.
was He actually told media uh on media day that he shied away from his true his true style, because he was so
Yeah.
intimidated by Shara Putin's wrestling, and the whole that where they come from, that style. They put so much fear into you coming into the fight that you got to worry about the wrestling so much, and that's what he was so worried about. He said that made him change how he went about the fight, and that he's not going to do that this time. He said he's going to be a striker. He said he's going to be lethal in there, and that's what he relies on most. So I like to hear that from a guy who's got 20 wins by knockout out of his 23 wins, and a guy who knows he's taking on a 39-year-old with multiple surgeries. Now both legs are beat up. The chances are so slim for Weidman, man. I money My money got to go on Bruno to get this one done, and my pick is going to be Bruno as well. So, and I think he gets it done by finish here.
Yeah, I think Silva knocks him out, bro. I'm a big fan of Weidman. I've liked him a lot. Like I've been watching him for like what over the years. But I don't think he should have came back in that Brad Torres fight. He took more kicks to the legs. I mean, he had some good moments in that Torres fight. He was walking forward, but he wasn't. He was too slow, and like, yeah, he just the speed just wasn't there, and reaction time just isn't there anymore for Weidman. Is he gonna wrestle nonstop for 15 minutes? Like that's the way he's gonna
It's
win if he
crazy.
wins, right? Wrestle
You're
nonstop for
asking a
15 minutes.
40-year-old to wrestle for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the
It's not.
explosiveness to wrestle for 50 minutes anymore. And Bruno Silva only needs one moment, right? This dude has crazy power. I mean, he actually clipped Outspur a couple of times too in that fight. I don't think he rocked him or anything, but he was landing some nice punches on Pereira too. Yeah, I think Bruno Silva gets it done. I think probably goes under 1.5 rounds if Weidman is where he's at this stage in his career. I mean, under 1.5 is definitely risky here, but I mean, Bruno Silva, I just take the KO. I think Silva KO is honestly not bad here. Under 2.5 rounds, minus 200. That's not bad. Under 2.5 rounds. I don't know if Weidman can still take like power punches from Bruno Silva for 3 rounds anymore. I know. I mean, Torres wasn't really trying to knock him out. To be fair, though.
No,
Torres could have
no.
got him out of there if he was trying to go for a finish and just wasn't trying to go for a finish in that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
Silva by KO. I
you're
like
right.
Silva by KO minus 120. I think that just instead of playing the money line, you're better off taking the KO here. I got Silva by KO in a parlay, a long shot parlay, so I think that's gonna cash. And I hope that Weidman gets it done. I'm a big fan of Weidman, but even if he gets it done here, what's gonna be next for him? He's gonna be keep fighting in the UFC, like it's gonna take more damage. I mean, so
Yeah,
former
yeah.
champion
I
Chris
think that's
Weidman,
what it
all the
is,
respect
man.
to the guy, but yeah, I don't think he's gonna get this done. Silva loses to Weidman at this point, bro. Like just cut Silva, just cut him already.
Cut
Yeah,
him for sure,
yeah,
for
just
sure.
cut him from the UFC. But yeah, I think
You
Silva
can't be
gets it done.
losing. You can't be losing
Yeah,
the third to 39-year-old Chris Weidman and expect to have a career in the UFC still. That's a joke.
yeah.
That's a joke.
Millie said a Weidman just about to hit his prime. Yeah, just like Tony Ferguson, T Ferg, bro. T Ferguson and Chris Weidman just about to hit their prime right now. And he said Bruno the Spider Silva winning. Yeah, I think Silva's gonna win 100%. I mean 99%. I mean nothing's 100% in MMA, but I think 99% of the time Silva's gonna get it done. And he said that he's about to go get revenge for my favorite fighter, Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva would have won that match if he just didn't fucking get. I don't know what the hell Silva was doing out there. Like he's just playing around too much. But I mean, good for Weidman for becoming the champion, right? But I still remember that matchup he had with Romero, bro. Like he was actually winning that fight against Romero. Was he winning? I think he was winning over Romero, but Romero threw that flying knee. That was one of my favorite knockouts of all time too. As much as I like Weidman, but that was a fucking crazy flying knee from Romero. I was freaking
Yeah.
out when I was watching that KO, bro. Me and my cousin were watching it. Like I was over at my cousin's house, or we were eating some food and watching it, bro. Like I was like shocked. I was like, no way, Romero knocked him out. That was a
That
nasty,
was
bro.
when I was still
Weidman,
blown
he's been
away.
knocked out some brutally. He's been knocked out brutally many, many times. So
Yeah.
the damage is gonna catch up to him now, I think. And he said
Yeah, dude.
Brad Tavares got pinned by Silva, and Weidman couldn't finish Brad Tavares. Yeah, I mean, I actually bet on Silva in that one because I don't know why Tavares was favored because Tavares hasn't showed power recently. Like, I think people are favoring Tavares because he went the distance with and he looked okay with the Duplessis. I think that's why people are favoring Tavares. But I took Silva by KO in that one. Willie said you guys aren't ready for the Weidman wheel kick. If Weidman gets a
I guess
wheel
not.
kick, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if Weidman gets a kill, like a wheel kick knockout.
Dude, I can't believe that
Bro,
Yoel fight was 8 years ago now.
yeah, I was bro. He was that's when Weidman was in his prime,
Yeah,
and
that was the
yeah,
real Chris
Romero,
Weidman, you know?
that flying knee was crazy, dude. That was a crazy
He only
flying
got 2
knee.
wins after that.
2 wins since then.
Yeah, man.
Damn. Sucks for Weidman, man, but yeah, I don't know what the UFC trying to do here. Maybe they think that if he survives the first round, maybe he can do something later. But I think Silva's gonna be if the Silva that showed up against Alex Pereira shows up here. I think he's gonna get a knockout in the first round or second round or even third round. Like could be a knockout due to the damage that he lands on Weidman.
For
Depends on what
sure.
kind of Silva shows up. If the Silva that showed up against Sarah Bullet Magomedov, bro, I think that's what's gonna beat Weidman all day. Like he actually looked good out there. Yeah, he was landing some clean shots and Magomedov too on the feet. He
Yeah.
wasn't looking
Even the
terrible on
one
the feet.
against the Bruno Silva that showed up to fight Alex Pereira
Yeah,
destroys Chris
yeah,
Weidman.
that one destroys Weidman for sure. Like he looked
Yeah.
pretty fucking good out there. And like I actually had money on Pereira and I was like kind of sweating it because I mean he was trying to take
Yeah,
down
and
Pereira. Like Pereira's yeah.
Jamal Hill keeps telling people to rewatch that fight. I might have to go watch that one back.
It was a fun fight. I mean, that's what really told us how good Pereira's cardio is because he got clipped a couple of times too. Showed his chin. His chin is solid too. Yeah, that was a good fight. I actually enjoyed that watching that fight. Let's talk. Let's go over the next fight now. So my picks are both of our picks going to be Bruno Silva by KO minus 120. You're taking the KO too,
Yes,
right?
sir.
KO. Yeah,
Yep.
KO. Up
KO.
next, we have the co-main event of the evening, guys. Make sure you guys hit the like down below. Go sub to the channel. Sub to MMA FightRealm is pinned in the description down below. Make sure you guys drop him a sub. We gotta get our boy to 100 subs. It's getting close, really close. He's been putting in the work. He's out here grinding, doing a live stream with us, and I appreciate your time, brother. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. But yeah, let's talk about
Hey
the
man,
co-main
shout out
event
to
now.
you, man.
So co-main event, I appreciate that, brother. Let's go. You want to start with this one? Vicente Luque taking on Joe King Buckley.
Hell yeah.
Even money
All right,
fight right
man.
here. Even money fight.
Yeah. Luke is Pick'em's lock of the week, boys. So shout
Yeah, I'm
out to
taking
Pick'em.
Luque,
You know,
rocking with
he
Luque.
does not pick these minus 200 locks or these minus 300 locks. He likes to, sweat them
Yes,
out.
it's more
But this
fun
is
sweating
this
it
is
out.
one guy. This one guy, he might sweat it out again, but Vicente Luque, I like it. I like it. This is a tough fight. The best version of Vicente Luque destroys Joaquin Buckley, in my opinion. And we've seen a difference in skill set from welterweight to middleweight. And honestly, I think the welterweights are better. I think the
Yeah.
welterweights are better than the middleweights, and I think it's clear. Um, Vicente Luque was known as a killer, man, and a lot of people have been saying, he hasn't been looking like himself lately, but he's only 32, right? So
Yeah, he's only
this is
32. He's not.
this is
He's
the
31
age
or
where
32. 32, I think, right? Luque.
right.
He's only 32.
So
Obviously, he's gone through a lot of wars, but still only
right.
32
So this
years
is
old.
the age where a lot of fighters will agree with me when I say this. This is the age where they say that this is their prime in terms of fighting. So, Vicente Luque, despite the wars, he has, the brain bleeding situation that went on.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take that into account because I do think it's been some time now. And I think Luque, he didn't he's just I don't want to say he's not looking like a shell of himself. I just want to say that he's approaching the fights differently now, a lot more mature, a lot with a bit more fight IQ. He doesn't just want to be in wars anymore. And you know, some people tend to look at that and say, "Oh, he doesn't look the same." But I just want to take a step
He's
back
fighting
and maybe
smart now,
say,
yeah. He's fighting
yeah, I want to
smarter
take a
now.
step back and say, I think he's just fighting smarter. I think he's avoiding the wars as much. And that is going to suit him very well in this fight. I think if he doesn't look to just forward battle with Buckley and he just tries to be the guy who beats him with technique, then he's going to come out on top 9 times out of 10 every time they book this fight because Buckley has looked very, very sloppy, guys. In that fight with Alex Morono, you know, he was like, I don't think that version beats Vicente Luque, that's for sure, because Vicente Luque is apart from comparing fights, Vicente Luque's striking is way better. His,
Yeah.
he's got ground
More power,
game,
yeah.
more power, and 170 is a lot better than 185. So, Buckley, yes, he came down to 170, but now this is the true big test for him. And, I'm not anyone picking him and saying that he can knock out Luque is pretty tough, man. I think it's gonna be really tough to do just because he's a southpaw and Jeff Neal was a southpaw. It's tough to compare the striking of Jeff Neal and
Yeah.
the amount of
For
punches
sure.
Jeff Neal could take versus what Joaquin Buckley has shown us, guys. Joaquin Buckley's had 3 knockouts losses in the UFC. All right. So I gotta go with Vicente Luque as well, man. I think Vicente Luque is gonna get this one done. Um, like I said, the skill gap from 170 to 185 is gonna show in this fight. And he fought guys like Andre Fialho and Alex Morono. That doesn't really, those guys are bottom of the barrel 170s. And Alex Morono is like, he's
He's got
even
pillar
packing some
hands, got
fat
no
on him.
power.
He's packing some fat on him. So I think he's even a guy like who's just fighting at 170 because he doesn't want to make 155. But it is what it is. Morono, he fought him to decision. Morono's 34 years old. Morono's not a finisher. So why was Buckley if he's talking about he's gonna pressed the gas against Luque, why wasn't he pressing the gas against Alex Morono? What does Alex Morono bring to the table? So full camp. I mean, full camp for
Yeah,
Luque.
Buckley's
Short
coming in
notice.
short. Yeah.
Yeah, full camp for Luque. Short notice for Buckley. So I gotta go with Luque here, man. I do think Luque is gonna be lethal, and we're gonna see. Uh, it's a slower version. I think it's a more technical version out of Luque, and that's what gets it done against Buckley this weekend. So I like your
Yeah,
lock
I
of the
think
week pick on.
I think Lucas got more path to victory here. He can wrestle for 5 rounds. We've seen that his last fight. People are counting him out his last fight too. RDA, like RDA is not a bad grappler, right? Like I think RDA has better grappling than
No,
Buckley.
he's not bad
Buckley's
at
probably
all.
more
We
explosive. I
saw that
think
against
Buckley's probably more
Gamrot.
explosive. Yeah, Buckley's more explosive. Obviously, RDA rocked the Gamrot like bad, right? Like, he rocked it bad. I mean, but like, Vicente Luke has been fighting smart, bro. I think he's gonna mix in some takedowns. On the feet, he's not a fish out of water on the feet. He's only been knocked out once, right, by Jeff Neal. If Jeff Neal fights Buckley, I would pick Jeff Neal by KO all fucking day long. Like I think Jeff
Yeah.
Neal smokes Buckley all day long. I don't think Buckley knocks out Jeff
Oh
Neal.
yeah.
Like, and Luca is tough. Every time we see Buckley get rocked, I mean, he's getting finished right away, right? Like Holland knocked him down and finished him right away. Like Chris Curtis knocked him down, finished him right away. Like Luque was still hanging in there, bro. And I had money on Luque, so I was like kind of pissed off. But yeah, this dude is tough, bro. I mean, like Jeff Neal really put it on him, and that was Jeff Neal's best performance to date. I mean, but Luque, I hope he wrestles here. He can definitely get some takedowns, and he's got way better jiu-jitsu on the ground too. And Lucas, who has Buckley really beaten, other than Duraev, Morono, who's got pillow hands, Fiallo, who's got
Yeah,
no chin,
Fialo.
Duraev, who's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
wrestling and no fucking cardio and no durability. Duraev's like not really even that tough. Like he kind of just breaks down mentally. Like Al Hassan by split decision. Like Jordan Wright. I mean, he was losing the Impa fight too before he got that crazy knockout or Impa. If
Yeah,
you
he
guys
was
go watch
losing that
that fight
input
back,
fight.
he was losing that fight. Kevin Holland knocked him out in the third round. Like bro, look at the guys.
And
I
Kevin
get I
Holland
get it.
outclassed him.
Yeah, yeah. Kevin Holland was just picking him apart from the outside. Like then he fucking sniped him. Like you guys remember when Luke fucking knocked out Jeff Bilal Muhammad, bro? That was one of my favorite fucking moments in the UFC
Dude,
ever. Like
yeah, man.
that was crazy. I mean, he's knocked out Jalen Turner also. Like, bro, I'm into war with Mike Perry. Like, bro, I don't know. I'm just not sold on Buckley, man. I know he's looked really good at 170, but I'm just not sold on the guy. He should have smoked Alex Morono. If you can't knock out Alex Morono, I don't know. I can't pick you to win. No, I can't think you're
Exactly.
gonna go out there and knock out Luke, bro. Like,
I'm not
and he
convinced.
couldn't knock out Filo with punches either. He had to land a head kick on Fialo, right? I mean, Fialo has one of the worst chins in the game, and he couldn't knock him out with a punch. He was hurt, like couldn't really rock him with a punch, right? He took a head kick to knock out a Fialo. Yeah, I'm kind
Yeah.
of confident on Luke, man. I think Luke is gonna get this done either by decision or he's gonna just I mean, he's fought the way better competition, so I like Luke here. That's why I'm picking Luke as a lock of the week, and we're probably gonna sweat it a bit, but I just don't think Buckley's as good as people are thinking him that he is. I don't know. Just I'm not sold on Buckley.
Yeah.
We got some
Yeah.
disagreements in the chat. I just said Buckley gonna win a decision. I don't know. If he wins,
Oh,
it's gonna
what's
be
up,
by
all
crazy head
Jays?
kick or something. If he wins, it's probably gonna be by crazy head kick or something. I don't think he's winning a decision over Luque. But yeah, I just said
Yeah,
Buckley would
no.
have finished him multiple times, but Morono is tough to be fair. You think Morono is tougher than Luque? I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
that's
I don't know
yeah.
about
Come
that.
on. Come on. Come
Morono's
on,
not
all
tougher.
Jays. Let's be
Morono's been
real.
finished 9 times, right? But he should have finished Morono. He should have finished him. I mean, that people are playing under in that one. Everyone got burnt on the under 2.5 in that one because he just didn't finish him. I just said I think Lucas should have won, but Buckley is hungry and he's talented. So if he fights smart, it's gonna be hard for Lucas. Plus RDA is a 155er. Buckley is coming down from middleweight. I just think that yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with the Chris. Like you said, welterweights are more technical than middleweights, and I've seen Buckley get knocked out cold many times. So I favor the durability of Luke. Like obviously he's taken more damage over the career, so I don't know. I'm pretty confident Luke this week. Foster said Luke versus Brian Battle, who wins. That's I'm a fan of both of those guys. I like Brian Battle though, but who
Yeah.
win that one? Who'd you have in that one? I think Battles, I
Wow.
don't know. That's a tough fight, bro. That's a tough. Both these
That's
guys have really good jiu-jitsu, right? Like
I want to see how Luque does against Buckley before I make that pick.
maybe that's the next matchup that makes
But
sense, right?
right
But
now, if I had to make the pick before the Buckley fight, I would say Luque wins that fight too. Right now, just because I
Luke
think,
probably he's got better jiu-jitsu
yeah,
maybe, but
I think Luque's that good, man. I can't count him
yeah,
out
people are
yet.
just sleeping on him because he's just those brain bleeds. Like I think they're making too much out of those brain bleeds. And I got Luke at plus money over, and everyone was betting already in that one. Everyone was like completely just forgetting about who Luke is. Obviously, he wasn't looking too comfortable on the feet. He was like not really into exchange on the feet. But why would you want to exchange out there when you can wrestle, right? Like when you can wrestle these guys. But yeah, I'm on Luke here for lock of the week. Let's see if we can bounce back. I picked the horrible lock last week with the Puello. I think Puello looked fucking dog shit out there. But let's see if we can bounce back with this one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be months coming for war. I don't know about that. I mean, he comes to bang. I mean, he's a power puncher, right? But I don't know. I think Luke is gonna have a. It's gonna be good everywhere for Buckley. Have said even if Nate wins, I'll donate five to accept defeat. But if Emmers wins, I'm donating five to say listen to half. All right, bro. I got you, bro. I'm still picking my boy Nate the Train though. I'm picking Nate the Train. But let's look at some props now. So for props on this fight, like I don't know about the unders in this one. Buckley, like I like the money line. Look at money line, even money. Honestly, not terrible.
Yeah, Luque
Um,
versus Morales would be scary. I think I would have
yeah.
to go Morales there, just because of the grappling.
Yeah, Morales is more technical on the feet and has really solid takedown defense. I think Buckley loses to Morales to be honest.
Yeah,
And yeah, Morales
yeah.
cast a good ticket for us last time. I had him by a third rounder decision plus 155. And that was a lock of the week. I actually picked him third rounder decision for Morales. I mean, and that was like the biggest favorite I picked as a lock of the week. I think he was like minus 225. But I was pretty confident that one. I was like, he's gonna win a decision over who was he fighting? He fought Jake Matthews, I think, or Jake Matthews, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was Jake Matthews, right? He fought yeah,
Mm,
Jake Matthews, I think it was. Yeah, I don't know about the props for
mm.
this one, but I'll just play the straight money line, whichever side you're on. I think it goes over 1.5 rounds either way, right? What do you think about the over 1.5 minus 159?
Over 1.5. Yeah, I think it goes over 1.5 because I
Yeah, I
mean
think I think
these
over 1.5
two
is
are
not bad.
very experienced too. So like
Yeah,
they might spend a lot of that first round just trying to read each other. Who
yeah, I
knows?
think it goes over 1.5 rounds. All right, let's go to the main event now, guys. Let's fucking go. So we're both rocking with Luke here. You got Luke by submission or decision, or like knockout?
I say Luque by knockout. Yep,
Yeah, I was picking
Luque.
decision, but I'm gonna go Luke by knockout too. I think you can clip him. Knockout
Yeah,
Buckley.
and I think
Buckley's
it's
been
like
champ
plus 250
for
him by
knockout.
knockout
I'm
or
just
something
gonna
like
probably
that.
just gonna play the money line then the knockout because money line's even money right now. Because he's got so many paths to victory with the submission game. You can club and sub him too. But
Yeah, yeah, he can.
I think you can knock him out, bro. Luka's got some ton of power, and I think Buckley can get caught on the way in, like it normally does with the other opponents. All right, guys, let's talk about the main event of the evening. Now we got Aaron Blanchfield and Aaron Blanchfield Field Dove. I messed it up. Aaron Blanchfield enough, Field enough, taking on Men and Fear. And you want to start with this one, or you can go ahead, Chris.
All right,
What do
man.
you think about this fight?
Yeah, so I had a strong lean on this fight when it was the co-main event of this card, but then when it got moved up to 5 rounds, I switched up. So Erin, she's an extremely talented grappler. I think this is clearly striker versus grappler here because Erin is an extremely talented grappler and she's only 24 years old. So, being that she's only 24 years old and she came into this grappling, she has been learning the striking as she goes. So, you know, she hasn't really needed it as much though, right? Because she's getting wins
Yeah,
over girls like Tyler Santos. She's getting wins over former champions. You know, she's pretty damn good. And there's no denying that Manon very good striker, very good striker. And these two, she's 11-1, but she doesn't look 11-1 when she's in there. She looks like a seasoned veteran with her striking. Like her striking is high level, and it's dangerous. It's vicious. It's aggressive. She's gonna need to stay to keep this fight on the feet, and Aaron is gonna need to take this fight to the ground. um, Notoriously, I feel like the fighter with better grappling tends to get the win here. But apart from that, I think that Erin is a dog, man. She's a dog, and that's why she does uh edge out those split decision wins or those close fights. Any fight that's gonna be a close fight that has to do with Erin, I gotta go with Erin, in my opinion, because she's a dog. She makes every fight a tough fight. She's been in uncomfortable situations where she doesn't get the takedown. We saw that against Tyler Santos, and she still found a way to win.
Yeah,
She
it doesn't
finds
matter
a
if she's
way
getting
to
takedowns.
win,
I know
man.
people have been saying that, oh, she went 0 and 14 for takedowns, and Talos Santos is like got grown men strength for Talos Santos. Talos Santos is a fucking beast. Like Talos Santos is no joke.
Exactly, dude.
And
No
I've seen a lot
joke.
of people betting Talos Santos in that spot. A lot of people are betting Talos Santos in that one. And still, like Blanchfield still found a way to win that matchup. I mean, she just held her up against the cage. I mean, Talos Santos. People think that Talos Santos won over Valentina Shevchenko. I mean, that fight
Exactly.
was really, really close. So, like,
Yeah,
Blanchfield beat that Santos better than Valentina Shevchenko did. So, I mean, a lot of people are just taking a look at the 0 and 14 for takedown. They're like, oh, she's not gonna get takedown to Menon. Who has Menon really
yeah,
faced as a legit wrestler like Aaron Blanchfield? Not many
right.
people. And
And
Jennifer Maya is not really a wrestler. She's like a striker, throws a ton of volume. But yo, let's bring up Nate Brown again for gifting another membership, bro. I appreciate you, Nate Brown. Let's fucking go. Big W's for Nate Brown in the chat, guys. Let's go.
shout out to
Building
Nate
this
Brown,
community
man.
on his own. Let's go, man. Big W for Nate Brown. Yeah, I like Blanchfield there, man. I would have picked her as a lock if I just made my lock early in the week. I was minus 140 for Blanchfield. Obviously, like Menon Fuhrer has is going to be the way better striker, but I don't think he's going to have enough power to knock out Blanchfield early, and I think Blanchfield's going to take over from the third, fourth, and fifth round. Maybe get a late submission. I think Blanchfield is live for a late submission too. Like her ground game is no joke. She's got really good ground game. She's only what 24
Yeah,
years old right now. Like so, she's only gonna get better every fight we see her out there. She cast a submission prop for me over Andras, and she was underdog in that one, and she looked
yeah,
phenomenal in
man.
that one. On the feet, like her striking looked improved in that one too. Like she was trading with the Andras on the feet, and Andras got some power on the feet too. Men in Fear, like I actually better over Rose, and that was kind of close. That was kind of close. If Rose didn't break her finger, I think that fight could have gone to Rose if she just didn't have an injury in that one. That was a close fight, and she dropped the third round to Rose. I think didn't she drop the third round to Rose? If I'm not mistaken, I think she did drop the third round to Rose. She won the first round and dropped the third. But yeah,
Mm,
yes, like I think this is the first 5 round fight for both of these girls. Like Blanchfield hasn't gone 5 rounds before. She's booked to fight a 5 round fight over Andra already. That was the main win. But she
yeah,
got a second round finish in that one. She's trained for a 5 round fight before Ray. So
exactly. Yeah,
I like Blanchfield here. I'm pretty confident
former
Blanchfield to win
champion.
get this done. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Andres is a former champion. Even though Manon beat a former champion in the Rose, but Rose hasn't had an injury in that one, so he couldn't really. So he wasn't close to hurting Rose either. Like it was just kind of a point fight. And Menon, like she's gonna have to get some respect early. If she doesn't get respect early, I think Blanchfield's just gonna walk her down. She's got a fucking chin on her, bro. Blanchfield's got a chin on her. She's tough. She just implements her will out there. And I like girls that are implement their will out there, like Blanchfield. I think Blanchfield can beat a girl like Alexa Grasso too. I would actually bet on Blanchfield over Alexa Grasso. I think she can beat Alexa Grasso with the takedowns and wrestling. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty confident in Blanchfield to win this week. I think she's gonna get it done.
main card
And
minute. That was a 3 round fight. Uh, with Rose and Manon. That was a 3 round fight.
yeah, that was a 3 round fight. That was a co-main win. I
So
can't remember
yeah,
which card it was, but it was a co-main win.
yeah,
And you said Aaron is winning this one. Yeah, I agree with you. Paul said Aaron. Yeah, let's go Aaron. Blanchfield of Field Field of. That's with the OV. We gotta add the OV on fucking Blanchfield now. because she's earned it. I mean, the way she fights like a Dagestani fighter out there. Like she's got fucking. Extremely numbers that Aaron considers sexier. She's definitely better looking than Man and Fear. Man and Fear is 34 years old, so you already seen how good she's ever gonna be. Like she's not gonna get any better than she is right now. And she's a French fighter too. Like French people aren't really known for their grappling over there. No offense to anyone that's French and that's watching this by any means. But they can't really
Nah, yeah,
grapple.
well,
Look at Strogan. Look at all these other grapple. Like Lapilus,
Cyril
Taylor
Gane,
Lapilus can't
man.
really grapple. Like
Cyril Gane is the biggest disappointment I've ever freaking seen, man. You think
I
there's
actually
some
bet on
talk that
John Jones. I bet on
there's
John
some
Jones
talk
by
that he
decision and
turned
also
down
bet
that
his money line.
Pavlovich fight, man.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. I haven't. There's no confirmation, but that's probably what happened, right? Because they're giving Pavlovich Volkov. I mean, the fight to make was probably gone versus Pavlovich, right?
Pav. Hell yeah.
But
Because
yeah,
those two are gonna stand and bang, you know. Pav wasn't gonna try to take him down. I don't know why Cyril Gane would turn that fight
I
down.
think Strogan could have won that matchup. I think he's a better striker from the outside. It's just the power.
Hell yeah.
Pavlovich has that fucking one punch power. I think Pavlovich is gonna beat
Yeah.
Volkov. I think Pavlovich is gonna beat Volkov. I really think that. I
He
think he's
oh
gonna knock him
he
out.
should. He should. Yeah, he should.
I don't think those kicks from the outside are gonna work for Volkov. I don't think they're gonna be enough to hurt a guy like Pavlovich. I mean, the fact that Pavlovich had Aspinall rocked too early, he could have knocked him out if he just didn't. I don't know, like he actually rocked him early. I remember in that fight, in the first like 2 minutes. But yeah, let's go over some parlays. You like any parlays for this card? Let's go over some parlays for this card
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I actually have a two leg. I got Ebo. I'm taking my chance, guys, on the Contender
Evo money
Series
line,
debut. Yeah, I got Ebo and Ruzi Boyev. Plus
Evo,
165.
Ruzi Boyev, Ruzi Boyev.
Two leg parlay.
Yeah, plus 163 right now. You can still get that at plus 163. I mean, that's a really solid parlay right there, bro. That's a good parlay, bro. So that's
I
gonna be
think
your
yeah,
parlay you like for this week. That's a good
yeah. And
parlay. I
then I
might.
have a three leg,
You got
the
you
three
got a
leg
three
where
leg
I just
also.
added Julio Ars. But
Julio
I
Arce.
added him after the line came down. I didn't bet him when he was like a
That's actually good.
500.
Plus 233 for that three leg parlay. I think that's really
Yeah.
live, bro. I got Ruzi Boyev in a couple of parlays myself. So I don't have Ebo in a parlay, but I got the under 1.5 in that one. But where's Ebo? Let me take Ebo out of there. But I don't have Arce in a parlay because the line was way too wide when I was playing parlays. But let me see. Let me take Ebo out of there. Okay, Ebo, Arce. I got Nerson Ruziboyev and the under 1.5, under 2.5 rounds in that Ebo fight. I think we're gonna see
Yeah.
a finish in that fight. I mean, you can
I
play
took
the
that
Ebo money
parlay
line.
with you.
But, yeah, I think that's a solid right there. Minus, I got it minus 360, so that's like I got it at minus 110 for those two legs. I think it's minus 110 if I remember. So that's the parlay that I just played today. I also got another parlay of the week is gonna be Ruziboyev. I'm pretty confident with Ruziboyev. I know a lot of people like MMA Twitter is like all over Dumas.
Yeah.
I don't think
And
Dumas is
again,
gonna win.
I seen Cody from Blood Money pick Dumas as well. I mean, that guy, I don't know, man. He picks a lot of dogs. I don't know what's
He's
going
got
on.
some good underdogs sometimes. He picked Hermanson, I
Yeah.
think, right? So he's got some good luck
Yeah.
sometimes.
He picks
I
yeah,
like this
I
parlay.
like
This is gonna be the parlay of the week. Ruziboyev and Algio. I like that parlay too. But yeah, I also got another parlay, three leg parlay for plus money. Connor Matthews. I got that at like over plus 300 for the three leg parlay. Half a unit. I didn't put too much money on it though. Only like $50 on the three leg parlay. Ruzi Boyev, LGO, and Connor Matthews. Like I actually got Ruzi Boyev was minus 310 when I put him in this long shot parlay. Minus 310, so his money line is coming down because a lot of people are betting Demas side here. But let's do a long shot parlay. You want to do a long shot parlay? The long shot parlay that I have. Let me see what the long shot parlay that I played.
yeah, let's
This
do that.
card. I played a long shot parlay for like plus 1568. So long shot parlay I played was I don't think you can get this on you can so long shot parlay that I played I'll probably post it later, but the long shot parlay that I played was Blanchfield to win by submission or decision minus 155, Bruno Silva by
Okay.
KO TKO minus 120, LGO by decision plus 120, Godinez by decision -135, and Jacob Malkoon money line. That's like +30 to win 500. 500. I don't do a lot of long shot parlays, but I just do one for every card just for fun. So if that hits, I'll be fucking great. I'll be happy. Bro, that's
No,
crazy
that
parlay.
sounds,
15,
it's
plus
not
1500.
unrealistic.
Yeah, I think that's
It-
pretty live too. Because I don't think LG's gonna finish. The only thing I'm worried about is like believe it or not, the only thing I'm worried about is maybe LG getting Nelson's back and maybe submitting him. But I think that goes the distance too. Makun, like Trosky is not an easy fight in the early rounds, so that's gonna be tricky. But let's do another long shot parlay on this. Let me see.
yeah.
Let's do a full card parlay. So we do a full card parlay. We'll go
Okay.
over some bets that I like for LFA tomorrow too. There's some good spots for LFA tomorrow. But yeah,
All right.
we got LFA tomorrow. LFA is gonna be on around 9 o'clock tomorrow. So let's do a long shot parlay. So let's take the over 1.5 in this one, Bray. Over 1.5 in this first fight, because I think it goes over 1.5. Malkoon money line. So what should we take in this fight? What do you think?
The
Malkoon money
Malkoun
line. You
and
want to take?
Petrosky.
Yeah.
Malkoun and
Do we take over one
Petrosky.
and a half or
Over, yeah, over 2.5, right?
over 2.5? Yeah, let's take the over 2.5 in this one. And then Dudukova to over 2.5. I like the over 2.5 in this one. What do you think? I think it
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
over
These
two
two
and a
are
half.
they're going to decision. Yeah,
Yeah, Turkali. I like the under, right? Under 2.5 or under 1.5.
under
Under
two and a
2.5
half.
probably.
Yeah,
Let's do we're gonna do a full card. This is a risky. This is like a lottery fucking territory. So don't put your all your eggs in the same basket. Let's go with the over, right? What do you think about this one? Over 2.5 or I think over 2.5,
which
right?
what is it? The Connor
Bazooka
and
and
Dennis?
Matthews. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Over
Let's
1.5
do
maybe.
Connor by decision.
Okay, Connor by decision, bro. That's gonna be fucking crazy plus money, right? Connor by decision. Let's do it. Connor by decision. What's Connor by decision? Um,
Because we both
what's
picked him
fight
to
goes the
win.
distance? Yeah, oh, you're right. Let's take him by decision. Then Matthews by decision. Um, do I not see it here? Okay, it's got to be here somewhere. Okay, fight goes the distance. Matthews by decision. Okay, there it is. Um, Matthews wins by decision plus 250. Damn, let's get
Yeah, I
plus money
found it
to
at.
it.
I was gonna say I found it at plus 250. That's pretty good.
Because I don't think, yeah, I don't think he's gonna finish Bajuka. Then Julio Arce fight, take the money in Arce or by KO.
Oof. um, I think money
Money
line.
line? Yeah, money just in case, right? You never know.
Yeah,
Herbert Burns can show up with crazy fucking cardio. He might be on the good stuff now. Yeah, Lupe Godinez, like money line or decision. I like the decision, right?
yeah.
I
Lupi
think distance.
Godinez decision.
Godinez by decision. Bro, that's fucking. This is gonna be like plus 5,000 or plus 10,000 by the time it's done. Next fight, Emmers versus
We gotta.
Nate. This is a tricky one. I mean, we're both not aligned on the same pick here. But
Oof.
let's
All
go with
right.
over.
Well,
I
yeah. Let's
think it
just do
goes
the over. Yeah.
over 1.5. I think it goes over 1.5. Reese McKee fight. So we take Chidi, but that's
Yeah.
tricky. But Chidi
Oh
money line. I
man.
mean, I think Chidi's gonna win, but definitely
Is it
risky
what
because if
it?
it goes past a round and a half, it's gonna be tricky. What about fight doesn't go the distance? Mine's 550 though. But
I think
uh,
for the same, if we're gonna do like long shot, we gotta go Chidi money line
okay, let's do Chidi money line.
because
I like
he can
Chidi. I think
still
he's
win
gonna
it
win.
by decision, right?
Yeah, I think he can win by this. I think he can land the more damaging shots on the feet and win by decision too. But it's
Yeah.
risky with him like cutting down to 170 though. But then Bill LG money line, I think LG money line is gonna win.
That's safe. That's safe.
Yeah, I think that's safe.
LGO
Yeah,
money
Uzi
line.
Boya money line also.
Yeah.
Silva. So we take Silva money line also. Silva by KO.
Oh boy.
Oh, look at this fucking plus 16,000. This is crazy. I never played. I don't think I ever played something this crazy. Like I usually play something like long shot parlays with like plus 1,500, plus 1,000. And the only thing that burned me on my long shot parlay was the over 2.5 in that Corntello and Jalal fight last week. I would have hit the long shot parlay if that went over 2.5 rounds. But Jalal got a
Only
submission.
one.
Yeah,
Only
only
one
one. I
thing.
think it was only one. Yeah, and the other
Damn.
I had two long shot parlays. And the other one was Stephen Wynn, and the over 2.5 in this one. I mean, what about
Damn.
this one? I think let's take the Bruno Silva, right? Bruno Silva in this one,
Yeah,
or
we're gonna have to go money line
and
Bruno Silva.
And what about the over in this one, right? Over or
Or what's
Buckley or money line for Vicente Luque? Bro, I
yeah,
think I like
because
over
he
one and a
can
half more, but let's take the money line. I think he can definitely win a decision too.
he can submit
And
him
then
too,
Aaron
or he
Blanchfield
can.
money line, bro. This is fucking absolutely madness. Plus 6800, plus 68,000. I thought it was plus 6,800. This is fucking absolutely crazy though. This hits, I'll
Shit,
be fucking, I'll be fucking rich if this one hits. Let's see what people
dude,
think.
that's not that. That's
Um,
honestly realistic.
yeah, that could definitely cash, bro. You never know. I mean, I think craziest things have happened. Hunter said, did pick him, pick Bazooka. I picked Matthews, bro. I like Matthews on that one. Hunter said, I hope not. Yeah, you're right. I picked Matthews in that one. And I think Matthews gonna win. I'm pretty confident Matthews to win. Millie said, "You motherfuckers grinding." Yeah, we gotta be out there grinding, bro. Big shout out to Chris Merle. Make sure you guys go check out his channel, bro. He's also live streaming on his channel right now. Go drop him a sub. Hunter said, "Pleasure man is a legend. He'll be in the Hall of Fame soon enough." Yeah, I gotta make a fucking emoji. If he gets knocked out like Saturday, I'll probably make an emoji out of the pleasure man. It was nice knowing him, I
Yeah,
guess.
if he
I
knocks
just
out
said a movie.
Ebo, if he knocks out
If
Ebo, you
he
got to
knocks
make
out
a
Evo, I'll be
emoji.
shocked. I'll be shocked
You
if he
got to
not,
make a
because I don't think
Ebo
he's got
emoji.
power like that. Yeah, we gotta make emoji either way. Hunter said Emers by KO. I don't know if he's gonna get the KO. I get why he's favored, but Emers like Nate the Train is fucking tough, dude. Do you think it goes over 1.5 for McKee fight? I don't know, bro. That's fucking tough one because Chidi's got some ton of finishing ability in that under 1.5 rounds. Yeah, that's tough, but I just like the money line on Chidi in that one. And like I said, I feel like Ebo will gas out again against versus Anton.
I hope not.
Well, I
I
don't
hope
know.
not, man.
I hope not, bro. I don't think he's gonna gas out like that. And like I said, it's not his first UFC fight. McKee just doesn't. I mean, I get why people are picking McKee because Chidi hasn't looked good recently, right? He hasn't looked good in a long ass time. But yeah,
Yeah, you
like
can pick him,
you got
pick
any?
McKee, but don't bet him. I
Yeah,
wouldn't put a dollar on
I
him.
would I would just if you want to bet McKee, just live bet him. I mean, I don't think live betting McKee is probably the bad spot if it goes past around and a half. You see the tide turning towards McKee if he looks better and better. But all it's gonna take is one big head kick or like one big punch from Chidi to put him out. I think because I don't think Chidi's gonna be worried about the power coming back his way from McKee. But you never know. Crazy things have happened, right?
Yeah,
Anton said, "How do you guys feel about the beef between Blanchfield and Barber? They have beef. I didn't. I had no clue they had beef. What beef they
yeah,
got?
because Macy's just like calling everyone out, and Blanchfield just pretty much said that she's weak. She's like all talk. But honestly, that's a good fight. That's a good fight because Barber can grapple too. So I don't know. I do think
We need Erin getting a
that
title shot. I
Blanchfield is
don't
the
want her
better.
fighting down the rankings anymore. I don't want her
Yeah,
fighting down the rankings anymore. After she wins this fight on Saturday, she shouldn't be fighting anymore down the rankings. Just be getting a
and
title shot.
I remember Antoine asking earlier. He was like, "Where do we rank Chris Weidman with the middleweight goats?"
I think it's a top
Honestly, man,
15
I
for
don't
sure.
know. Yeah,
I think it's
top
a top 15
15.
for sure. I don't know about the top 10, but I think it's a top 15 for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
In his
Top
prime,
15.
Weidman is actually really good wrestler, all American wrestler in his prime. Like people couldn't really wrestle properly back then, though. The
Right,
level of
right.
competition wasn't crazy back then. Unless until we saw guys like fucking Luke Rockhold and like those. Luke Rockhold is a really good grappler. He's fighting someone in karate combat. Have you heard? He's fighting some guy in karate combat, Schilling or something. I can't remember his name right now. But Luke
Who
Rockhold is gonna be fighting in karate
Luke
combat.
Rockhold, right? Yeah, I thought he was gonna fight Tyron Woodley. I thought he was gonna fight
Yeah.
Tyron Woodley because they're
Man, Tyron
coaching
Woodley's too busy fucking eating
they're
ass out
coaching
there.
that thing in
He's
Saudi
got no time
Arabia.
fighting anymore. Woodley doesn't have time to fight anymore. Have you seen that video? I still haven't seen it. I don't think I want to see that
Nah,
shit.
nah, I
People,
haven't seen it. I'm surprised. I'm surprised it hasn't came up on my Twitter yet. But yeah, I haven't seen it.
I'm thankful that hasn't come up on Twitter.
Yo,
I don't want to
shout
see
out
that
to
shit.
Hunter. He subscribed to the channel, man.
Let's
Appreciate you,
go,
my
Hunter.
guy.
Guys, go make sure you guys go drop a sub to our boy, FightRealm, man. He's out here taking time out of his day, hanging out with us, breaking down the fights. And I'll drop your channel in the chat so people can check it out. Um,
Hell
yeah,
yeah,
guys, go
man.
drop him a sub right now. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Drop him a sub. We gotta get our
Appreciate
boy
you
to
guys,
100, bro.
man.
He's getting close. He's getting really close. Only needs like
Appreciate
what, like
y'all.
less than like around 30 more subs to get 200. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. What a time, dude.
Let's go, man. I'm glad you started your channel, bro. Let's go. And he said he's fighting Joe Schilling. Yeah, that's the guy I was thinking about too. But yeah, Luke Rockhold quit out there, bro. Like, I wasn't expecting him to fucking quit out there. But like fighting a guy like Mike Perry, who's not gonna stop fucking running forward and land punches on your face. He knocks. I think he knocked his fucking teeth out too, didn't he? Like, I think he knocked his teeth out. Mike Perry,
Which one?
bare knuckle too,
Oh,
right?
oh.
There's no padding,
Yeah, yeah, he
bare
did.
knuckle. And, Mike Perry is fighting someone too very soon. I can't remember who's fighting, but there's like we got a ton of combat sports right now. I'll probably be live tomorrow for LFA. I like watching LFA, bro. There's some good fights in LFA tomorrow. So yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you got
both picking Aaron Blanchfield here. Are you picking submission or are you picking decision?
so yeah, I do think Manon will be ready
Bro, my
to
fucking headphone
go
went off.
all 5 rounds, but I don't think she'll be ready to grapple for 5 rounds. So
Yeah, I'm
I
leaning
don't
towards
know.
submission too for Blanchfield.
Yeah,
I was leaning towards decision, but I feel
like a
like
late
he might be up
finish.
to yeah late submission, probably like fourth,
I
fifth
want to
round. He
know. I want to see
probably
what
submission.
Manon round 4 or Manon round 5 looks like,
We haven't seen
because
it yet.
that might be something.
We haven't seen Blanchfield go 5 rounds either. But from how she looks in third round in her fights, doesn't look like she's ever gonna slow down. She
Yeah.
looks like
No.
fucking Marab out there. And she doesn't need takedowns. She's basically got the same style of Marab, right? They can't really strike for shit. They can just the pressure, the constant wrestling. Like Banfield probably has a better jiu-jitsu than Marab, I think, but they can't really. The striking is not up to par, but I think Banfield's that's the matchup we need next. Marab versus Blanchfield for for the strap. Marab's not getting a title shot anytime soon. Does I
Nah.
mean does is he gonna fight Sean O'Malley? I really hope they do give him Marab Sean O'Malley
Well, they're
next.
saying, yeah, O'Malley said he's next. O'Malley keeps saying that he's next, so I hope so, man. I
Yeah,
hope
that's the
so.
fight we need now. We got Main
I
Kermit
know
in
you're
here. What's good,
picking
Main
O'Malley
Kermit?
though.
I'm picking O'Malley, guys. I know people are not gonna like it because they don't like O'Malley's personality, but dude can fucking scrap.
Hey,
Dude can
main
fight.
card minute, man. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, big shout out to Main Kermit, man.
Check out the main
Go
card
guys, go
minutes
check out his
channel as
channel,
well,
man.
bro.
And
Yeah,
yeah, he does
got good
live
picks.
streams also for fight companions. Also, I've seen it, and he's got picks under a minute, bro. Doesn't waste your time with the nonsense. He's
Yeah,
gonna break down the fights real quickly.
he just
As I
likes to
said,
be a part of them.
he's probably number 10. I think he's in the top 15 in my opinion for Weidman. I just said 5 round, guys. Let's get him to 100 subs. Yeah, guys, go. If everyone's sub to his channel
Hey,
right now,
shout
he's
out
gonna
to
get
you,
really
all
close to
J's.
100 subs right now. And he said
Appreciate
Mike
you
Perry
guys,
is
man, for
fighting
real.
Thiago Elves in BKFC. Is he really fighting Elves? I think Mike Perry's gonna knock him out. He's gonna knock him out. What do you think about that? Mike Perry in BKFC is a different beast.
Dude, Mike, no one's beaten. I think they should have done Darren Till. That would have been a
Darren
little
Till
bit
would have got
better,
smoked,
man.
bro. I think he
But
would have knocked out Darren Till. Yeah, that would have
Alves,
been a better matchup.
he's a scrappy guy, but I don't think he's gonna win in there, man. And I think Mike Perry, like you said, he's been a different guy in there, dude. in
Yeah.
BKFC.
Anakin said, "I wish we had Mike Perry
Yeah,
versus Darren
yeah, me
Till.
too, Anakin.
That would have been
Me,
a way better
that's
matchup. I
what I wanted.
mean, bigger name, right? People know who Darren Till is. Not a lot of people know who the Alves is outside the bare knuckle. Hunter said Blanchfield only has 9% takedown accuracy in her last 5 fights, but she's actually been fighting decent grapplers, right? Like look at Talas Santos. She can grapple. Talas Santos is a very physically strong chick. She's gonna be fighting in PFO in a couple of weeks from now. And Jessica Andres can grapple too, like Molly McCann can grapple, but she got a submission in her last fight. It was crazy. But DJ Aldridge can grapple too. Like Miranda Maverick can grapple. Like Manon hasn't fought anyone that can grapple. Like Rose can go get some takedowns, but she's not really like known as a grappler. Kagan can't really grapple. Jennifer Maya can do it all, but she's not really like known for grappling. She's more of a point fighter on the feet.
Yeah, and
Mara
she was so
Buenasoba
much
can grapple
older
though,
at that
but
time.
Yeah, Tabitha Ricci took that fight on short notice too. I remember that one because Manon was supposed to fight someone else, and that was Tabitha Ricci's debut up a weight class. So that's what he knocked her out. But either way, it's gonna be a really good fight. I can't wait for this one, bro. I'm actually excited for this WMMA main win here. We got two back-to-back WMMA main wins, and I can't wait for it. Hunter said people kind of overrate her grappling. I don't think I overrate.
Yeah,
We're not overrating her grappling. It's just the pace and cardio and pressure. Like she'll fucking stay on you like a pit bull. Like it doesn't give you any space to breathe and
I,
work and set anything up.
I think I hear what he's saying though, because I she has good grappling. The wrestling is a little questionable, like it's but she's doing all of the right things. Okay, like Tyler, when she was trying to get Tyler down, she was doing all of the right things to get Tyler down. But it's
Yeah,
Tyler
Tyler's is
Santos,
strong.
man.
She's strong.
She's
She's really fucking
strong, dude.
strong.
Not easy, man.
I think Tyler's gonna run through all the fucking girls and probably other than Pacheco and PFO. I don't know. That's the only gonna be her toughest fight in PFO in my opinion. But Tyler Santos is fighting in a couple of weeks from now in PFO. I just said O'Malley by KO. I think I'm picking O'Malley by KO too. Minker said, I appreciate you guys. Let's go, Minker minute. I just said I
Oh
picked
yeah,
O'Malley
bro.
by KO versus Aljo. I'll pick him by KO versus Marab too. Yeah. I actually picked Aljo in that one, but I was fucking wrong. O'Malley is actually like he's making improvements every fight. Now he's not out there partying anymore, right? So
Yeah.
he wants to like leave a fucking name behind. He wants to leave a legacy behind. So yeah, but I think he knocks out Marab. I mean, we've seen Marab get fucking rocked every fight almost. Other than that Peter Yan fight, he's been rocked. Other than Aldo fight, like that's the only two fights he wasn't getting rocked in. But Marlon Moraes rocked him bad too, almost had him finished. And Henry Cejudo rocked him too early. But I mean, I get why Marab's favored. I get why O'Malley's underdog, but Marab's gonna have to wrestle him non-stop, and he's gonna have to do that non-stop. And O'Malley might fucking meet him with a knee up the middle, fucking chin him, right?
I wouldn't
Like
be surprised.
yeah, Mali is gonna be he's gonna have something for Marab. I like Marab though. I like Marab's personality. I like that he's playing into that Mexican crowd now. We got the Mexican Marab now 2.0, and he said
Yeah.
Mali beats takes Marab's chin, bro. Um, I think he knocks him out clean. Probably with like if he lands that knee on Marab, that one he landed on Cheeto, I think he knocks him out. Like I don't think Marab's eating that knee. I don't know
Dude,
how Cheeto fucking.
I'll be so happy if Marab beats uh Sean O'Malley. Like honestly, I'll be so happy if he beats him.
You
I
don't
wouldn't
like
even care if
O'Malley?
it's
You're not
a
a fan of
I
O'Malley.
wouldn't even care if it's a 5-round wrestling war where he's
Bro,
just
is it
top
gonna be fun
control
watching Morata
every
out there?
minute.
Like these fights are not that fun, bro. Like let's be honest, these
Yeah.
fights are not. It's not like I like watching the striking of O'Malley more than like when Marab fights. But Marab's got that personality outside the UFC. Is like funny fucking dude.
Yeah,
But
I'll just be happy for him.
yeah, it'd be good for Marab though for getting that belt. And then we're gonna have two Georgian champions in the UFC. We got him at Topuria right now at 145. Yeah, if O'Malley wins, it's gonna be Topuria next for him. I think.
And I
I
feel
think that's
like
gonna be
Marab earned it, Like that fight with Peter Yan was not even close
yeah, that was a
versus Sean
combination. Yeah.
O'Malley and Peter Yan. I don't know, man. I thought Peter Yan, it's a close fight. It's a really close fight, but I thought Peter Yan did enough against Sean O'Malley. So like that's why I always felt like the UFC really favored Sean O'Malley a lot. The judges, it is what it is. That's how they felt. They felt Sean won that night, but the UFC did him a lot of favors, giving him Aljo right after that. I think he should have been tested one more time, and that's what they do with Marab. They throw him in there with everybody, man.
Yeah, we're gonna see
So
Marab versus O'Malley next because Toporia's already said he doesn't want to take the title shot away from Marab, right? He said he should fight Marab next because that's his homeboy, right? They're both
yeah,
from the same country, so he doesn't want to take the opportunity away from Marab right now. But Topuria versus O'Malley would be a fucking big fight. I think that'd be a big fight either way. But if he defends that belt over Marab, I don't know who beats O'Malley at 145, 135 other than maybe Umar. I don't think Sandman beats O'Malley. I don't know. I wouldn't pick up Sanhagen over O'Malley
Yeah,
because
it's
Sanhagen
tough.
doesn't really have power like that, right? He doesn't have power like to really rock O'Malley. He's a slick
Yeah, they
striker though, like slick rapper, like can mix some takedowns. But I don't think I would pick Sanhagen over O'Malley. And Sanhagen's probably gonna be fighting Umar next, right? They said isn't that the fight next now?
that's what
Like
he wants. He
yeah,
wants that fight himself.
yeah, I would pick Umar over Sanhagen. Even though Sanhagen can definitely like pull
Yeah,
something off, but I would pick Umar. I think Umar can wrestle him down for 3 rounds, and I don't think Umar's gonna finish him, but I think Umar would just wrestle him for 3 rounds nonstop.
yeah.
Antoine said,
I'm a
"Did
big
you guys
fan of
see?"
Corey Sandhagen, man.
I like Corey Sanhagen. Like his breakdowns are really solid, but I don't think he's gonna be. I don't know. I don't think Sanhagen's gonna be a champion in the UFC at 135. I
If
just don't
Umar
think so.
becomes champion, he definitely won't.
Yeah. There's some other 135ers, and we got Peyton Talbot in the mix too. He hasn't fought anyone ranked yet, but
Dude,
Peyton Talbot is no fucking joke, man. Holy shit.
yeah, we
I
can
mean, I picked
officially
him to
say
win.
that.
I should have bet on him, bro. I was seeing too many people in Simon. I was like, that kind of scared me off, and I should have
I
bet
mean,
on him.
we can officially say now that he's that guy, but before that, I don't we
Yeah,
couldn't say that. So,
yeah. Peyton Talbot is that fucking dude. Even though he's a little chesty, but he dude can fucking scrap though. Dude can fight,
yeah.
man. I mean, Simon is tough though. I really fucking I'm impressed with Simon's durability. Like he's fucking tough. Like even though he got finished in that one, bro, Simon has no quit on him, bro. This dude won't quit out there. This guy is fucking tough as they come. To Anton said, did you guys see Connor's interview
Credit
with
to
Jake?
him, man.
Yeah, I saw that, bro. Like Connor looked like he was out of his fucking. He was high as a kite. You seen that one too? That interview that he did with Jake, bro.
Oh my god, dude.
He was
Yeah.
tweaking, right? He was tweaking nonstop too. That was fucking crazy.
He looked bad, bro. He looked bad.
Yeah,
Honestly, he I don't know if he'll fight again, man. I don't know if he'll fight again after seeing him like that.
yeah. I just said a rematch would go hard, especially as fuck, especially for 5 rounds. Yeah, I just said Omar got dropped by nobody. I don't think Bekjet is a nobody, bro. Like Bekjet is not bad. And he still
Dude,
wrestled him down for what 13 minutes of that fight, bro.
can
Like
you believe Bekzat and Vinicius and
Oliveira,
Bernardo? Yeah,
bro.
they all made their debuts,
All those guys
except
are solid.
They gave Beksat Umar Nurmagomedov, man.
Yeah,
And freaking like I think Beksat destroys Vinicius. I think he
yeah. I think he
destroys
does. Yeah.
Bernardo Sopaj. I think all those bantamweights that fought that day, besides Umar, I think Beksat beats them.
Yeah, I think so
So
too. I think Bekjet is fucking solid
he's
too.
pretty damn good, bro.
I don't think a
I
lot
can't
of
wait
people
to
are gonna
bet
be
on
able
him.
to wrestle him, and like Umar did, because Umar is a fucking big 135er. Umar should be fighting at
Yeah.
145. I've been saying that for a minute too.
Yeah, he's a
Umar is
weight
not a
bully.
bantamweight. Like he's a weight bully for sure. Probably cuts a
Yeah.
ton of weight. And so we got Marcus McGee too. Yeah, Marcus McGee is a fuck. He's close to being ranked right now too. He's got all finishes, all wins by finish, other than
He,
he's got all wins by finish, right? And you see,
he
yeah,
trains with O'Malley though. That's what
yeah.
concerns me. I don't know. I don't know if they're ever gonna fight each other.
No, they're not. They don't fight each other. Mario Batista also trains out of the same camp, right? Yeah, Mario Batista.
Yeah, yeah. Mario
MMA Lab,
Batista.
yeah, MMA Lab, yeah, that's where they train out of. And you said McGee trains with O'Malley, yeah, 100%. I just said Peyton Talbot versus Sean O'Malley for real, the Jesty belt. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, dude, Peyton can fucking
Can you
fight, bro.
imagine them fighting each other one day? Wow, that would be some shit,
That'd be
man.
big. But yeah,
That'd be
there's
crazy.
guys like Umar fucking. It's tough. It's gonna be tough for Peyton to get through Umar.
Oh yeah. Oh
Umar's
yeah.
gonna take him down, I think. And he said
Honestly,
Bektic gonna be a future contender. Yeah, I think so too.
I want to see Peyton Talbot still fight, a couple more guys before they even start mentioning him with the top 15. Maybe just one more. They were saying that C-Rod is going to get one more fight at featherweight, and then he's going to get a chance to fight at bantamweight again. And C-Rod was calling out Peyton Talbot on Instagram or on Twitter. I don't know which one it was. Could you imagine that? C-Rod
C-Rod's
versus
fighting at
Peyton?
145 now. Is he gonna be cutting down to 135? I don't think so.
No,
I don't
yeah,
think he's
he's
gonna
he's
cut down to 135 anymore.
He said he wants to. He said he wants to. It's just
He's not
that
gonna be
they're
able to
make
do
their
it. I don't trust his fucking weight cutting process anymore.
yeah, I mean it's hard to trust him, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make 135. I mean, he's missed weight at 135 like 3 times. Missed in Dynamite Contender Series 2. I just said I don't think Backchat is a nobody, but I'm not that sold on Umar just yet, bro. Anyone that gets clipped on the side of their fucking dome is gonna go down. Like if you're getting clipped
Yeah,
right here, like you're gonna go down either way. It doesn't matter how good your chin is. Like doesn't matter. Like it
yeah.
doesn't
And
matter how
Umar
good your
said he
upper body
didn't
is.
see it coming.
Yeah, like the punches that you don't see coming, those are gonna be the punches that put you down. And still, he recovered right away. Like you could have got just out cold, got slept out cold already. Like that could have happened, and that would have been whatever. Like he just got caught,
Right.
but he still recovered. Wrestled him for what 13, almost like 14 minutes of that fight, bro. Yeah, I think Bekti's gonna win some. I think he's gonna be ranked soon if he just goes on a win streak, and I think he's gonna be going on a win streak soon. And he said, does Payton get through Mario Batista? I think so. I think he goes through Mario Batista. Batista is not a bad fighter. Like his striking has definitely improved. Like his grappling is not that terrible. I think Payton can beat a guy like Mario Batista. I really do. What do you think about that one?
Does Peyton Talbot get through Mario Batista? To say
I
that
think
right
I think it
now,
is.
is tough because I mean, who he only beat
It's a
Cameron
stylistic
Simon, right?
matchup though. I don't think he knocks him out. I
Yeah,
think he just beats him by decision. Because I think
I
Talbot's
don't
like
know.
the slicker striker than Batista. Batista will
That
throw a
would be
lot
a
of
really good
flying
fight,
knees
though.
and stuff, but yeah, we've seen Batista get chinned before too,
Mario
right?
Mario is also, I think, a way better wrestler than Cameron Simon. So there's a
Yeah,
big
yeah, for
difference
sure.
there too.
And Batista's been tested too, right? He's fought Ricky Simone, and I picked Ricky
Yeah,
Simone in that one, but he was able to work his way back up, even though he was getting wrestled a couple of times.
yeah.
And he said Kyler Phillips. Yeah, the Kyler Phillips is a tough matchup for him though. Kyler Phillips looked fucking phenomenal over Munoz. I just said I talk about dancing on a strip pose and crushing dudes in the UFC. What the fuck? I just said Kyler Phillips would beat Payton. I don't know if I would say that, but I think right now, if they fight right now, I think I would pick Kyler Phillips in that one because I think Phillips is like underrated, bro. Dude is fucking good, bro. Like he's tough, like tracking
It's
him down punches.
another guy who trains with Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, he's Kyler Phillips is just
Kyler
fucking
Phillips.
really good. I mean, no one's done that to Pedro, right? People beat Pedro in a close matchup, but like no one does that to Pedro. Like no one just outclasses him like that, right? People beat him by either 29-28 decision, like the way Cheeto beat him. But
Yeah,
like Phillips fucking just looked phenomenal. His head kicks, I mean his body kicks, leg
put in
kicks, like
work, man. He put
everything
in
was
work.
crazy good for look was crazy look. I mean Phillips looked great out there. And who said, how do you guys feel about Whitaker versus Chimaev? You got Robert Whitaker. I feel like Chimaev might be able to finish him early, man. I mean, it's crazy that I'm a big fan of Whitaker, but at first when I heard the announcement of the fight, I was like, Chimaev might fucking lose this fight. Whitaker's gonna just be able to survive the first round, just beat him by decision later. But I think Chimaev was fucking live for early finish for sure, 100%. I'm leaning towards
Man,
Chimaev right now. But I know his cardio is a big issue for him. But we've
give
seen
me
like
Bobby Knuckles, man. Give me Bobby
yeah, I'm
Knuckles
going with Chimaev right
all
now.
day.
I'm going to Chimaev right now.
All day. If 5 rounds, all day, I gotta go Bobby Knuckles, man.
I mean,
But if it was 3 rounds,
he got taken down by a
I
head and
could
arm
see.
choke, right? By a Duplessis. Like if
Yeah,
Duplessis
that's
can
the
take you
thing. That's
down,
what's
bro, like I feel
questionable.
like Chimaev might get him down, and then if he
But
doesn't get a finish,
Chimaev
he's gonna
hasn't
get
been
cooked.
doing like submissions, you know? It's hard to submit Bobby
I'm
Knuckles
definitely not
though.
gonna be betting on that fight. Definitely not gonna be betting on that one. That's the fight that I
Yeah.
just want to watch as a fan, right? That's the type of fights that you don't want to have money on. Like if you're betting Whitaker, I mean, I don't blame you betting on Whitaker. I'd probably
Yeah,
sprinkle
that's a
Whitaker decision maybe
oh man.
because Whitaker like can definitely get a decision.
Yeah, I like the over 2.5 in that fight or over whatever the over would be on that fight.
Chimaev does have some power though. Like he hasn't shown it recently, but he dude is
But if
fucking
you are
thick
picking
for the weight class.
Chimaev, if you're picking
I'm
Chimaev, I
picking
would pick
Chimaev by like
Chimaev round
submission.
1.
Like yeah, round one. That's like you can't trust Chimaev after round and a half because he
Yeah,
falls off a cliff. And you said fight is hard to tell, yeah, because Rob is chinning and Hamza gasses out. Yeah, it's a tough matchup. I think the odds would be dead even on that one. I know Chimaev's like open 2-1, which is crazy. I'm definitely not betting Chimaev at 2-1. You
yeah,
said,
nah.
what do you think about Sherbolet and Ihor? Sherbolet is gonna win that matchup. Probably gonna finish him by KO TKO. I think Sherbolet
Yeah,
by KO TKO is my pick. And then
Anakin.
Sergey Pavlovich. Who are you leaning towards? Sergey Pavlovich, or I'm leaning to Sergey Pavlovich in that one.
Yeah, Anakin. I want to see Shower Bullet versus Ruzi Boyev, but I gotta go Shower Bullet there. And yeah, I gotta go Pavlovich against Volkov as well, man. I think, but that one's a little easier to pick, in my opinion. Volkov, he has been looking good, but if you look at who he's been fighting, it's it's not the. And then you look at who Pavlovich has been fighting, it's very clear, you know. But I do think that Volkov's best chance, yeah, I don't know. He's gotta. I don't know if he's gonna knock him out. He's gonna have to try to point fight Pavlovich and try to stay away from the power. And I don't know if Volkov even fights like that. He tries to get a finish himself, so he might get finished
I don't think
trying to
Volka's
get
gonna
him.
get some takedowns, right? He got takedown over Tuivasa, but Tuivasa showing no fucking takedown defense.
No one's
And
taking down Pav. It's pretty hard to take down
yeah,
Pav.
no one said a word, bro. I think Whitaker has way too much experience for that, and he's beaten way better guys. I think he's faster than Hamza Chimaev. Probably after the round and a half.
All
He's gonna
right,
have to
faster.
survive the
I don't
early
know.
round. He's gonna have to
Faster.
survive
I
the
don't
early
know.
round and a half.
Yeah.
And he said, I can't believe Rob lost to Duplessis. I picked Duplessis to win. I should have bet him. I just those are the spots that I don't bet on because I was like, everyone's picking Whitaker, so I might be fucking dead wrong about that one. I picked Duplessis by KO and he actually fucking got KO. I should have bet it. It goes plus 300 for Duplessis money line. And that was the same card there. Pentosa. I picked Pentosa. I picked Lawler in that one. That was just fucking sick. That was we had a lot of underdog cashing on that card. And I picked who was that? I picked over against Volkanovski too. I picked Yair over Volkanovski, which is a horrible pick. But we had a lot of dogs on that card. I mean Lawler, right? Good on Lawler for going with the fucking win. Going out with a win over Nico Price. I can't believe Nico
Yeah.
Price was minus 300. Nico Price would never be minus 300 over anyone.
Never, and he
Yeah.
won't be again. He won't be
Yeah.
that again. That's for
Nico
sure.
Price is like a fucking really fucking terrible. I just said the UFC's scripted. Hamza will sub Whitaker.
Oh
I think
man.
Hamza's. I think he can his
I
life
hope
for
not.
early finish, but if he doesn't finish him early, I think he's gonna be cooked because Whitaker can definitely he's gonna be a way better striker, way more technical than Chimaev. Chimaev has that power though, so it's gonna be a fucking good fight. I don't want to be betting on that fight though, but I'm just gonna watch as a fan. I can't wait for it. So fight night, right? So fight night. It's not even pay per view, bro.
Yeah, it's just
That
a
could have
fight
been a
night.
pay per view.
It's gonna be
That
on
probably if that
Fox
was a pay
or
per view, I'd
something.
buy
What do
the
you
pay per
say?
view.
ABC?
ABC, yeah, free on
ABC?
ABC.
ABC, yeah.
I mean, they're gonna do Alex Perez versus Makayev as the main win, right? For Saudi Arabia, like that's the fight now they're gonna go with. Bro, Vitor
Yeah.
Pino versus Tyson Pedro, Guzzi versus Rosenstrike. I think that's what they were gonna do before. Now they're like, fuck this. We're not gonna pay you anything for bringing Makayev and Perez as the main win. So the Saudi Arabian money fucking talks, bro. I mean, they probably paid them a ton of money. The fact they don't need to put this on a pay per view just tells you how much money the Saudi Arabians are paying them.
Yeah. Hopefully we see more uh cards outside of the Apex. That's what I want, man. More cards outside of the Apex. That shit is whack.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need the Apex, but I don't think they're ever gonna get rid of the Apex because all those shitty cards that Dana wants put on, like they always put them on the in the Apex. I mean, next week is not
Yeah.
terrible, right? Next week, like what's the next week?
No,
Let's
it's
look at the
not.
next week card for like a quick look here for like a second. Next week is not terrible. I like some spots next week too. We got Brendan Allen
Yeah, dude.
taking
I
on
like Gene
Curtis in
Matsumoto.
a rematch. Yeah,
So
Matsumoto, I like Matsumoto. I
I
was
think I
thinking about
already
picking
have a
Argueta,
three
right?
leg.
So I was thinking about picking Argueta as a dog, but the more tape I watch, I was like, Argueta just kind of walks with two punches. Like,
Dude,
dude, like this
fun
guy just
fact.
has no
Fun
striking.
fact for the chat. Dan Argueta has only landed 47 significant strikes in a fight. That's the most strikes he's ever landed in a
Yeah, and
fight,
Mile
guys.
Jones was landing a lot of looping shots on
Dude
Argueta.
is
Like if looping
garbage.
shots are catching Argueta the clean, I think Matsumoto's gonna fucking just outclass him. And Matsumoto's
Yeah.
been what? He's been competing in Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu since he's 6 years old. This dude's been
Yeah, dude.
competing most of his life. He's 24 years old, so I'm probably not
He's
gonna bet
gone
on
five
Matsumoto
rounds.
because
He's
his
gone
line is kind
five
of wide.
rounds 3 times.
He's got 10 experience, 14 fights, still more experience than Argueta, but Argueta he's definitely a strong grappler, right? He's not a bad grappler. Um,
Argueta only wins by staying on top of him for 15 minutes.
yeah, you're right. That's the way he's gonna win or look for a submission. I don't think he's gonna get a submission early.
Hell no. Yeah, he's not
But
gonna
yeah,
submit Gene.
what do you think about this one? Dylan Budka taking on Cesar Almeida. I'm picking Cesar Almeida, but Budka's
I
not a bad
wanted to
grappler.
I wanted to pick Dylan, but I can't pick Dylan, bro. I gotta go Caesar, man.
Caesar's fought Alex Pereira 3 times, has a win over Alex Pereira in kickboxing. This dude, he actually looked great in the Dana Contender Series. I watched the fight last night. And even though he
Yeah,
got back a couple of times, he was able to grapple Lucas Fernando in in some moments in that fight, and he just was able to was the way better striker, was landing way more output in that one. Yeah, I like Cedro Almeida, even though he's 36 years old, he's older, but he's got so much experience. And then Calvillo,
yeah.
is it crazy that I'm thinking about picking Calvillo here? 6-6 run in the UFC. I can't believe I'm
Dude,
saying that,
it's
bro.
not
Like
crazy. It's not crazy.
I'm thinking
I
about
was
picking
thinking
Calvillo here,
about
man.
that too, but I don't know. She's like I feel like Piera, she's not much of a threat in terms of a finish, but she could be really top heavy if she gets a takedown.
She doesn't
But
really do
then
anything with the
Calvillo
takedown,
has like
right?
a 75% takedown defense, right? I think she's
Yeah.
had a really good takedown defense, so I don't know. But she's
Calvillo,
not
like
fighting
she's
people who
outstriking
want to
Loopy,
take her
right?
down.
She was taking. I mean, she was going for takedowns over Loopy. Only got one takedown in the first round,
Yeah,
and was
Lupi
able
didn't
to
even shoot a takedown in that fight.
until the third round. Loopy shot a takedown in the third round, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a close fight. I actually scored that for Cynthia, even though I had money on Loopy. I think one judge had it 30-27 for Loopy, which is crazy in my opinion.
Nah, that yeah, I just watched that fight a little bit earlier today.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was
Calvillo
30-27.
like
I thought it
it was
was a close
29-28.
fight.
But it could have gone either way, but I think Calvillo did more, but she doesn't have a ton of power on the feet, but like she's 36 years old now, so it's gonna be tough picking her here, but I might go with her if she's becomes a bigger dog. The Norma Demon, I mean Elating Healy, I don't know. Are you sold on Victor
Dude,
Hugo? I
what
don't know if I'm sold on Victor Hugo yet.
I'm picking Victor Hugo. Yeah, I'm picking
You're
Victor
picking
Hugo on
Victor
that
Hugo.
one.
You think he's gonna submit him on the ground?
I think he's gonna sleep him, bro.
You think he's gonna knock him out?
I think he's gonna knock him out, bro.
Damn
I
man,
know
I'm
Alatong.
not sold on this
That's
one.
another guy, but Alatong is another guy. Look, if you look at how many strikes, the most strikes
He's
he's
got
ever
negative
landed
fight
in a
IQ.
fight,
Yeah, Latin's got
his
negative fight IQ. He
he's
does
bro, he's so low output, so low output. He just wants to hit bombs. He just wants to land bombs in there, and that's not gonna work every time. What do you think about Bahamondes though?
Bahamondes is a
Bahamondes
fucking
versus
dog, man.
Giagos.
I think he's gonna smoke fucking Giagos. Giagos is good in
Really?
the first round. I think he's gonna smoke Giagos, man. I haven't. I've been fading Giagos for a long time. I picked Johnny Del Huber as a lock the week inside the distance,
Dude, I don't
and
know, man. I don't
I'm
know if
sold
it's
on
that
Bahamondes,
clear.
man. I mean, he lost.
I
He
was
got kind of
watching the
smoked
fights
by
back.
Ludwig Klein, but he's fought some decent guys. Giagos has no cardio past the first round, bro. If he had cardio, I would think about picking him here,
You
but he's
think
got no
that's what it
cardio.
is?
This is the
Yeah.
cardio. He falls off a cliff after the first round. He rocked Daniel Joe Huber in that fight in the first round, had him hurt. Then he just fell off a cliff.
Well,
Looks
yeah,
like complete
if he
different
doesn't have
fighter.
good cardio, I can't pick him to win
He
because you
looks like
need
a
good
complete
cardio to
different
beat
fighter. Yeah,
Bahamondes.
yeah, and I don't think he's
Bahamondes
gonna
could
finish
take a
here.
punch, dude.
Baumund is a tough fucking dude. Man trains with
He
Bilal
can
Muhammad.
take a
Was
fucking
there in fight.
punch.
He trains with Bilal Muhammad, so he's been training with Bilal Muhammad for a long time. And there's some good
Yeah.
fights here, Ray. Morgan Shari. I'm leaning toward Chippy Marisco here because
Ah,
Morgan's got to
dude,
finish him early.
Chepe's a big dog too. Chepe's like one plus 190 or something like
I
that.
think it's like plus 140 or something. Plus 140.
Oh, it's the line was moving down. Okay.
But yeah, Morgan Charrier, like he's got a ton of first round finishing ability, but Morgan's got Chepa's got wins over Jutsu Jalal, fought
Yeah, I'm going Chepe.
Brito. I'm leaning
I'm
towards
going Chepe.
he's fought like what guys like Jalal, Yusuf Jalal, like Pat Sabatini, like Trevor Peak. I mean, went to war with Trevor Peak. I mean, he was looking bad in that first round, Jay Jenkins, but still got it done, right? I mean, the tide was turning in that fight before Jenkins broke his arm. I'm leaning toward Chepe here. I don't think Chepe's a bad underdog this week. This is a fight I would not want to put even $1 on, bro. I'm
Oh
not
my
betting this
god.
fight. I don't trust these guys at all. Like Hernandez should win with his wrestling. Like if he implements his wrestling, he's probably got the better cardio than Damon Jackson. Damon's
Yeah.
got some slick jiu-jitsu though, so this is gonna be a tough fight in my opinion.
Damon Jackson hasn't fought in a while, right? I know it's been a long time for
He
him.
fought Tapuria, right? No, he fought Corantillo, and he actually looked decent in that Corantillo fight. It wasn't looking terrible in the early
Yeah, but
rounds.
almost a year for him now, right? So that's 7 months ago.
Yeah,
So
Jackson. I think he fought Tapuria too, right? Yeah, he fought Tapuria back in 2020.
but he got destroyed,
Yeah,
right?
and fought Moblade. Moblade's actually a really good fighter in PFL, bro. This dude's a fucking monster. He's got really good
He
striking
beat
too.
him.
Nah, Moblade knocked him out in 10 seconds. Yeah, he's not beating Moblade, bro. But yeah, Damon Jackson, his record's kind of padded
Oh
though. Like
man.
he's got wins over Dan Argueta, like wins over Pat Sabatini by KO ground and pound.
Dan Argueta, that was Dan Argueta took that on short notice.
Yeah,
That
and
was
Dan
up at
Argueta was a big
45.
underdog in that one too. I think it was like
Yeah.
a pretty big underdog in that one. Yeah, Argueta was like plus 500. Yeah. Yeah, there's some like I like the under 2.5 rounds in this one. I think once it dropped under 2.5, I'll probably parlay it under 2.5. Because the way these guys fights, I don't think they're gonna go the distance. I mean, Lucas
Yeah.
Brzezinski, are you sold on Johnny Walker's brother? I'm not. I think he's gonna win. I'm picking to win
Walter
here,
Walker.
but he can wrestle too. This dude
Yeah.
can wrestle, man. This dude can definitely wrestle too.
I like Walter Walker to win that fight, just because I don't think Lucas Brzezinski's really the true challenge for Walter Walker. You know what I'm
Yeah, he doesn't
saying?
have a ton of finishing ability, but he got robbed against Martin Buday. I had a 5 unit play on I mean Lucas
Yeah.
Brzezinski live. I got him at
Martin
like
Buday,
minus 130, and that was a clear fucking robbery, man. Like I don't know how to score that for Martin Buday.
Yeah,
I lost $500 on that one. Still
damn,
hurts.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's
I'm
not
sorry
good.
to hear that.
I was pissed, bro. I was fucking pissed. I was like, no way they score that for because Brzezowski outstruck him by like 60 significant strikes. Was
No,
controlling the fight.
I watched that fight back. Yeah, I watched that fight back because I've been trying to be convinced if I could pick Lucas to win that fight, but I don't think I can pick Lucas, man.
Yeah, look like yeah, Brzezowski's not
Have
gonna
you been
win this for
watching tape
sure.
for that
I
fight?
watched a bunch of tape on Walter Walker, and he can wrestle. This dude can do it all. He's got a solid chin. He's got
He can
some
wrestle, yeah.
punches.
His
He
striking
can
is
wrestle
mid
too. Yeah,
though.
yeah.
His striking
Striking
is very mid.
just kind of walks forward with punches, like from just doesn't really move side to side at all. Doesn't really have the best footwork out there, but it's still really green. I think it's gonna be enough to get the takedowns in this fight, though. I think he's gonna get the takedowns and throw some ground and
Yeah,
pound, get there.
takedowns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be enough for. What do you think about this one? Trevor Peak versus Charlie Campbell. I'm biased. I'm definitely biased in this one. You guys, Trevor Peak is a former lock of the week. I locked him at plus 142 over Muhammad Yahya. I mean, Yahya actually opened up as a favorite in that one.
I'm a little biased myself though, because Charlie Campbell's from Long Island. He's from New York,
Okay,
so
so
I
we're
gotta
both
go
biased in
Charlie
this one.
Campbell on that one.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Peak, man. I mean, Charlie
But
Campbell almost knocked out Chris Duncan, but then he walked into a right
dude,
cross. I don't know. That was
he
a fucking banger of a
Chris
contender
Duncan
series
was
fight,
out of
though.
there.
Duncan, I don't know how he stayed on his feet though. Like,
Yeah,
but
that was a. I think he could land that if he lands that same combo on Peak. I don't know, but Peak is
Peak's
hard
got
to
the chin on
finish.
him, bro. I don't think it's
He's
finishing
hard to
Peak.
finish.
He might beat
Yeah,
him by decision, but I'm picking Peak by KO. I think Peak's a fucking tough dude, bro.
nah,
I
yeah,
mean, we
he's
haven't
tough.
seen Peak out cold before, right? He even to war with Chepe Marisco. And Chepe was mixing in the takedowns, and that one was the better. I think Charlie was going to be the better technical striker, which is why he's a 2-1 here. But I think the odds are kind of fucking wide. But maybe Charlie Campbell shows up out there, bro. But I'm leaning towards Trevor Peak as a dog. And Corbin McGee, I don't know why Corbin McGee's still fighting. Morono, I think, is going to fucking outclass him. I don't know if he's
Yeah,
going to finish
I'm
him.
picking Morono in that one too.
You think he's going to
I
finish
think
him?
we've seen Morono in there against old people before. He fought Tim Means
Yeah,
and
I
he
mean,
destroyed Tim
Tim Means was
Means.
Tim Means was having success on the feet. To be fair, though, like Tim Means wasn't looking terrible on the feet.
But he
Then
was winning
Tim
until he
Means shot a
wasn't.
takedown. Tim Means shot a takedown. Then he got caught in the guillotine choke over to Alex Morono. Yeah,
Yeah,
was that a guillotine choke? Was that a guillotine choke? I think it was a guillotine choke if I remember. Yeah, it was a guillotine choke. Yeah, Tim Means guillotine choke. Yeah, but I'm picking. I think Alex Morono's gonna win this matchup. McGee hasn't looked good in a long ass time, bro. Like he's been getting knocked out
yeah.
back to back,
I
back to
mean,
back. Like
Jeremiah Wells and the Jeremiah Wells one is okay,
Matt Brown's got some
but
power though, even at 40 years old.
Matt Brown, that's not okay. 40 years old, I don't know. That's
Yeah,
getting knocked out by Matt Brown because he flatlined him, dude. Like
yeah,
he put him
he's
out.
out cold. And like I said, I remember using McGee in UFC Undisputed 3. That's how long it's been. Is yeah, McGee's. I got respect for McGee all day. I got respect for Matt Brown too. I mean, I'm glad Matt Brown's still fighting. And they're not giving Matt Brown hard matchups, right? They're giving him some easy matchups out there right now. McGee is a legend. Yeah, Grammy said lost to Billy Q. He looked great in his last fight. Yeah. Um, I mean, he wasn't looking terrible, right? Like he was. If you go watch the fight back, Damon Jackson, he was having success. He was beating Billy Corntello in the early rounds. Then he
So
just
was
gassed up.
everyone. So was everyone against
Yeah,
Billy Q.
he just slows down. Jesus Law fucking finished him, bro. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see
Yeah.
Jesus Law just finishing him by submission. That's the first guy to submit him too, which is crazy. But yeah, there's this fighter, Norman Dumont. Fucking, I'm a big fan of Dumont. I know a lot of people are, but
Jermaine Durandamine,
I'm picking
man.
Jermaine Durandamy,
Jermaine.
man. I'm leaning towards Durandamy. I
Yeah,
haven't
dude.
decided if I'm gonna pick her. Like, I'm still like not too sure about this one. But Jermaine Durandamy is a fucking beast, bro. Like, she's actually not
I
bad.
didn't
Like,
think
she's
I would be saying this, bro.
39 years
But
old, but look at this, bro. Like, win over Juliana Pena. Like, she put Juliana Pena to sleep in that one.
that's her only loss right there. Amanda
Brandon
Nunes.
Nunes, like, I went over Aspen Ladd, Pennington, who's a champion right now, Holy Home. I mean,
Yeah.
Larissa
And she
Pacheco is
knocked
a
out
fucking beast in the
she
PFL right
knocked
now.
out Aspen Ladd in round one. And Dumont
I'm
took
into
Aspen
decision,
Ladd
yeah.
to decision.
Yeah, this one too.
So
Larissa Pacheco is no fucking joke, bro. Knocking out Larissa Pacheco. I mean, Kayla Harrison lost to Larissa Pacheco
yeah,
recently too.
exactly. That's no joke, bro.
Like
No, dude.
this is a double champion. I
I
think
think it's
Pacheco's a double champion.
Jermaine all day, man.
Yeah, I'm leaning
Honestly.
towards Jermaine too. She's a plus 160 underdog. The only thing I'm concerned about is the layoff, right? 3.5 years off. Like, kind of
Yeah,
concerning, but
yeah.
she's been competing most of her life, right? Look at this, like the Iron Lady. Bro, look at these look at this Muay Thai experience, 10-time Muay Thai champion, kickboxing experience. Like, she's lost to Amanda Nunes twice, lost to Juliana Budd, who's not a bad fighter in a Bellator, right? Like Julian Budd's not, it wasn't terrible back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amanda Nunes is her only two losses recently. Like in the that's her only two losses in the UFC. Like, and she actually didn't look terrible in that Amanda Nunes fight in this one. She actually gave a fucking Amanda Nunes a tough fight in
And the
that one.
second one, right?
Yeah,
Dude,
the
she was
second
giving
one.
her a run for her money, man.
Yeah, that was a fucking tough fight, man.
The first round looked bad for her, but every round after that, she looked good.
Yeah, her striking, her like long rangy striking, like she's got some clean striking or clean Muay Thai. So
Yeah.
I
And
don't
Amanda
mind.
Nunes,
I don't mind Jermaine Durandamy here, even though like Demont's my girl, but I gotta pick. You gotta pick against your girl sometimes.
nah,
I'm gonna be
Virna's your
fucking.
girl, man.
Yeah, Norma Dumont, like she can definitely go out there, look really quick and really fast, but I think Jermaine Durandamy, she had a baby. That's why she wasn't fighting. She had a kid recently, I think like a year, 2 years ago. So
Yeah. He
that's
just
the
turned
reason that she
one
wasn't
not too
fighting.
long ago.
Obviously, she's 39 years old, which is why I think the odds are the way they are right now. Minus like minus plus 164, plus 170 for Randomy. I mean, this is a decent card, right? We're gonna be back in Dana Dungeon next week, so it's a decent card. We got. I think Matsumoto's gonna win, though. I think he's a good fighter. Mullins, I think Mullins gonna win too. I think you can parlay Mullins and Matsumoto in a parlay together. That's
Dude,
honestly
that's
not.
so funny. So yeah, I was gonna say I had Joshua Van, Mullins, and Matsumoto, but then Joshua, your boy Lucas Rocha, he pulled out, man. What a
No, not Lucas Rocha.
I was
Jose
pissed.
Johnson. Jose Johnson pulled out, I think.
Well, Jose Johnson pulled out, and then Lucas Rocha. Yeah, Jose Johnson pulled out, and then Joshua Van stepped in. and
Bro,
then Lucas Rocha pulled
are
out.
you parlaying Joshua Van? I'm not parlaying him. I'm fucking Rocha's scary, bro. This dude is no joke.
But
Rocha's
they're
got
not
like
fighting
what?
anymore. They're not
Is the
fighting
fight
anymore.
canceled now?
Yeah, Rocha pulled out the fight.
Oh my goodness. When I was breaking down the fights, when did this happen? This fight was still up like last night, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Uh,
Let me just
Jose
got
Johnson
it's crazy.
stepped out, and Joshua stepped in, and then Lucas pulled out.
Damn, Rocha had an injury, bro. Rocha's my boy, but that fucking sucks for
Supposedly Cody Durden might step in.
Cody Durden. Nobody. Bro, Durden's gonna get smoked. Isn't Durden fighting someone like in a couple of weeks?
I think he has a fight booked, yeah, but
Yeah,
I
this
don't
card
know.
is not terrible. Like, I actually like some spots in this card. Um, yeah, I like some spots in this card. I think Chepe is not a bad dog. I mean, Chepe is gonna fucking fight for your money. If it goes past the first round, I think Chepe is gonna take over. And Brandon Allen fight, I'm not too sure about this one. This could go either way, bro. This could go either way. Like, if
It
Allen
can
doesn't get
go
the
either way.
takedowns, Allen doesn't get the takedowns.
I felt the same way about Vittori though, as
Yeah,
well. I thought
Vittori,
it could
like,
go
he's
either
got a
way.
fucking chin on him. But Vittori is not as good of a boxer as Chris Curtis is, though, in my opinion. Even though
Yeah,
Vittori
but
has
if
some
you
nice
ask
striking,
me like who could win, I just think it could go either way between Vittori and Chris Curtis and these guys because we don't know if Brendan Allen is really that guy yet. You know what I'm
he
saying?
fought Paul Craig, he beat Bruno Silva, like all these guys that he's beating, and like all these guys can grapple, right? But a lot of them don't have like crazy power on the feet. Like other than Bruno Silva, like Bruno Silva took that in short notice. To be fair, Paul Craig is a grappler, like Muniz is a grappler, like doesn't have cardio past the first round. Krzysztof Jotko, like, is the king of winning decisions out there. He's not in the UFC anymore. Malkoun, like that, I think Malkoun probably got robbed in that one. Malkoun, technically,
Yeah,
you can say Malkoun won that match with 7 takedowns. I don't
yeah.
know, it's a tough one, bro, because Chris Curtis is taking this in short notice. And Extreme Couture is 2-0 over Brandon Allen, so they know how to beat this
I'm
guy.
not worried about short notice. Chris Curtis is always in the gym, but I don't know. I'm worried about his output. Like how much volume is he gonna throw? Is he gonna throw enough volume to
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
you
Allen
know?
probably beats him by decision, because I don't think he's gonna. Does he submit him? I don't know if he submits to Chris Curtis.
Nah, he, nah. I don't think he does either.
I think I said Brandon Allen has improved, though. Yeah, obviously he's improved, but he's always had a chin problem, like throughout his career.
How would
And
Van deal
Strickland
with Cody's
Strickland
wrestling?
isn't really known for knocking people out, right? Strickland knocked him out. Like guys that he can't wrestle, like he'll just like hang around in the pocket for too long, and that's what happened in that Chris Curtis fight. He was hanging in the pocket for too long. Chris Curtis hit him with a left hook to the body and hit him up top with the right hook. That was fucking rocked him. Then hit him some knees up the fence. Tough fight, bro. I'm probably gonna go with Allen because I like that he's improving right now. He's still younger, so he's 20 years old right now. So probably gonna go with Allen by decision, but tough fight either way. But yeah, like, guys, we're gonna wrap it up soon right now. You got any words, last words, Chris, bro? Appreciate you coming
Not
in
yet.
and
Colostrum
going
asked
live with
how
us.
would Van deal with Cody's wrestling. I guess that'll be the last one I answer for the day. But I think Van he's really underrated in the jujitsu. I think he's got some really good jujitsu game. So I mean, Cody Durden, he's a good grappler, but Van is underrated on the jujitsu game. He's got a couple of submission finishes in the regional scene that you should take a look at. He takes a
Yeah, I
lot
was
of
gonna pick
people's
Van
back.
by decision. I think Van was gonna go wrestle him because Grocha was getting out wrestled in that first round against Davy Costa. But which was
Yeah,
explosive too. But I think Van would have beat him by decision, though. To be fair.
yeah.
All right, guys.
But yeah,
Fucking,
apart from that,
we've been here
man,
over 4 hours, almost 4 hours,
yeah,
guys. Fucking big shout out
yeah,
to
bro.
FightRealm, man. Make sure guys go drop him a sub, man. I dropped the channel again in the chat. But I appreciate you coming on, hanging out with us, man, and breaking down the fights. I was trying to finish it up in 2 hours, but this live stream's been a ton of fun, bro. It's been
It is
fucking
what it
great.
is, man. Yeah, dude.
We'll probably
These
come
are
back
dope, man.
next week if you're down Thursday next week. Like
Always,
yo,
brother.
I just you're going live right now. I just I'll drop your channel link right now. Yo, big shout out to FightRealm, man. Make sure you guys go drop our boy a sub and get him to 100 subs already. He's getting really close right now. Yeah, I'll plug you in, Aj's MMA. I'll plug you in right now in a minute. Yo, I appreciate you, bro. We'll hang out next week if you're down Thursday. If you
For
got
sure,
time
bro.
Thursday
Always,
night.
always.
Yeah, we'll
Yo,
keep
shout out
this.
to Pick'em. Shout out
Let's
to
go.
the new subscribers as well, man. Anakin and Banks and Hunter. Shout out to you guys for subscribing to the channel, man. And shout out to Pick'em. He motivated me to do this thing, man.
Bro.
And we just follow in the footsteps. We got picks, we got the best bets. Hope you guys took some of these bets, and hopefully these long shot parlays that we gave
Lottery
out, hopefully
plays.
those hit
Lottery
too,
plays.
man. We become rich if we hit those,
Yeah.
right? So like the video, guys, subscribe to Pick'em, and yeah, man, we out of here, man. Peace out, guys.
All right, bro. Take it easy. I'm gonna wrap it up soon too. I think I'm just gonna go live soon right now.
Oh, word. Yeah, I'll be
All right, bro.
tuning in on that
See you in the
RJ's
next one,
stream,
brother.
hopefully. Peace out, guys.
All right, guys. I'm gonna be out of here, man. We've been fucking here 6 hours. I'm gonna drop Aj's channel right now. Aj's MMA. He's gonna be going live right now any second. Guys, go check his channel out. Go drop him a sub too. Good peoples. And I'm gonna be out here, man. Fucking, we've been here like 4 hours. I'm tired now. Maybe go make some food right now. Yeah. Holy shit. I'll probably drop picks for next week soon. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna give some shout out to the we got big shout out to Landon again for the super chat. Big shout out to Sleuth again for the super chat. And big shout out to Nate Brown again for gifting another fucking membership to the stream, bro. Big shout out to Nate Brown again. This dude's gifted over 10 memberships to the stream. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate the support. And shout out to FightRealm again, man. Make sure you guys go check out FightRealm. Drop him a sub. And I appreciate him coming in here, hanging out with us for 4 hours. And yeah, I just gonna go live right now, guys. Make sure you go check him out right now. He's gonna go live right now. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy and good night, guys. I'll see you guys. I'll probably be live tomorrow for LFA. Maybe me and Kurt LFA fights tomorrow. We got some LFA action tomorrow. And yeah, guys. If you guys like some LFA spots, I mean, we'll go over some LFA spots. I almost forgot about LFA. But yeah, LFA tomorrow. We got LFA tomorrow. There's some spots that I like for LFA. I think Rep is gonna win. He trains with Medeiros, who's a UFC fighter. I think he's gonna get back on track here. Rep is gonna win. I'm pretty confident in Miranda. I think Richie Miranda is gonna win too. I think you can throw that 2 leg in a parlay, Richie Miranda and a Rep in a parlay. And I'm also confident that this girl's gonna win too. Where's her fight? Yeah, I think Andrea Rosales is gonna win too. So those are the picks for LFA. I didn't do a lot of tape study for LFA, so be careful with the bets for LFA. But I'll see you guys next one, guys. Later. Take it easy and have a good night, guys. Later.